I was once an idol. The final winner of the music awards ceremony. The grand prize winner for the brightest star of the year. It's Shang Shanhu. Congratulations. The members of Shang Shanhu covered their mouths in excitement, unable to believe they had won the grand prize at that moment. Thank you all so much. We, Shang Shanhu, believe. The fans below held up their support signs, cheering wildly. This is all thanks to you for your unchanging love and support. We will continue to repay you all and never let you down. Xia Shiyan gripped the microphone tightly, tears glistening in her eyes, promising to the lights and cheers, "Thank you. We love you all." The group Shang Shanhu waved on stage. Below, the light sticks formed an ocean, and the cheers were deafening. After 7 unforgettable years, the group disbanded. Countless stacked trophies witnessed their former glory. Shang Shanhu, once the hottest top-tier group, Artist of the Year. Now, I've transitioned into an actress, starting the second act of my life. Once an idol in the spotlight, Xia Shiyan, dressed in a black evening gown, walked the red carpet paved with camera flashes. The sound of camera shutters rose and fell. Reporters shouted her name loudly. "Xia Shiyan, look over here. Shiyan, you're so beautiful." "I am Xia Shiyan. I'm 30 years old." She revealed a composed and perfect smile, as if she was born for this starlight. Xia Shiyan got into the car, waving goodbye to the fans outside the window. "Shiyan, be careful on your way. You're the most beautiful today, too." She responded elegantly. "Is that so?" "Thank you." Xia Shiyan leaned back at her seat, a professional smile on her face. "I'll definitely watch your movie. Be careful on your way." The car door closed, shutting out the noise from outside. The smile on her face vanished instantly, leaving only exhaustion. It's starting soon. The days lately. Xia Shiyan woke up with a start. Her makeup was ruined by tears, her eyeliner leaving 2 black streaks on her face. "I'm late. Hurry. The live stream is about to start." The phone screen lit up. A boy group appeared on the screen. "Hello everyone. We are Manhwa. We're back with our 4th mini-album. Next, Njie will introduce the title track." Yes, the title track, Fallen, is an intense rock song mixed with. Xia Shiyan gripped her phone, her eyes fixed on the screen. She softly whispered his name, Njie. Fangirling in progress. Rule number 1, it must be done in secret. That's why the album concept is so crazy this time. All the members are super excited. Xia Shiyan excitedly held up her phone. On the screen was a close-up of Njie. "Look, isn't Njie insanely handsome?" This concept is amazing. The title track is unbelievably good. Listen to this. Chung Xiumin, 27 years old, stylist and schedule manager. He nodded in agreement. You're right. Xia Shiyan's eyes sparkled. "Do you really think they'll make it big?" Chung Xiumin asked curiously. "Who are they?" "A group you like?" Xia Shiyan solemnly announced the name, Wanhwa. It means that even broken fragments can create infinite beauty. The main vocalist, Li Shizhen, has a soulful voice. He's cheerful and an excellent leader who can embrace everyone. The genius rapper, Jian, has unrivaled charisma. He looks cold on the outside, but is very approachable. Main vocalist Quan Minjin is quiet and reserved, but has a unique charm and a soul-stealing voice. The magne, Ryu Daoyuan, is the group's main dancer. Beneath his cute appearance is a powerful weapon, full of contrast. And there's the sub-vocalist, Han Njie. With his melancholic eyes and taciturn personality, he's the group's visual. When he smiles, it's practically a national treasure. Xia Shiyan held her phone with both hands, eyes closed, a look of intoxication on her face. Her fangirl heart completely erupted. Chung Xiumin looked at her, utterly confused. "But how did you get hooked on Wanhwa, a group whose name you just learned?" Xia Shiyan excitedly pumped her fist. "Wanhwa," Chung Xiumin calmly replied. "Amichum." Xia Shiyan explained, "Actually, the algorithm recommended them to me. It was a perfectly ordinary day. A drama had just finished, and I had some free time." Xia Shiyan, in her loungewear, sat leisurely on the sofa. "Let's see the reactions to the final episode." She scrolled through YouTube, browsing the comments. Wow, Xia Shiyan's acting is amazing. The last episode, begging for season 2, Njie was on screen for 30 seconds. I could loop it for a lifetime. Thanks for Njie's cameo. Xia Shiyan held her mug, a look of confusion in her eyes. A cameo? One comment about the cameo led to countless related videos. Xia Shiyan watched Han Njie on the screen, who was intently brewing coffee. "Oh, he's really handsome. His voice is nice too." Below the screen, comments scrolled by. "The handsome part-timer from the last episode. Idol-level visuals. He's really an idol?" Njie, "There's so many idols now. I don't know any of them." Xia Shiyan picked up her phone, her fingertips tapping quickly on the screen, searching for Wanhwa. And Jia Wanhuating. There's a group like this? Isn't the name too hard to remember? Xia Shiyan looked at the video on her screen. They debuted 4 years ago, and this is my first time seeing them. The recent fan cams are explosively cute. Well, let's watch one. She clicked on a video titled Njia's Cute Moments Compilation. I really shouldn't have clicked on that video back then, but I still did. First clip, product placement. Njia, you can't block the logo. He drank the beverage with an innocent look on his face. Second clip, the mysterious mafia, the pasta mafia. Xia Shiyan couldn't help but laugh out loud. What is this? These guys are hilarious. Third clip, it's okay if you're short. Just lean on me when you're tired. Han and Jia leaned down accordingly, but his head went too low. Too short. The shoulder dipped slightly. Han and Jia's weight pressed down, his warm breath hitting the side of the neck. At that moment, Han and Jia's face filled the entire screen. Xia Shiyan's pupils constricted. A strange, unprecedented feeling washed over her. She whispered unconsciously, Wanhuating, Njia. A tingling sensation spread through her chest. From that day on, it was like I was possessed. Wow, their stage presence is amazing. Today is my first time attending an event. Look how nervous they are. Should we watch Wanhuating's fan cam now? Starting right away. So cute. By the time I came to my senses, I had already bought all their albums, saved 8,473 photos on my phone, and recently started collecting photo cards. Xia Shiyan showed the photo card in her hand to Cheng Xiumin, her eyes full of pride. Cheng Xiumin looked at her. You've been completely hooked by a fan-made recommendation video. Xia Shiyan had a blissful expression, and Njia's hobbies and taste in movies are the same as mine. Even our blood types are the same. Isn't that amazing? Cheng Xiumin looked at his tablet. His expression was a bit grave. But is this really okay? To be honest, Wanhuating is a flop group. Xia Shiyan's smile froze instantly. Their debut album was themed around kaleidoscopes, a grand debut, but the concept was too abstract. It flopped. Their second album had a fresh and bright style, but it was overshadowed by a famous idol spotlight. It flopped again. Their third album focused on a performance concept, and they meticulously prepared a brand new style, but Wanhuating's Ryu Daoyuan injured his leg, making their activities uncertain. Right before their comeback, the main dancer got injured. Xia Shiyan retorted emotionally, it was just bad timing. They'll definitely succeed this time. The songs are all so good. Cheng Xiumin continued to explain, their company is about to go bankrupt, so they wrote the lyrics, composed the music, and did the choreography themselves. Xia Shiyan held up her phone. On the screen were the members of Wanhuating. Their dream is to one day hold a solo concert. I'll work hard to support them and help them achieve their dream. They will definitely have a sold-out concert. Xia Shiyan's eyes sparkled, as if she were already in that sea of light sticks. The phone screen lit up. Xia Shiyan's gaze was drawn to it. Oh, she turned to Cheng Xiumin, her tone urgent. Xiumin, something's happened. Cheng Xiumin asked, confused, what is it? Xia Shiyan's eyes were sparkling. Njia is having a birthday cafe event. She held up her phone to show the event poster. It's an official birthday cafe. The poster read Njia Day. Purchase the Njia set to get a limited edition photo card. There's also birthday merch and limited photo cards. I have to go. Inside the cafe, there were Han Njia standees and posters. On the tables were cakes and cup sleeves printed with his face. Everything was to celebrate his birthday. The cafe was bustling with people. Fans were lined up in a long queue to order. A staff member asked with a smile, "Welcome. What would you like to order?" The Han and Jia set comes with a limited edition photo card. A mysterious figure in a hoodie and sunglasses lowered their voice. For takeout, the staff member looked at her, a bit confused. Okay. That'll be 15,001. Great. He didn't recognize me. Xia Shiyan breathed a sigh of relief. This actually works. But I absolutely cannot be discovered. Don't worry, Xiumin. I even wore gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints, sprayed on a different perfume than usual, and even wore fan support merch. As soon as I get the drink and the photo card, I'll leave immediately. I can't leave any trace that I was here. Xia Shiyan's gaze swept over the photo zone. It was filled with birthday decorations meticulously arranged for him. Cake, photos, and support cups. Maybe just one picture. She raised her phone and aimed it at the photo zone. The shutter clicked. Her mouth said no, but her body was very honest. The staff member's voice called out, "Your Happy Njia set is ready." The set included a cup sleeve, a keychain, stickers, and a limited edition photo card. Xia Shiyan picked up the photo card. This is insane. It's so beautiful. She clutched the photo card tightly, feeling like she lived for this moment. Crazy. This is crazy. Xiao Shiyan held a stack of photo cards. I've finally collected all the official photo cards. They were sparkling. She took out her phone to take a proof shot. Where should I take it? A scream pierced the air. Xiao Shiyan whipped her head around. What's going on? A girl pointed excitedly. It's Wanwading up ahead. What do we do? It's Wanwading. Another girl also shouted excitedly. Minjin. The members of Wanwading were walking this way. Hello everyone. We are Wanwading. Xiao Shiyan's body froze. Wanwading. Njia. She watched the figure walking towards her. No way. It can't be. Xiao Shiyan trembled all over. I'm seeing Wanwading in person. This isn't a dream, is it? Dao Yuan and Jian, Quan Minjin, and Njia. They're right in front of me. Xiao Shiyan, wearing sunglasses, had eyes full of excitement. So handsome. Wait, now is not the time to fangirl. A fan asked in confusion. Huh? Why isn't Li Shizhen here? Another fan answered. He's almost here. He's still recording a radio show. Xiao Shiyan's heart sank. If they find me here, I'll be on the entertainment headlines tomorrow. Calm down, stay quiet, and then leave. Njia announced with a smile. Today, for everyone here, we've prepared a special birthday event. We're going to take selfies with everyone. Xiao Shiyan's pupils contracted. I have to get out of here right now. Han and Jia held up his phone, taking close selfies with fans. The camera was filled with laughter. Happy birthday, Njia. I hope you're the happiest person in the world today. Let's take a selfie together in our next lives too. Tears slid down from behind Xiao Shiyan's sunglasses. But the first thing I need to do is leave. I've already collected all of Njia's photo cards. Xiao Shiyan turned and ran, colliding hard with a figure coming towards her. She staggered and fell to the ground, her photo cards scattering everywhere. The person standing apologized. Are you okay? Sorry, I was in a hurry. No, Xiao Shiyan's heart. That skipped a beat. My photo cards. She hurriedly crouched down, scrambling to pick them up. The person standing also crouched down. Let me help. Xiao Shiyan, with a sob in her voice. Oh no. The NGF photo card from the second album is face up. What do I do? The film I just changed yesterday. It's not going to be exposed, is it? That person exclaimed. Xiao Shiyan? Xiao Shiyan froze for a moment. She looked up. The man with pink hair was looking at her. In my flawless fangirling career, Li Shizhen Spuka Sufli, Xia Xiyan. It's you, right? That I've made a fatal mistake. Xiao Shiyan's eyes were wide open. It's over. She hugged a pillow, rolling around on her bed. Why did I have to run into Li Shizhen there, of all places? I was completely covered up. How on earth did he recognize me? In my panic, I just ran away. But I lost an NGF photo card. That trainee photo card is really precious. Anyway, it was really Wanwading's Njia. He's even more handsome in person than in photos. Xiao Shiyan hugged her pillow happily. I'm so happy. So this is what fangirling feels like. She sat up abruptly. This is no time to be dazed. I have to find that NGF photo card right away. Step 1. Check social media. Step 2. Search all the secondhand markets. To a fangirl, a photo card is everything. Xiao Shiyan's agency, Duo Entertainment. A man was reporting on work. For the movie promotion, we've scheduled a few activities this week. First, there's a variety show filming next week. Xiao Shiyan asked, what variety show? It's called Please Hold My Hand. It's a show about caring for stray animals. Jin Zion, a team leader at Duo Entertainment, explained it matches the tone of our movie well. He turned to Xiao Shiyan. What do you think? Xiao Shiyan forced a stiff smile. MHM, sounds good. Jin Zihan and his colleague exchanged a confused glance. What's wrong with Shiyan? I still have one piece of unfinished business. Xiao Shiyan looked down at her phone. The screen was blank. I can't find it anywhere. Xiao Shiyan looked desperate. I posted on social media and searched all the secondhand markets. Still nothing. Cheng Xiumin looked at her. Is it the photo card you lost? Cheng Xiumin comforted her. Let's wait and see. Maybe someone picked it up. Xiao Shiyan was frantic. It's already been a week. No matter how I search, I can't find it. Cheng Xiumin tried to console her. Sis, don't you have a lot of other photo cards? It's just one. Xiao Shiyan stopped in her tracks. Xiumin, do you know what kind of photo card that is? 5 years ago, CN Entertainment ambitiously launched Wanhwa, even printing photo cards from their trainee days. Well, of course, who will buy something like that? No one was interested. Most of them were thrown away. Now, fans are frantically searching for it. Njia's photo card. It's a legendary rare item. Currently, only 3 are confirmed to exist. It's a trainee-era photo card. Super rare. Xiao Shiyan leaned against the wall in anguish. Why did I have to lose it? No, why did I even bring it out with me in the first place? Cheng Xiumin asked, are we going straight to the TV station now? Xiao Shiyan asked, puzzled. Why? Chung Xiumin explained. Today is Pei Li's solo comeback. We're going to support him. Xia Shiyin suddenly remembered. Oh, right. Let's go. Pei Li is a former member of the group Sheng Shanhu. The SBB TV station building stood before them. Chung Xiumin called out from the car. Sis, I'll come up after I've finished tidying up. Xia Shiyin turned and replied, Okay, I'll go to the waiting room and wait for you. She walked towards the elevator and pressed the button. The rehearsal should be over by now. I should give him a call. The elevator doors slowly opened. Xia Shiyin looked at the chat history on her phone. Haley, I'm on my way. Got it. Haha, so cute. It's been a long time since I've been to a music show. I used to come almost every day during promotions. Wan Wadding has a comeback pre-recording stage today. They must have done a great job. I really want to see it. The elevator doors were about to close. Li Shizhen shouted hurriedly, Wait, I need to get on. He squeezed into the elevator. Thanks. Xia Shiyin looked up and saw Li Shizhen's familiar face. Li Shizhen smiled and greeted, Oh, miss. Hello. Xia Shiyin also returned the smile. Hello. Oh my god, isn't this Li Shizhen? Li Shizhen pressed the floor button. May I ride with you? Xia Shiyin nodded with a laugh. Haha, of course. Please don't. Why did I have to run into him alone in an elevator? Xia Shiyin's eyes darted around. I'll just pretend I don't know anything for now. MHM. Li Shizhen pointed to himself. You know who I am, right? Xia Shiyin put her hands together. Of course. You're a member of Wan Wadding, right? I'm a huge fan of yours. Li Shizhen, how could I not know you? You're the most handsome leader in the world. I've been a fan since you were in Shang Shanhu. Li Shizhen Smila. Thank you. Haha, then I'm even more honored. The elevator doors opened. Third floor. Xia Shiyin turned around quickly. I think there's been some misunderstanding between us. I'll be going now. Li Shizhen also stepped out of the elevator. I'm getting off too. That's right. Our waiting rooms are on the same floor. The two walked side by side down the hallway. Li Shizhen spoke up. You left so suddenly that day. I didn't even get to say a proper goodbye. Xia Shiyin looked blank. What day? What are you talking about? Li Shizhen pointed at her. You went to Injia's birthday cafe, dressed like an alien. Xia Shiyin denied it. Haha, no. You must have mistaken me for someone else. Li Shizhen said confidently, No, I wouldn't mistake you. Xia Shiyin waved her hand in denial. You got the wrong person. I didn't go to any birthday cafe. Li Shizhen held up a photo card. Then isn't this yours, Sunbei? Xia Shiyin's gaze froze. That's Injia's photo card. Why is it in the leader's hand? Then why do you have that? Li Shizhen's expression was calm. I thought it was yours, so I kept it for you. He looked at Xia Shiyin. If it's not, then there's nothing I can do. Li Shizhen pulled the photo card back. Then I'll take it. Xia Shiyin suddenly grabbed Li Shizhen's kuya. Wait, come with me. Li Shizhen looked stunned. Sunbei, Xia Shiyin pulled him. Just a moment. She dragged Li Shizhen into an empty room, slamming the door shut with a bang. Their bodies were pressed close, their breaths mingling. Li Shizhen whispered, Sumba. Xia Shiyin looked up, her eyes pleading. Please. Her voice trembled, the photo card. Please. Li Shizhen let out a soft laugh. Of course. He held the photo card out to Xia Shiyin. This is yours, right, Sunbei? Li Shizhen's gaze was gentle. Here. Xia Shiyin took the photo card, relieved. Thank goodness. She clutched the photo card tightly. Thank you. This is really hard to find. I thought I'd lost it and couldn't find it anywhere. You have no idea how worried I've been this whole week. Li Shizhen looked at her. It seems you really like Injia. Xia Shiyin laughed and explained, I do like Injia a lot, but I like all the members of Wan Wadding. This album is great. The ballad you composed and the solo covers are all so good. Li Shizhen's smile was bright. Is that so? Thank you for the compliment. Xia Shiyin gave an awkward laugh. I just really like this album, huh? Li Shizhen leaned in slightly. Sunbei, his voice was low. Don't you remember me? Li Shizhen gazed at Xia Shiyin, his eyes deep. He spoke slowly. We've met before, haven't we? Wan Wadding's manager, Jin Hyun-suk, walked into the makeup room. Is everyone ready? A makeup artist replied, Shizhen isn't here yet. He said he'd be here right away. Ryu Daoyuan looked at his phone. Should I call him? Han and Jia stood up. No need. I'll go look for him nearby. You guys get ready first. Bring me a soft drink while you're at it. The other members chimed in. Give me an ion drink. Oh, I want a vitamin drink. Han en yi lukid exasperated. What the heck? Han and Jia stood alone in the hallway. He took out his phone. Seriously. The phone screen showed, Shizhen is busy. Where on earth did that guy run off to? Li Shizhen's phone rang, interrupting his gaze with Xia Shiyin. Li Shizhen took out his phone. Sorry, I have to take this call. He put the phone to his ear. Hello, Njia, what's up? Han Njia's voice came through the receiver. Where are you? Xia Shiyin nervously covered her mouth. It's Njia's call. No, he can't hear me, but I'm so excited. Li Shizhen spoke into the phone. I'm almost there. I'll be right there. Okay, hold on. Li Shizhen hung up. Sorry, I have to go now. Xia Shiyin nodded quickly. Of course, go ahead. Xia Shiyin looked at the photo card in her hand. I'm sorry. Li Shizhen turned around. But the fact that I'm a fan. He tilted his head slightly, a meaningful smile on his face. Li Shizhen said softly, that's a secret. Xia Shiyin stood frozen on the spot, clutching the photo card, her heart pounding like a drum. This is crazy, Xia Shiyin. What have you done? Han and Jia, holding several drinks, turned and saw Li Shizhen coming out of the room. Oh, and Jia, Han en yi lukid putslit. Why are you coming out of there? Li Shizhen laughed and explained, MHM, just passing by. What are you doing out here? Han en yi lukid exasperated. I came out to find you, but I got caught by the others. They made me go buy drinks. He looked at Li Shizhen suspiciously. Who would hide in a place like this to take a call? Just for a moment. Let's go in. Li Shizhen suddenly raised his phone. Oh, right, let's take a picture. He threw an arm around Han and Jia's shoulder. Is that okay? 1, 2. The shutter clicked, freezing the frame on their two faces. Hanen yilukit konfesiv. What was that for? Li Shizhen looked at his phone screen. It's nothing. He urged, we're going to be late. Let's hurry and get ready. You're looking forward to the first broadcast, right? Han and Jia was expressionless. The only one who isn't ready is you. Li Shizhen pushed him forward. Then we'd better hurry up. Han and Jia said, at least go in with me. Han and Jia's attention was drawn to the place Li Shizhen had come out of. What's that? Shizhen just came out of there. His gaze turned to the door. Xia Shiyin was peeking out from inside, looking dazed. Han and Jia's pupils constricted slightly. Xia Shiyin. The backstage was noisy. A staff member's voice was heard. Please check the equipment here. Another staff member asked, who's next? Li Shizhen. Han and Jia's gaze was sharp. You're hiding something from me. Li Shizhen was startled. What? Why are you suddenly saying that? Han and Jia took a step closer. I saw Xia Shiyin in the hallway just now. You went out when you took that call, didn't you? Li Shizhen's eyes darted away. He stuttered, this and that. Li Shizhen waved his hands, explaining, I just happened to run into her in the elevator and said a simple hello, that's all. Han and Jia narrowed his eyes. Just that? Then why were you hiding? That's even more suspicious. What were you two doing in there alone? Li Shizhen quickly defended himself. What could we have done? There were people all around. I was just worried we'd be too conspicuous. A staff member ran over. Shizhen, your outfit and in-ear monitor have been checked. Li Shizhen rablia, ukai. Got it. Ananjia pata Li Shizhen's shulde. Let's go. He left a warning, don't go on dates behind my back. A staff member's voice called out, Wan Wating, please get ready. Li Shizhen stopped and watched Han and Jia's back. Han Enyi, what on earth is he thinking? A barely perceptible curve formed on Li Shizhen's lips. The person he likes is you. Paley waved his hands excitedly. Darling. He rushed towards Xia Shiyin and hugged her tightly. Congratulations on your comeback. Xia Shiyin hugged him back. Thanks. Xia Shiyin asked with a smile. Our Magne is so cute. Is the rehearsal over? Paley made a victory sign. MHM, only the live broadcast is left. He held up his phone. Darling, let's take some pictures and upload them to Star Circle. The two leaned closely together. The camera froze. Xia Shiyin responded with a smile. Okay, send me some later too. Paley looked regretful. I wish we could have dinner together. I have another shoot right after this. Xia Shiyin patted his shoulder comfortingly. It's okay. I just came to see you for a bit. Paley suddenly remembered something. Oh, I made a new private Star Circle account. I'll message you later. Remember to follow me. Xia Shiyin agreed. Really? Okay. A staff member's voice called, Paley, get ready. Xia Shiyin and Paley responded, okay. Xia Shiyin urged, hurry up and go. Darling, I'm leaving now. Thank you for coming to see me. Do well. Cheng Xiumin asked Xia Shiyin. There are no more schedules after this. Should we prepare the outfits for the variety show? Xia Shiyin muttered to herself. Xiumin, I messed up. Haha. A stiff smile was on her face. Cheng Xiumin was startled. Sister, I'm so scared. Cheng Xiumin looked shocked. What? You exposed your fan identity? Xia Shiyin explained, I ran into Li Shizhen in the elevator just now. He found a photo card I lost. Somehow, I admitted I was a fan, but I got the photo card back. Xia Shiyin gazed at the photo card in her hand, her face filled with the joy of having recovered what was lost. I lost a week of sleep over this. Cheng Xiumin stood to the side, expressionless. Cheng Xiumin asked, is this really okay? What if the news gets out? He crossed his arms. Sister, no matter how well they behave, they're just people. If they get a hold of something on you, they might spread rumors or threaten you. Xia Shiyin's smile froze. No way. Shizhen isn't that kind of person. It'll be fine. Don't worry too much. Cheng Xiumin advised, but you should still be careful, sister. Night enveloped the city. Xia Shiyan's fingertips gently caressed the photo card. Eunjia's name was printed on it. Done. Xia Shiyan carefully placed the last photo card. The light stick shone in the center. She stood with her hands on her hips, looking at her work with satisfaction. My Eunjia's zone is perfect again. Xia Shiyan pushed up her glasses. All right, time to start today's fangirling routine. She opened her laptop and searched for posts about the group Manhwa. Then she picked up her phone to play their songs. Her fingers flew across the screen, retweeting and liking. Xia Shiyan's side account posted an update, finally collected all of Eunjia's photo cards. Xia Shiyan leaned back in her chair, content. So happy. Ending the day by fangirling is the best. The album voting is over. That's it for today. Xia Shiyan gathered her long hair with both hands. Oh right, guess what that was? What Li Shizhen said. Have we met before? The scene in the elevator flashed back. Xia Shiyan looked up at Li Shizhen. Did we run into each other at the TV station? After all, we're in the same circle. Xia Shiyan is slumped over the table. Thinking back, even though she got the photo card back, it's still a bit embarrassing. To think she exposed her fan identity right in front of the idol himself. She hopes he doesn't think she's a weirdo. The phone screen lights up and a message notification pops up. Paley has sent a message request. Xia Shiyan picks up her phone. Oh right, Paley said he would message me. Let me see. Her gaze falls on the screen. Xia Shiyan's gaze scans the message list. It's really Li Shizhen who sent me a private message. She clicks on Li Shizhen's message. Shiyan, it was great seeing you today. Here's a gift. A photo. What is this? Xia Shiyan's finger hovers over the accept button. She taps on the photo. Her pupils instantly dilate. The photo is of Eunjia's face. A never-before-seen selfie. Xia Shiyan jumps up from her chair in shock. This is crazy. This is Eunjia's selfie from today. What? I've never seen this one. The phone vibrates continuously as Li Shizhen sends more photos. One is a backstage group photo of Manhwa. Another is of Eunjia eating. Xia Shiyan covers her mouth. Oh my god, Shy Eunjia is so cute, so adorable. She excitedly grabs her hair, feeling like she's about to go crazy. Let the world be destroyed. Even his breathing is so cute. Eunjia, just do whatever you want. Maybe Shizhen sent these to me because I said I was a fan. Shizhen is the best. I should reply quickly. Shiyan's fingers fly across the keyboard. The input box reads, so cute. Thank you. Her finger suddenly stops. Wait, is it really okay to reply like this? Sheng Xiumin's words echo in her mind. If they get something on you, they might spread rumors or blackmail you. Maybe what Xiumin said is making me a little concerned. A terrible scene appears in Xia Shiyan's mind. Li Shizhen with a sinister smile. How about you now? Are you ready with the 1 billion in hush money? What if he screenshots the private messages and posts them? No, I can't. If that happens, my versatility as an actress will be ruined. I'll be forever labeled as a fangirl. That's right, the Shizhen I know wouldn't do that. But Xia Shiyan's eyes narrow. Just in case, Xia Shiyan makes up her mind. No matter how much I like them, I absolutely cannot get involved. Wanwading's dorm. The night is deep. Ryu Daoyuan's eyes are cunning. I will have my revenge today. Prepare yourself. Hien, Jion es liebskurle. Not so easy. Bring it on. Ryu Daoyuan is fully focused, carefully pulling out a Jenga block. The final move that will decide the fate of who does the dishes. Behold my godlike move. Ryu Daoyuan cries out in despair. I put it in the wrong place. Li Shizhen is sitting on the sofa, looking at his phone. Ji In leisurely announces, Ryu Daoyuan is doing the dishes. Li Shizhen stares at his phone screen. The message has been read, but there's no reply. On the screen is the chat window with Xia Shiyan showing the word read. I thought we could chat a bit. Li Shizhen curls up on the sofa, hugging his knees, staring at his phone with a dim gaze. As expected, she forgot. Jin Hyun-suk rushes into the living room, loudly calling out, "Everyone gather round." He excitedly waves his phone. I have huge news. Next week, we're finally going to be on a variety show. Everyone exclaims, "That's great. How did you do it?" Jin Hyun-suk proudly strokes his chin. I happened to be in the same elevator as a variety show director and gave a passionate 3-minute self-promotion. Ryu Daoyuan excitedly grabs his hand. "Sir, I love you. We have to succeed this time. We have to release a full-length album, okay?" Kwon Minjin calmly asks, "So are we all going together? What kind of variety show is it?" Jin Hyun-suk looks at his phone and explains, one is a healing program and the other is a physical survival show. 2 in total. We can split into 2 or 3 groups. Ryu Daoyuan excitedly raises his hand. I want to be on the survival show. I'm going to get first place no matter what. I'll go too. It's been a while since I stretched my legs. Sounds fun. You guys decide for yourselves. The healing program is an experience at a stray dog shelter. The guest lineup includes YouTuber Manhwa, webtoon artist Ju, and actress Xia Shiyin. Hearing that name, Li Shizhen's expression instantly changes. Li Shizhen turns to the manager. Can I be on the healing program? The manager nods in agreement. Shizhen wants to go on the healing program. Then Shizhen and Minjin will go on the healing program. The rest will go on the survival show. It's decided. Han and Jia is silent, his eyes deep. I think I've said it before. I can't keep track of fans' accounts. I will absolutely not participate. A modern building with lush greenery outside. The phone screen lights up. On the same variety show as Wanwading. How did it come to this? Xia Shiyin frustratedly grabs her hair. What should I do? Should I request to switch shows? Chung Xiumin explains. The director has already confirmed the schedule. You can't switch. Xia Shiyin is conflicted. I know, but on the other end of the line, Chung Xiumin is tidying up clothes, his tone relaxed. Anyway, you'll only see them during filming, and only Shizhen and Minjin are participating. The Han and Jia or Min Jae you like won't be there. Xia Shiyin corrects him. It's in Jia. Chung Xiumin's voice comes through the receiver. Whatever you do, don't let them find out you're a Wanwading fan. I have to go to a meeting. Xia Shiyin looks at the disconnected call. Xiumin. She props her hands on the table, leaning over to look at her phone. This is a huge problem. Now relax your mind. Slowly focus on your breathing. Temporarily escape from all your worries. Focus only on your body in this moment. Manhwa AM. Yoga class. Xia Shiyin sits cross-legged, hands pressed together. Right? Reset the mind. Think only positive thoughts. Xia Shiyin walks out of the yoga studio. The receptionist smiles and says goodbye. Good work today. See you next week. Actually, this is a good thing. I get to film with the group I like. Everyone else is saying, congratulations on your successful fan life. Elfua AM. Beauty treatment. Xia Shiyin is lying on a massage bed, enjoying a facial. And Jia won't be there. The pressure will be much less. That's right. This is great. Great, my ass. Xia Shiyin's eyes fly open, her body rigid. The beautician is startled. Oh, Xia Shiyin walks out of the room. The beautician sees her off at the door. Good work, Shiyin. Thank you. And then a bigger problem arose. Xia Shiyin looks at her phone. Li Shizhen has sent another private message. Sanvaynyum, I heard we're going to be filming a variety show together. Are you busy? Read but no reply. Please confirm. Shiyin bites her nails, staring at the screen. Can I keep ignoring him? But I don't know what to reply either. What if he gets hurt because I'm ignoring him? Someone like me really can't get a reply. Or he might hold a grudge and spread rumors. I know Xia Shiyin's secret. Either way, I won't be able to be a fan in peace anymore. Xia Shiyin looks at her phone, her face full of guilt. I feel so guilty. We're going to meet during the shoot anyway. Xia Shiyin's finger hovers over the screen. In the end, she types a line. Xiumin, just tell me this one time. The sky is clear. The clouds are unfurling. EBA TV station building. In the broadcast control room, Li Shizhen is wearing headphones, sitting in front of a microphone. This is Wanwading Li Shizhen's playlist. Unfortunately, today is the last episode of the 3rd season. Thank you for all the great songs you've introduced. To close, here is Wanwading's Winter Calm. Thank you all for listening. Li Shizhen walks out of the broadcast room. A staff member says goodbye to him. Good work, Shizhen. You've worked hard these 3 weeks. Hope to see you again. Li Shizhen smiles in response. Thank you. Please take care of me next time too. He turns and walks towards Jin Hyun-suk. Hyung, I'm done. There are no other schedules, right? Jin Hyun-suk looks at his phone. Good job. I really like the radio show. It's a shame it's over. I'm a bit sad to see it go. Jin Hyun-suk pats his shoulder. There will be other opportunities. Nothing else is scheduled for today. Let's prepare for tomorrow's pre-recording meeting. Li Shizhen asks, are the kids in the practice room? Should I bring them something? Chung Xiumin peeks out from behind a door, his hat pulled down low. Xiumin, just help me this one time. Shizhen's radio schedule is in 3 days. Please give this to him then. Make sure you give it to him when he's alone. Chung Xiumin stands in the hallway, squirming uncomfortably. Ugh, why'd I have to do this kind of thing too? I even scheduled a meeting with a writer just to come to the TV station. The TV station lobby is bustling with people. Sunlight streams through the huge floor-to-ceiling windows. Jin Hyun-suk says to Li Shizhen, I'm going to return the pass. Shizhen, I'm going to the restroom. Chung Xiumin hides behind a pillar, his heart racing. Now's the time. Li Shizhen is alone, looking down at his phone. On the screen are the private messages he sent to Xia Shiyin. Maybe I shouldn't have contacted her. Chung Xiumin quickly walks up and lightly taps his shoulder. Excuse me. He lowers his voice. I'm Xia Shiyan's stylist. She asked me to give this to you. Chung Xiumin shoves a note into Li Shizhen's hand. Don't tell anyone. Come alone. Chung Xiumin turns and quickly leaves, leaving Li Shizhen standing there alone. Li Shizhen looks bewildered, staring down at the note in his hand. The note has an address written on it, 222 Cheongdam-dong, a modern-style building. The address number is indeed 222. Inside the restaurant, the lighting is soft. A bottle of wine and wine glasses are on the table. Xia Shiyan sits upright at the table, holding a glass of red wine. Okay, first, let's clear my thoughts. Xia Shiyan swirls the wine glass. Thank you again for the photo card. Sorry I couldn't reply to your private message, but if you dare tell anyone, you're dead. To prepare for all possibilities, Xia Shiyan's eyes narrow. Strike first and intimidate him. Abaite Gidas Li Shizhen. This way, please. Thank you. He's here. Xia Shiyan looks up. Shizhen, over here. She smiles and stands up to welcome him. You must be surprised that I suddenly called you out. Li Shizhen is a bit awkward. Hello, Sanvainyam. Xia Shiyan gestures for him to sit. Please have a seat. Thank you. Li Shizhen looks around. This place is really nice. Someone guided me as soon as I came in. Xia Shiyan explains, this is a private room. They only serve one group of guests a day. It's just us here. She picks up the menu. You haven't eaten yet, right? The molecular gastronomy here is very interesting. Li Shizhen responds, yes. Xia Shiyan raises her wine glass, her gaze locked on him. I called you here today to apologize to you. Xia Shiyan takes a sip of red wine. I was too busy that day. I feel like I wasn't able to properly thank you, Shizhen. Li Shizhen is a bit confused. Thank me? Is it because of Wenjie's photo card? Li Shizhen smiles and waves his hand. No need to thank me. Xia Shiyan explains. No, this is something that must be treated seriously. I was worried you might be upset. I debuted about 12 years ago. As a public figure, image is very important. I become cautious in my words and actions. Li Shizhen listems quietly. There are too many strange people in this world. Some people will threaten me over trivial matters. Of course, I'm not saying you're that kind of person, Shizhen, but you can't read people's minds. You know what I mean, right? Li Shizhen puts down his fork. He looks directly at her. Sunbi Nim, you don't have to beat around the bush. I know you didn't reply to my private message because you don't trust me. I've been seen through. Xia Shiyan gives an awkward laugh. What I mean is private messages leave a record. Of course, you have to be careful with strangers. Li Shizhen's gaze is sincere. I won't tell anyone, and I have no intention of using you. I was just so happy that you like us. I am sorry you overstepped. I won't send any more private messages. Xia Shiyan quickly waves her hands. No, that's not what I meant. Actually, I really liked the private messages and photos you sent. I wanted to reply, but I was also scared. I'm not doubting you. I'm sorry. Xia Shiyan's gaze softens. I really like you. As a fan, I won't cause you any trouble. Li Shizhen holds out his pinky finger. But if you're worried, then sleep well. I swear on my life. Their pinkies link together, sealing the promise. Li Shizhen quietly confirms. Is that okay? Xia Shiyan smiles. Then, enjoy your meal. For some reason, I feel very relieved. But, Shizhen, Xia Shiyan takes a document out of her bag. Sorry, but could you also sign a contract? I brought one just in case. What? Li Shizhen's phone screen lights up, showing the private message he sent to Xia Shiyan. I will keep my promise. Don't worry, Sunbi Nim. The filming time is May 17th at 9 p.m. At night, Xia Shiyan is lying in bed. Thank goodness he's not a bad person. She holds her phone, a smile appearing on her face. Now I understand why Shizhen has so many fans. The pinky promise was so cute. I've finally cleared one hurdle. This way, I can see him during the shoot without worrying. It's great that things were handled so smoothly. And since Njia isn't in the lineup, I'm also relieved. Xia Shiyan's eyes are determined. Let's do a good job, Xia Shiyan. Night envelopes the apartment building. Quan Minjin is lying on his bed, the light from his phone screen reflecting on his face. Han Njia calls out, Minjin. Quan Minjin answers, yeah. Han Njia's tone leaves no room for argument. About the variety show, let's switch. You go on the survival show. Quan Minjin is in disbelief. The survival show? You wanted to go on that? Han Enyi Uders, Svich. Quan Minjin falls silent, his eyes dimming. He asks in a low voice, it's for Shizhen again, isn't it? Hold my hand. On the day of the shoot, Xia Shiyan sits in a chair, trembling uncontrollably. Something's wrong. Chung Xiumin approaches with a makeup brush, asking with concern, Nuna, are you okay? Your lips have turned blue. I can't cover it up no matter how much makeup I apply. I didn't sleep at all. What do I do? Xia Shiyan complains anxiously. Was it the lineup Shizhen and Minjin? You saw it too, right? Why did it suddenly change to Njia? What am I going to do? Xia Shiyin covers her mouth with both hands, afraid that her breath will contaminate him. What if I accidentally breathe out carbon dioxide near him and pollute him? Cheng Xiumin looks helpless. What on earth are you talking about? This is Wan Wating's first variety show. For their sake, you have to do well, right? Xia Shiyin's eyes waver. I have to do well. That's right. Now is not the time to panic. This is my bias's first variety show. I have to pull myself together. For them, I must succeed. Xia Shiyin clenches her fists, color returning to her face. Cheng Xiumin watches her regain her energy. I knew this would work. A makeup artist's hands gently arrange Li Shizhen's hair. Jin Hyun-suk hands him a drink. The opening shoot starts in 30 minutes. Please get ready in advance. Li Shizhen takes the drink. Thanks, Hyung. Jin Hyun-suk's arm rests on Li Shizhen's shoulder. First time on a variety show. Nervous, kid? Li Shizhen looks. It's an important day. After all, Jin Hyun-suk encourages him. Don't be nervous. I'm right behind you. Li Shizhen smiles in response. Having you here is a huge help, Hyung. If we do well this year, we can promote our album, right? Li Shizhen smiles in response. I get it. A staff member walks over. Wan Wating's manager. Can we talk for a moment? Jin Hyun-suk répond. Okay. Han and Jia turns to look at him. You're in a good mood. You've been happy all morning. Li Shizhen replies, this is our first variety show. Of course, we have to do well. The album promotion depends on it. Han and Jia leans closer to him. Isn't it because you're filming with Shireen Sunbi? Li Shizhen immediately retorts, hey, what are you talking about? No way. Han and Jia looks away, but I didn't say anything. Han and Jia puts down his drink. But are you okay? Li Shizhen is confused. What do you mean? Han and Jia's eyes show concern. I mean, are you really okay with being here? Li Shizhen looks down. You forced a switch with Minjin. Han and Jia is silent. Li Shizhen's tone is firm. I'm not a child anymore. Han and Jia and Li Shizhen wait for filming to begin. A staff member announces loudly, all cast members, please gather over here. Before we start, let's have a brief self-introduction. Xia Shiyin stand in the crowd. Hello, everyone. I am actress Xia Shiyan. A man greets her enthusiastically. Nice to meet you. I'm a webtoon artist, Ju. You're even prettier in person. Another woman also smiles and says, hello, I am YouTuber Moha. Please take care of me. Han and Jia and Li Shizhen step forward. Hello, everyone. We are Wan Wating. Xia Shiyin's gaze is drawn to them. Wow, they're real idols. Li Shizhen smiles and introduces himself. It's nice to meet you all. I'm Li Shizhen. Han Enyi speaks. I am Han Enyi. Nice to meet you. Xia Shiyin's heart tightens. It's in Jia. He really came. Xia Shiyin forces a stiff smile. Ashido, I'm not nervous anymore. My voice cracked. My first impression is completely ruined. Xia Shiyin announces loudly. During today's shoot, please take good care of me, everyone. A staff member looks at them. Have Wan Wating and Shireen met before? You're both from the idol world. After all, Xia Shiyin has an awkward smile. Oh well, how should I put it? Should I say we've greeted each other? Li Shizhen quickly answers first. No, today is our first time meeting. Xia Shiyin is stunned. Li Shizhen smiles at her. Please take care of me from now on. Sunbeam. Xia Shiyin quickly replies, you too. Li Shizhen adds, actually, I've been a fan of yours since I was young. Xia Shiyin is a bit surprised. Thank you. A staff member reports to the director, everything is ready. Okay, let's go to the filming location. Li Shizhen quietly leans in to Xia Shiyin's ear. Sanvainim, I kept your secret for you. He raises the corners of his mouth smugly. I did a good job, right? Xia Shiyin is momentarily speechless. A staff member gathers everyone. All cast members, please gather over here. Shizhen is such a good person. Xia Shiyin watches Li Shizhen crouch down and gently pet a small dog. A staff member announces, filming starts now. Thank you all for participating today. Please hold my hand. Today, we will be volunteering at a stray animal shelter. You will all be directly taking care of these animals. First, we'll split into two teams. Moha and Ju will be in charge of walking the dogs. The two of them smile and reply, okay, we'll be right back. The rest of you will be in charge of cleaning the kennels. It's Xia Shiyin, Li Shizhen, and Han and Jia holding cleaning tools. Why am I always in the same group as him? This is where the dogs live. Please start cleaning from the front in order. Xia Shiyin puts on a mask. There's a lot of dust and fur, so please wear your masks. Great, at least the mask can hide my face. Xia Shiyin turns to the two behind her. To finish cleaning faster, let's split up. I'll take the right side. Han and Jia and Li Shizhen respond. Then Han and Jia suggests. Then let's start from the left. Xia Shiyin grips the broom, right? As long as I keep my distance, it'll be fine. Just focus on filming and don't overthink it. Maintain a poker face. poker face. But just now, Xia Xian Rakaisan Anjia Smila. Hello, Xia Shiyan Sunbi. I am on Enyi. Please take care of me today. Xia Shiyan's heart skips a beat. MHM. Anjia spoke to me. She sweeps forcefully. I have to write this in my diary. Hearing Anjia's voice from this close. That deep voice is just murderous. Why can't my ears record audio? I want to hear it again. Li Shizhen's voice suddenly rings out. Shiyan Sunbi. Xia Shiyan whips her head around. That's gonna kick up dust. Xia Shiyan panics. No, my precious babies. Xia Shiyan quickly apologizes. I'm sorry. Li Shizhen smiles and waves his hand. We're fine. Xia Shiyan is breaking down inside. Get a grip, Xia Shiyan. You can't mess up again. The three of them go to the storage room to organize supplies. Li Shizhen asks, Hyung, where are the pee pads? On the top shelf. Xia Shiyan tries hard to empty her mind, shutting down her thoughts. I can't hear anything. I can't see anything. Han and Jia's voice comes from behind her. Sunbi Nim, watch out. He reaches out an arm to steady Xia Shiyan. Xia Shiyan's body freezes, her cheeks instantly burning up. Xia Shiyan forgets she's filming a show, completely immersed in Jia's voice. The things in her hands fall to the ground. She covers her face with both hands. Oh, I'm so sorry. But after that, another mistake. Xia Shiyan trips over a water hose, splashing water all over Han and Jia. She falls to the ground. Another mistake. Li Shizhen asks with concern, Shiyan, are you okay? Are you hurt? Xia Shiyan is on her knees. No, if I keep messing up like this, all of our group's screen time will be edited out. A few hours later, Li Shizhen asks with concern, are you okay? Do you want to take a break? Xia Shiyan quickly waves her hands, forcing a smile. No need. I am totally fine. Li Shizhen watches Xia Shiyan carry a plastic bag. Is this next? It's too heavy. Let me. Xia Shiyan easily lifts the plastic bag. Haha, this is nothing. Xia Shiyan freezes on the spot. Her body sways. She almost falls. Han and Jia grabs her, his arm wrapping around her waist. This is a bit dangerous. Li Shizhen exclaims in shock. Sanvenim. Han and Jia's arm suddenly tightens, pulling Xia Shiyan towards him. The plastic bag falls heavily to the ground. Xia Shiyan lets out a muffled sound as she leans against his chest. Xia Shiyan looks up at Han and Jia. Thank you. Han and Jia quietly reminds her, be careful, Sunbi Nim. He pulls Xia Shiyan completely into his embrace. Xia Shiyan's cheek is pressed against his chest, her breath catching. Han and Jia quietly reminds her, please be careful. Han and Jia's gaze falls on her. Xia Shiyan's pupils dilate, her heart pounding like a drum. I'm actually in Jia's arms. Ever since I started liking Wanhuating, I've occasionally dreamed of Jia. Han and Jia gently calls out, Shiyan. But in those dreams, Xia Shiyan shouts in terror, Jia, run. It was either a thrilling rescue mission. Xia Shiyan raises her hands high. Jia, I've come to save you. Or complete chaos. Xia Shiyan screams in the water. Jia, they were always dreams like that. But now, in reality, I'm actually in Jia's arms. Cheng Xiumin instructs, go change your clothes quickly. They got dirty when you fell. Cheng Xiumin looks at Xia Shiyan, who is covered in dust. What a mess. And on a variety show you worked so hard to get on. Xia Shiyan lowers her head and apologizes. MHM, I'm sorry, but what should I do? I completely messed up today. It was our first time meeting, and I wanted to leave a good impression on them. Xia Shiyan dejectedly takes off her dirty t-shirt. Cheng Xiumin's voice comes from behind. Is that what you're worried about? You almost got hurt. Be more careful during the afternoon shoot, okay? Xia Shiyan replies dejectedly. MHM. Okay. Jin Hyun-suk walks up and greets her enthusiastically. Hello. Miss Xia Shiyan, it's an honor to meet you. He smiles and introduces himself. I'm Wanhuating's manager, Jin Hyun-suk. Shang Shanhu was a legend when I was in the military. It's truly an honor to be filming together. Xia Shiyan shakes hands with Jin Hyun-suk. Thank you. Jin Hyun-suk scratches his head. Please take good care of our boys. This is their first time on a variety show, and they seem nervous. Xia Shiyan smiles in response. I'm not sure how much help I can be, but we'll see. Jin Hyun-suk waves his hands exaggeratedly. Don't say that. I was watching your performance earlier, and it was great. It made me laugh out loud. You contributed all the interesting scenes, Miss Xia Shiyan. I really hope our boys can be as uninhibited as you. A vein pops on Cheng Xiumin's forehead. He takes a step forward, his tone icy. Excuse me? Uninhibited? Are you saying she's goofy? Cheng Xiumin's anger erupts. Jin Hyun-suk quickly waves his hands. No, that's not what I meant. My Shiyan is amazing, okay? She even won the Best Actress award this year. Xia Shiyan quickly pulls back the agitated Cheng Xiaomin. Xiaomin, what are you doing? Stop it. She laughs awkwardly. Haha. Well then, Mr. Manager, goodbye. Jin Hyun-suk watches them leave, confused. Cheng Xiaomin is indignant. What was that just now? He actually said you were goofy. Jin Hyun-suk rubs the back of his neck. Well, he's quite feisty. The morning shoot is over. Everyone, take a break and have lunch. Wow, this looks delicious. Thank you for the meal. Xia Shiyan sits with her colleagues. You must all be tired. Yeah, it's much busier than I imagined. They do all this with so few people every day. I think everyone here is amazing. You worked hard too, Shiyan. Just as Xia Shiyan is about to reply, a voice asks, can we sit here? Li Shizhen and Han and Jia are holding their bentos and walking over. Xia Shiyan's breath hitches. It's Njia. Xia Shiyan greets him warmly. Oh, of course, please sit. Thank you. I am doomed. I suddenly can't taste anything. Li Shizhen asks with concern. That was really scary just now. Are you hurt? Xia Shiyan forces herself to stay calm. I'm Fine. I'm just a bit clumsy. If it weren't for him, the consequences would have been unimaginable. Han and Jia's tone is calm and firm. Helping you is the right thing to do. I'm just glad you're okay. Xia Shiyan is momentarily speechless. Thank you. Jia's smile is too beautiful. A colleague exclaims, Shiyan, your cheeks. Xia Shiyan snaps back to reality. Oh my gosh, I zoned out. Li Shizhen smilas. Shiyan, you're really cute. I thought celebrities would be more cold and distant. Xia Shiyan smiles and waves her hand. Oh, not all. Li Shizhen silently picks up a small sausage from the plate. Seeing Li Shizhen spacing out, Han and Jia snatches the small sausage and eats it. If you're not going to eat it, I will. Someone asks, have any of you ever had a pet? Moha excitedly raises his hand. I had a cat named Rika. She was 10. June smiles, recalling, I raised a chicken elementary school. It grew into a big rooster. Li Shizhen speaks up, I've never had one, but I used to play with a little white dog at my grandpa's house in the countryside. Our dorm is too small now, so we can't have one. Han and Jia smiles and says, I've never had a pet. A colleague turns to Xia Shiyan. Shiyan, what about you? You look like someone who would have a dog. Xia Shiyan smiles and shakes her head. I haven't had one either. I'm often not home because of work. She lowers her eyelids, her voice tinged with a hint of sadness. Leaving it alone. I would feel too sad. Waiting is truly agonizing for animals, especially for the little ones who once had a home but were abandoned. Han and Jia's expression darkens. They're always wondering, will someone come back for me? Or will someone else give me a home? But eventually, they completely give up hope of being loved. That's why some of them may never find a home. Li Shizhen looks crestfallen. That's so heartbreaking. They're so adorable. He makes a resolution. Let's work a little harder today. Let's at least help one of them find a good home. Xia Shiyan immediately responds, right? Promoting adoption might help. That would be a huge help. Thank you. Let's all do our best this afternoon. A beautifully decorated support food truck is parked outside, covered in Manhwa posters. Wow, Li Shizhen is so moved he's crying. This is from our fans. I have to work even harder. The staff members gather around. Li Shizhen says with a smile, please, everyone, have some coffee. Wow, thank you. Idols really are on another level. Cheng Xiaomin points at the food truck. You sent this, didn't you? Xia Shiyan admits with a smile, I couldn't just do nothing. It's their first time on a variety show, after all. I had to cheer them on. Li Shizhen hands her 2 cups of coffee. Sunbi Nim, your coffee. Xia Shiyan takes it. Oh, thank you. Li Shizhen's eyes are shining. This is our first time on a variety show, and our fans are already cheering for us. To be honest, I've never received a gift like this before. Xia Shiyan takes the coffee. Congratulations. I'll enjoy this. Cheng Xiaomin thinks to himself. She's drinking the coffee she bought for herself. Li Shizhen suddenly asks, by the way, have you seen Njia? Xia Shiyan shakes her head. I haven't seen him since lunch. Li Shizhen gazes into the distance, silent. I hope he's okay. In another corner of the shelter, Han and Jia stands alone in front of a kennel, staring at a small dog in a cage. Li Shizhen pulls back a curtain, searching anxiously. Where did you go? I've been looking all over for you. The afternoon shoot is about to start. Han and Jia turns his head, his gaze calm. Li Shizhen asks, what are you doing? Li Shizhen looks at him, then at the dog in the cage. Han and Jia replies, I'm looking at the dog. Li Shizhen seems thoughtful. Should we ask if we can get one for the dorm? Han and Jia crouches in front of the cage and sighs. We can barely take care of ourselves. How can we raise a pet? Li Shizhen puts his hands on his hips. He's right. Then his tone shifts. I already have one. A big one. Han and Jia looks up. Who? A dog? Li Shizhen smiles slightly. Let's go. Han and Jia's eyes are sharp. After a moment of silence, he retorts in a low voice, I'm not a dog. The sound of shutter clicks. A small dog with a red bow tie sits upright. The camera focuses on it. Look here. You're so pretty here. Basong. Xia Shiyin holds up her phone, excitedly taking pictures of the small dog. Basong, I picked a cute bow tie for you. Li Shizhen stands to the side, smiling as he compliments her. You're good at taking pictures. You must really like photography. Xia Shiyin is a little embarrassed. Thank you. I just take them occasionally. She explains with a smile. It's a hobby, I guess. I take pictures of all sorts of things. I can't just say my hobby is taking pictures of merchandise. Can I? Xia Shiyin looks at the photos on her phone. Wow, this one turned out so cute too. Let's upload it then. Han and Jia watches them with a blank expression. Han and Jia calls out, Hyung, give me a hand. He walks over, leading a huge Alaskan Malamute, looking troubled. It's too big. Xia Shiyin and Li Shizhen watch in awe. Wow, so cute. Can a bathtub even fit him? Are we bathing him now? Xia Shiyin is stunned. Was that Njia just now? The dog really looks like Njia. Xia Shiyin tries to keep her composure. There's not much time left. Only the afternoon shoot remains. I have to get through this safely. Han and Jia and Li Shizhen struggle to hold the Alaskan Malamute. Han and Jia asks with difficulty, like this. Li Shizhen directs from the side. Hold on tight. The shoot is coming to an end. Good work, everyone. Xia Shiyin talks with a staff member. How was the shelter experience today? The staff member replies with a smile. A lot of things went wrong, but I hope it was helpful for the dogs. Moha smiles. Thanks to you, it was very meaningful. The dogs are all so cute. I'm thinking about adopting one. What about you, Njia? Han and Jia has a complicated expression. He falls silent, his gaze lowered. Han and Jia confesses, to be honest, I was scared to come here. Xia Shiyin is a bit confused. What? Are you afraid of dogs? Han and Jia lowers his eyelids. Actually, I grew up in an orphanage. Xia Shiyin's pupils constrict. What? Njia. Han and Jia continues, I used to hope for a new family, but a miracle never happened. Until I turned 18. I had to leave that place and live in this world all alone. I learned how cold and lonely this world can be. So I sincerely hope the kids here can find warm, loving families and not end up alone like me. Xia Shiyin gets emotional. No, Njia, you're not alone. No one can choose their past. Of course, it was hard and lonely. Xia Shiyin's tone is firm. But Njia, there are many people who care about you now. Xia Shiyin's eyes sparkle. You have members who support you no matter what, and people who genuinely care for you. Njia, and countless fans. Xia Shiyin's tone suddenly changes. But if you still feel lonely, then she takes a deep breath and solemnly declares, I'll be your older sister. Han and Jia and Li Shizhen are instantly petrified. Xia Shiyin quickly waves her hands. Suddenly saying older sister. Shiyin, what are you saying? That's not what I meant. I meant a relationship like seniors and juniors, someone you can rely on. Everyone laughs and teases. And Jia has an older sister now. Xia Shiyin quickly denies it. No, it's not like that. Night falls. The shoot is over. Good work, everyone. You weren't nervous for your first variety show, were you? You did great. I am sorry. Hyun. I suddenly said some strange things. Jin Hyun-suk pats his shoulder. It's okay. No need to apologize. You were confident and cool. Li Shizhen hugs Han and Jia from behind. You worked hard, and Jia. Let's go home. To celebrate your variety show debut, I'll buy you something delicious. Li Shizhen leans in and whispers in his ear, the atmosphere on set was great, right? You even suddenly got an older sister. He continues, I think Shiyin said that to help you relax. Han and Jia is silent. Ana and Jia pushes, Li Shizhen away. I don't need an older sister. Li Shizhen is slightly taken aback. Han and Jia's gaze pierces the darkness. I only need you, Hyung. The lights of the apartment building are warm. Xia Shiyin crouches on the sofa, holding her head in regret. What on earth did I say? Chung Xiumin holds up an outfit, looking at her in confusion. It's not like it was something you couldn't say. Xia Shiyin mutters to herself in frustration. How could I suddenly say older sister? Am I crazy? Should I ask the production team to edit it out? I just want to find a hole to crawl into right now. Xia Shiyin shakes her head violently. No, if I do that, Wanhwating's screen time will be reduced. Absolutely not. Xia Shiyin hugs a pillow, her eyes dim. I didn't know Njia's story until now. I only saw that glamorous, flawless image. On stage, Han and Jia is radiant, his gaze sharp. But what you see on the surface isn't everything. Xia Shiyin is lost in thought. I feel like he's a bit like me, but it's still so embarrassing. I hope no one watches that video. No, the boys are in it, so I hope a lot of people watch it. No, actually, I hope the show doesn't air. The next day, a scream shatters the peace of the apartment. A group of people rush out. Hyun-suk, what's wrong? What happened? Is there a burglar? Jin Hyun-suk, with his back to them, starts to stammer, we. He holds up his phone and shouts, "We're trending." On the phone screen, the video title is glaringly visible. I'll be Injia's older sister. A tearful first meeting and family. Xia Shiyan whispers in disbelief, "No way." Looking at the phone, her pupils suddenly contract. This is trending? The moment I wanted to erase with my main bias has been permanently recorded. In a dim room, the computer screen is the only source of light. Damn it, why did they air that scene? Fingers fly across the keyboard. This is something only I should know. Damn it, I know it better than anyone. Who does he think he is, acting all high and mighty? As long as you're not here. Xia Shiyan, you idiot. Xia Shiyan paces in front of the clothing rack, groaning in frustration. What should I do? She picks up her phone, her fingertip hovering over the screen. Should I open it? Xia Shiyan bites her nails, her heart racing. There must be so many malicious comments. The video thumbnail on the phone screen is glaring. Will the fans think I'm too arrogant? Xia Shiyan slams her phone face down on the floor, shouting in despair, I really can't watch it. Chung Xiumin peeks out from beside the wardrobe. I wasn't this nervous even when I reviewed my first film. He asks with concern, do you want me to check for you? Xia Shiyan puts her hands together, pleading, please, I'm begging you. Chung Xiumin takes the phone. All right. Chung Xiumin stares at the screen. Whoa, sis, this is no joke. Xia Shiyan asks nervously, why? Is it all malicious comments? No, but the Wanhwating fandom is exploding. Comments scroll on the phone screen. This is crazy. After watching this, I became a Wanhwating fan. Shiyan, thank you for taking such good care of our boys. I was a little moved when I heard you say you'd be their older sister. I cried after hearing Injia's story. Xia Shiyan looks at the phone, her eyes filled with shock. Is this real? All the comments are positive. Xia Shiyan lets out a long sigh of relief. That's great. That's so great. Chung Xiumin interrupts her. The fan base is getting bigger and bigger. Now that you're relieved, hurry up and change for the magazine interview. The midnight meeting begins. The phone's live stream screen lights up. Ryu Daoyuan shouts excitedly, oh, it's connected. It's connected. Hello, fans. Li Shizhen wipes his sweat with a towel. The last day of our mini-album promotions has ended, so we're all drenched in sweat. Please understand. Ryu Daoyuan smiles at the camera. We're live today to celebrate something. Xia Shiyan watches from her bathtub. The last day. What a shame. Ryu Daoyuan's voice is full of joy. The clip from our first ever variety show appearance has surpassed 1 million views on the trending charts. Li Shizhen pulls Injia in front of the camera. Injia, you say hello too. Thank you all for loving our first variety show so much. Li Shizhen promises the fans, we'll work even harder in the future and show you an even better side of us. Injia's cheeks are slightly flushed. I didn't expect so many people to pay attention. Thank you so much. Xia Shiyan looks at the comments on the screen. Injia's hairstyle today is amazing. The styling is perfect. She frantically takes screenshots. Click, click. Ryu Daoyuan looks at the numbers on the screen. Wow, so many viewers today. 2,000. No, 20,000 people are online. Li Shizhen is in disbelief. Impossible. Our live streams aren't that popular. Jian shoves Ryu Daoyuan aside and leans closer to the screen. Hey, what are you doing? He looks at the rising numbers. Really? Wow. Quan Minjin has a look of shock. Have we ever had this many viewers before? And these comments. Comments fly across the screen. I'm a fan of Xia Shiyan. I came as soon as I heard about the live stream. Came here after watching the new video. Wow. The number of viewers is record-breaking. The stylist coordination is so good. Quan Minjin's pupils suddenly contract. Impossible. Xia Shiyan looks at her phone screen. Wow, I'm suddenly so nervous. The number of fans has really grown. Li Shizhen tries to calm himself down. Everyone calm down. It's 30,000 people now. Thank you all so much for watching. I really. Ji-in wipes his eyes with his sleeve. Quan Minjin asks with concern, are you crying? Ryu Daoyuan laughs from the side. Ji-in is crying. Everyone. Quan Minjin shuwas fi anasida. Go cry over there. Li Shizhen turns to the camera. To be honest, I still can't believe it. I'm so happy I don't know what to say. Li Shizhen gazes at the camera. This is all thanks to our fans. Thank you. Xia Shiyan looks at her phone screen. We're the ones who should be thankful. You've always worked so hard. Li Shizhen suggests during the live stream, to celebrate 1 million views, let's do a QA session. Okay. Xia Shiyan sighs in relief. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I thought I was going to mess things up during the shoot. Xia Shiyan looks at Han and Jia on her phone, a gratified smile on her face. I'm just happy I could help you a little. ZN Entertainment, Wanhwating's agency. Li Shizhen's eyes widen. Inside the full-length album meeting room, Jin Hyun-suk stands at the head of the table and makes the announcement. Li Shizhen asks, "Really? Weren't our album sales bad?" Jin Hyun-suk explains, "To be honest, the response to the fourth album was mediocre, so there was no talk of a full-length album at all. But this trending topic is a good sign. The views for the survival show Ryu Daoyuan was on also suddenly exploded. The music video and fan cams are also being recommended by the algorithm. Everyone thinks now is a good time to try again. It would be a shame to give up now that we're getting attention. Maybe we're being a bit hasty, but will we get a second chance like this?" Li Shizhen asks excitedly, "Hyung, are we starting production on the album right away?" Ji-in says, "I have a bunch of songs ready." Ryu Daoyuan clenches his fist. "Just give me the concept, and I can choreograph it right away." Jin Hyun-suk encourages them, "Great. Let's work hard and climb the music charts." Jin Hyun-suk looks at Li Shizhen. "Wanwading has to hold a solo concert this time, right, Shizhen?" Li Shizhen looks down at the documents. Jin Hyun-suk looks at Li Shizhen. "We made a promise, remember? Li Shizhen forces asmila." Night envelopes the apartment building. Li Shizhen sits alone in front of his computer. "I am sorry, Shin. This might be our last chance. So, is Wanwading going to disband? I've already given up everything." Li Shizhen sits at his desk, his tired face reflected on his phone screen. He stares at a photo. It's a signed poster of Xia Shiryan. "If it weren't for you, Xia Shiryan, an opportunity like this would never have come." Li Shizhen's eyes are dim. His gaze falls on the direct message screen on his phone. "I want to thank you." On the phone screen, a message is displayed next to Xia Shiryan's profile picture. "I'll keep my promise, so don't worry. Li Shizhen azitatas." Can I really just enter a DM like this? Li Shizhen decides to give it a try. Li Shizhen picks up his phone, his fingertips tapping quickly on the screen. "We're producing a full-length album. It's all thanks to you, Sunbi Nim. Thank you so much. It's not much, but I'd like to give you something." He attaches a photo of some merchandise. "Is there anything here you'd like?" The phone notification sounds. A message has arrived from Xia Shiryan. Li Shizhen jerks his head up. She replied so fast. He looks at the screen eagerly. What did she say? What on earth did she say? On the phone screen, Xia Shiryan's reply is displayed. "Wow, congratulations on the full-length album, but I didn't do anything. In that case, can I shamelessly ask for a doll?" Li Shizhen types a reply. "This doll? Should I mail it to your company address?" The phone chimes again. A new message from Xia Shiryan. Li Shizhen's pupil's contract. "Huh?" He stares at the screen in disbelief. "Impossible." On the screen is Xia Shiryan's reply. "I'll come pick it up in person. Are you free tonight?" Xia Shiryan holds her phone, her cheeks slightly flushed. Am I being too forward? But that's the limited edition from the second album. The refreshing NGS school uniform doll. It's rare. You can't buy it anywhere now. How can I pretend I don't know? Besides, the last time it was sent by courier. The delivery person looked clueless. The records show it was delivered. It's strange it got lost. The rare merchandise I fought so hard to get by clicking like crazy just disappeared like that. Xia Shiryan finishes her late-night shoot and says goodbye to the staff. "Good work." She has a professional smile on her face. "Thank you, good work." Xia Shiryan stands alone to the side. "I've already arranged it, but how do I get to him? It's hard to find a suitable place now. Do I have to go out in full disguise again?" Xia Shiryan sits at her desk. "I could ask Xiaomin like last time, but there's a problem. Xiaomin is allergic to male idols." Xia Shiryan taps her phone. "So, is there no other way?" The night is deep. The apartment building stands silently. In a dark room, only a computer screen glows faintly. The phone screen lights up. The time is 1:43 a.m. A notification pops up. Smart camera 3451 has detected new movement. Xia Shiryan is woken up by her phone. It's so late. What is it? She picks up her phone to check. Xia Shiryan holds a pair of binoculars. She peeks out through the blinds. In the view of the binoculars, a figure wearing a hat and a mask appears. Huh. The person pulls down their mask, revealing pink short hair and pink eyes. Li Shizhen. Li Shizhen stands below the apartment building, looking up. He seems to be looking for something. Li Shizhen is a little confused. This should be the place. A black car quietly pulls up beside Li Shizhen. The window slowly rolls down. Xia Shiryan, wearing sunglasses, sits in the driver's seat. She lowers her voice. "Get in quick, before someone sees you." Li Shizhen is stunned for a moment, then quickly opens the car door and gets in. Okay. Li Shizhen sits in the passenger seat. He pulls down his mask and looks at Xia Shiryan, a little uneasy. "But, Sunbi Nim, where are we going? A slight smile plays on Xia Shiyan's lips. To a place where no one is around. Hearing this, Li Shizhen stiffens, a flash of confusion in his eyes. The car drives down a quiet night road, passing through a forest. Xia Shiyan takes off her sunglasses, her gaze fixed ahead. Do you have everything? Li Shizhen fumbles in his seat. Ah, yes, it's here. Li Shizhen rummages around. Li Shizhen holds up a blue paper bag, a mischievous glint in his eyes. How about you check it yourself? Xia Shiyan takes the paper bag. All right, let me see. Xia Shiyan opens the paper bag. Inside is a small doll. Wow. She cradles the doll in her hands, her eyes shining. Oh my god, thank you so much. It's so cute. I'm going to lose my mind. Xia Shiyan gazes at the doll. I had almost given up on finding this. It's an event-exclusive limited edition. You can't buy it anywhere now. Thank you so much. This thing is too rare. Li Shizhen responds nonchalantly. It's nothing. If you need more, our company can produce them again. Li Shizhen lowers his eyes. To be honest, this is all I can give you right now. Thanks to you, we're even preparing a full-length album. Xia Shiyan waves her hand dismissively. What are you talking about? This has nothing to do with me. Even without me, Manhwa would have succeeded. Manhwa always puts their all into their music and performances. People are only just now starting to recognize that sincerity. So the ones who are truly amazing are Manhwa. Li Shizhen gazes at her. He's slightly taken aback. I never thought I'd hear that from you. Thank you. Li Shizhen takes out his phone, his eyes burning with intensity. Can you give me an autograph? Xia Shiyan is stunned. My autograph? Of course. Xia Shiyan looks troubled. But I don't have a pen right now. Li Shizhen hands her a pen. Here. His eyes sparkle with anticipation. I brought one just in case. Xia Shiyan thinks to herself, so cute. Xia Shiyan takes the pen. Where should I sign? Li Shizhen points to the back of his phone. Right on this phone case. Please write today's date and my name, too. Xia Shiyan confirms. Right here? Li Shizhen replies affirmatively. Today is June 13th. Xia Shiyan lowers her head to the phone case, the pen gliding across the smooth surface as she signs. Li Shizhen gazes at her side profile and asks softly, Shiyan Sunbinim, how did you feel when you gave your first autograph? Xia Shiyan recalls, after my debut, I was incredibly nervous. Just knowing that someone like me made me feel so grateful and happy. Li Shizhen listens quietly. At my first fan signing event, I was so nervous I was drenched in sweat. And then, maybe it was before my debut. Suddenly, a scream interrupts their conversation. Li Shizhen asks in shock, what was that just now? It sounded like a scream, like a person's voice. Xia Shiyan looks confused. Did I mishear it? Another scream rings out, clearer than before. Li Shizhen's expression turns serious. Something's happened. We should go check, and then call the police. He pushes the car door open. It's dangerous here. You stay put. Xia Shiyan follows him. How can I let you go alone? Let's go together. What if something happens? Li Shizhen uses his phone to light the path ahead. I'm sure the sound came from this direction. It's dark, be careful. Xia Shiyan follows closely behind him. What if we get there and find some horrible crime scene? That's impossible, right? She lowers her voice. You know, like a killer hiding in the woods. Or some cult performing a sacrificial ritual. Li Shizhen cuts her off. Stop thinking about scary things. A rustling sound comes from the bushes. Li Shizhen stops abruptly. Someone's over there. The bushes shake again. Something's in there. Over there. Li Shizhen calls out softly. Are you okay? A piercing shriek tears through the air. An animal opens its large mouth and lets out a harsh cry. The animal leaps past them and disappears into the darkness. The two of them stand there, shaken. Li Shizhen breathes a sigh of relief. It was just a roe deer. Xia Shiyan also relaxes. Oh, I see. The two look at each other and smile, the tension easing. Xia Shiyan pats her chest. A roe deer. What are doing here so late? I thought it was a murder. She laughs and says, thankfully, it wasn't anything serious. Let's go back now. Xia Shiyan's foot slips. Sanbeinim. She cries out. Li Shizhen, with quick reflexes, pulls her into his arms. The two of them look at each other under the moonlight. Xia Shiyan's heart skips a beat. At that moment, Li Shizhen is also a bit dazed. It's just like a scene from a drama. Xia Shiyan snaps back to reality. No, wait. She hastily breaks free. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have grabbed the leader like that. Li Shizhen looks bewildered. What? I was the one holding you. He lets go and asks with concern, are you okay? Xia Shiyan steadies herself. Haha, it's too dark. I couldn't see clearly. Why is my heart beating so fast? Li Shizhen looks at her. You're always stumbling around. Xia Shiyan is a little embarrassed. Am I? The night is deep, a bright moon hanging high in the sky. The car slowly comes to a stop, its red taillights illuminating the ground. Xia Shiyan apologizes. Sorry for calling you out so late. Li Shizhen smilas. Thank you for driving me back. And thank you for the autograph. Xia Shiyan looks at him. Good luck with the new album. It has to be a success. And then hold a solo concert. I really want to go. Li Shizhen is taken aback for a moment. Okay. Let's work hard together. Li Shizhen grips the door handle, ready to get out. He hesitates for a moment, then hands her a piece of paper. That's for you. This is my contact information. If you need any help, contact me anytime. I want to help you too. Li Shizhen gazes at her, his eyes sincere. Li Shizhen smiles slightly. I'll get going then. You take care too. Xia Shiyan was a bit at a loss. The car door closed gently. Xia Shiyan sat alone in the car, clutching the note. Xia Shiyan looked at the note in her hand. Li Shizhen, what should I do? Li Shizhen returned to the dormitory building. His steps hurried. He was stopped as soon as he stepped through the door. Han and Jie stood with his arms crossed, staring at him coldly. It's so late. Where have you been? Han and Jie's tone was unfriendly. Where did you go? I've been looking for you. Li Shizhen was a bit surprised. And Jie, you're still awake? Han and Jie's gaze was like an icicle. Who goes out at this hour? It's already 3 a.m. Li Shizhen scratched his head. I just want to meet someone. Ananjia's Gaza shut up on it instantly. You went to see Xia Shiyan, didn't you? Li Shizhen's eyes darted away. Oh no, well I guess so. Li Shizhen quickly explained. I just wanted to apologize in person and give her something. Thanks to her, our video's view count skyrocketed. He gave up resisting. A person who's not good at lying. Han and Jia pressed. Gave her something? A thought flashed through Li Shizhen's mind. Your merchandise. He couldn't bring himself to say it. In the end, he just mumbled an answer. I gave her our album and merchandise and asked her to promote it for us. Han and Jia was silent. Han and Jia turned around. Before Hyunsuk finds out, hurry up and go to sleep. Li Shizhen said in a low voice, I'm sorry I couldn't go with you. Han and Jia cut him off. That's not the point. I just hope you don't change. Xia Shiyan slumped to the floor, looking at the scattered items before her. I got it. Someone like me, among tens of millions of fans. Xia Shiyan's eyes were wide. I actually got the leader's contact information. She was restless, her finger hovering over her phone. Can I really save it? What if I see his profile picture on the messaging app? I'll die of nervousness. Li Shizhen's words echoed in her mind. If you need any help, contact me anytime. I want to help you too. Xia Shiyan lay down on the floor. I thought we wouldn't have any private contact again, but it still feels so strange. She held up the doll. That note. I just want to get a doll. Xia Shiyan suddenly sat up. No, now is not the time to think about this. I need to hurry and put the doll in the Njia zone to take a picture. I have a shoot tomorrow. The makeup artist was applying makeup to Xia Shiyan. The brush swept quietly across her eyelids. The photographer adjusted the lens. Shiyan, can you turn your face a little to the left? Xia Shiyan turned her head slightly. Okay, is this okay? The staff behind the camera whispered among themselves. Wow, Xia Shiyan is so pretty in person. My husband is a die-hard fan of Shang Shanhu. I have to get an autograph later. A staff member praised. She's beautiful, has a great personality, and is good at everything. Singing, dancing, acting. She must have a lot of female fans too. Another person agreed. No wonder she's the leader. She's absolutely perfect. She's like a real-life princess. Everything is so perfect. The person with short hair corrected, princess? What nonsense. Xia Shiyan went through hellish days. Rumors, malicious comments, say-seeing fans. She endured all of that to get to where she is today. If it were me, I would have lost faith in humanity long ago and retired from the industry. A photographer walked up. Shiyan, could you film an interview segment for our YouTube channel? Xia Shiyan put her hands together and readily agreed. Yes, of course. Looking at the way she treats people around her, her mental strength must be extraordinary. Xia Shiyan gave a gentle smile, a light shining around her. The shoot was over. Xia Shiyan bowed to everyone. Everyone worked hard today. A staff member handed her a craft paper envelope. By the way, Shiyan, a package for you arrived during the shoot. Xia Shiyan was a bit puzzled. The delivery staff explained it was delivered directly to the set. It looks like an urgent document. Xia Shiyan took the envelope. Thank you. Let me see. I didn't get any notification. She tore open the seal and pulled out the contents. Her pupils dilated slightly. Chung Xiaomin asked curiously, is it from the company? Xia Shiyan quickly hid the item behind her back. No, it's nothing. Music started playing, the rhythm strong. Stage lights flashed. A voice rose through the darkness. Rise up, break free from the night. Light up the world with our radiance. The group Wanhuating performed on stage, sweating, their movements perfectly synchronized. Shine on, let tears turn into stars. In the practice room, the music stopped abruptly. Ryu Daoyuan glared in one direction. Hien, can you do it right? Hien Vitorti. Why? I did it right. Ryu Dao Yuan questioned, why is one of your feet facing the wrong way? Jian was confused. Huh, isn't this right? Veins bulged on Ryu Dao Yuan's forehead. It's wrong because it's wrong. Can't you tell left from right? Do you want me to put labels on you? Ryu Dao Yuan yelled back. Why do you keep making the same mistake in the same spot? Jian argued. We were practicing in mirror mode. Ryu Dao Yuan became even angrier. Then why didn't you reverse all the moves? Why is only that foot in mirror mode? Quan Minjin interrupted the argument. Hey, let's take a break. Pass me the water bottle next to you. He took a sip of water and asked casually, are you waiting for someone? Li Shizhen's eyes darted away. No, Quan Minjin said. You keep looking at your watch like you're waiting for someone. Li Shizhen shukalat. Haha, maybe. His smartwatch screen lit up. An incoming call notification. It popped up. Shiyan, this is Xia Shiyan. Can I talk to you for a moment? Li Shizhen shot up to his feet. I'm stepping out for a bit. I'll be right back. Just making a call. Li Shizhen hurried out, leaving the others looking at each other. Is Li Shizhen dating someone lately? Li Shizhen leaned against a corner in the hallway, his phone screen showing Xia Shiyan's message. He quickly replied, I'll call you right now. Li Shizhen took a deep breath. Calm down. Li Shizhen never expected her to contact me. He cleared his throat. Is my voice okay now? His fingertip lightly touched the screen and dialed the number. The call connected. He held the phone to his ear. Hello? This is Li Shizhen. You asked me to call. Is there something you need? Xia Shiyan's voice came from the other end of the line. She's in. It's not that I need something. I know this is very sudden. But Xia Shiyan's tone was grave. I think we need to talk about something important. Someone might have seen us that night. A photograph, completely defaced with bright red markings. The photo was of Xia Shiyan and Li Shizhen. Li Shizhen repeated in a low voice, a photograph. Xia Shiyan's voice came through the phone. Later, I'll send something to you through the company. You must receive it alone. Li Shizhen returned to the practice room. His teammates were chatting idly. I can't wait to take a shower. Wasn't my rap super cool today? Li Shizhen sat down, his gaze unfocused. Then I'll go get it after practice. Xia Shiyan's voice echoed again. Got it. I'll send it to the company then. Li Shizhen lowered his head in thought. His expression was serious. Practice ended. His teammates were getting ready to leave. Ryu Dao Yuan looked back. Shizhen, aren't you leaving? Li Shizhen waved his hand. Good work. You guys go ahead. I'm going to stay here and write some more songs before I leave. It's too hard to concentrate in the dorm. Ryu Dao Yuan smiled and said, okay, I'm leaving then. Don't stay too late. Li Shizhen sat alone in the studio. His phone screen lit up. He sent a message. Sunbae, I'm alone now. Xia Shiyan replied, I sent it to the first floor. Li Shizhen looked at the message. The first floor. He stood up and stopped in front of the elevator. What did you send? And what's this about a photo? Li Shizhen's bros furuba. We're on the first floor. A delivery person wearing a motorcycle helmet stood in front of Li Shizhen. Are you here to pick up a package? The delivery person's voice was low. I need to verify your identity. Can you show it to me? Li Shizhen was a bit flustered. My ID card? Just a moment. The delivery person cut him off. Shizhen, it's me, Xia Shiyan. Li Shizhen led Xia Shiyan into the studio. You're really fully geared up this time. I didn't even recognize you. He added, we have to be careful. We can't get caught like at the fan meeting. Li Shizhen opened a door, gesturing for Xia Shiyan to enter. This way. Xia Shiyan looked around. There are no surveillance cameras here, right? Li Shizhen confirmed. None. Don't worry. Xia Shiyan took off her helmet and let out a long sigh of relief. She tied her hair into a ponytail, revealing her delicate features. Li Shizhen looked at her. So, shall we start our strategy meeting? Li Shizhen said with a smile. The way you look just now, you were just like a secret agent from an action movie. Xia Shiyan tilted her head in confusion. Li Shizhen placed the defaced photograph on the table. Who sent it? Xia Shiyan began. There's no information on the sender. Judging from the content, it's probably a fan of Wanwading. Li Shizhen Fronath. How do they know he met? It was Xia Shiyan. Her expression was serious. They probably followed us. Li Shizhen was incredulous. Followed us? Like say-seeing fans? He looked down at the photo. But we're not that famous yet. Xia Shiyan analyzed calmly. This kind of thing isn't necessarily related to popularity. Xia Shiyan continued. They just want to feel a sense of presence. They want to possess us. There are many kinds of reasons and goals. Her eyes darkened. This person probably doesn't want you to be involved with Wanwading. Li Shizhen raised a question. Should we report it to the police? Then Xia Shiyan shook her head. There's no direct harm, so reporting it won't do any good. If it makes the news, the consequences will be even worse. Wanwading is just starting to get a little famous. They're preparing for a full-length album. If a dating scandal breaks out, the blow would be devastating. Li Shizhen hurriedly waved his hands. A dating scandal? We just have a fan and idol relationship. Xia Shiyan's gaze grew deep. Other people won't see it that simply. They'll add fuel to the fire. They don't care why we met, nor do they care about our relationship. The truth doesn't matter. What's important is that Wanwading has a dangerous fan. Li Shizhen looked at Xia Shiyan. What should we do? This is the first time this has happened. Xia Shiyan said decisively, we have to catch them. A fire lit up in her eyes. We can't let this kind of malicious fan damage Wanwading's reputation. We absolutely cannot let this happen again. We must handle it firmly. Xia Shiyan's tone was firm. First, we need to be fully prepared to make this meeting seem reasonable to the public. Li Shizhen was confused. How we do that? Xia Shiyan picked up the ruined photograph, a smile playing on her lips. We'll turn this meeting into a business collaboration. Xia Shiyan was confident. Tomorrow morning, my company will send a collaboration proposal to CM. Then, we can meet under the pretext of discussing the schedule. Understand? If the photo leaks, we'll say it was a prearranged meeting. That way, the controversy will be much smaller. Some might even think it's a marketing tactic. The stalker will be provoked and take action. That will make it easier to catch them with evidence. Li Shizhen listened in silence, his expression complex. Xia Shiyan stood up. Don't worry too much. We will protect Wanwading. She picked up her helmet. To avoid suspicion, I won't stay long. I'm leaving now. Li Shizhen suddenly called out to her. Sunbae. Xia Shiyan stopped and looked back at him. Li Shizhen lowered his head slightly. I'm sorry. You're going through this because of me. Xia Shiyan responded frankly. I was the one who suggested we meet. But she looked directly at Li Shizhen. Shizhen, I'm Xia Shiyan. I've been through worse things before I got here. I'll handle it. Captain, you just focus on preparing the album. I'm really looking forward to it. Xia Shiyan turned to leave. She added, don't tell the company about this for now. Li Shizhen handed her a paper bag. Oh, this is a gift. A mini tree. Ji-in opened the dorm room door. A package arrived. Ryu Daoyuan was eating ice cream. He looked up and asked, what did you buy? He announced sneakers. The box looks like it's been opened. Li Shizhen, drying his damp pink hair, walked over. Maybe a neighbor took it by mistake and opened it. He replied, casually, Mabi. It happens a lot lately. Li Shizhen asked curiously, has it happened before? Ryu Daoyuan nodded. One time a package went missing. It reappeared at our door the next day. Maybe the delivery person delivered it to the wrong place. Luckily, we found it in the end. Jin Hyun-suk walked in. Quick, check your phones. Everyone looked bewildered. Our phones? What's wrong? The phone screens lit up with a bank deposit notification from GN Entertainment. The members of Wanwading gathered around, bursting into ecstatic cheers. Our first payment, Li Shizhen shouted excitedly. We're finally out of the red. We don't have to work part-time jobs anymore. Jin Hyun-suk smiled and said, everyone's worked hard. Our goal is clear. Let's aim for a solo concert. Oh, and there's more good news. Don't say it all at once. Ji-in leaned in curiously. What? Tell us. Jin Hyun-suk announced proudly. Xiaoshiri and Sunbi will be appearing on the next episode of the Self-Praise channel. Everyone exclaimed, what? Xia Shiyan? Jin Hyun-suk explained. The variety show she was on within Jia had high ratings. Maybe they think this will create a synergistic effect. Jian asked excitedly, if Xia Shiyan Sunbi appears, won't our ratings explode again? Li Shizhen was thoughtful. So that's what Sunbae meant. Han and Jia looked at Li Shizhen, feeling something was a bit strange. Li Shizhen looked back, puzzled. Jia's gaze was sharp. It feels like she wants to keep in touch with us. Xia Shiyan Sunbi. Chung Xiumin stopped Xia Shiyan downstairs at the company, his tone urgent. Sister, why are you going there? Did you ask the manager? Xia Shiyan was at a loss for words. That was Wanwading threatened? I heard it's because their fan group was discovered, so they were forced to go on that self-praise channel. Chung Xiumin immediately denied it. Nonsense. We have nothing to lose. Why would we go on that kind of back-and-forth show? Xia Shiyan quickly waved her hands. No, it's not like that. The image of the photograph, smeared with blood red, writing flashed through Xia Shiyan's mind. If this gets out, Xiumin will go crazy. She suppressed the turmoil in her heart. I'll keep it a secret for now. Xia Shiyan smiled and explained Wanwading's popularity soared because of the variety show. They're also preparing a full-length album. As a fan, I want to do my best to help. She put her hands together, her eyes shining. Do you know what my dream is? It's to see Wanwading hold a solo concert. I'll be happy if they succeed. This is for my own sake, too. Chung Xiumin frowned. Don't devalue yourself just because you're a fan. I just don't want you to get involved with a boy band. Chung Xiumin sighed. Forget it. The manager has already handled it. What can I do? Xia Shiyan was happy. Thank you for understanding, Xiumin. Chung Xiumin warned, just this once. Don't get involved with Wanwading or anyone else again. Xia Shiyan smiled and waved. Got it. It won't happen again. Chung Xiumin asked curiously, so what's the concept for the self-praise channel? Xia Shiyan thought, I don't know. Their company is planning it. Inside the CM Entertainment office, Jin Hyunsuk reported to his boss, Duo Entertainment has promised to fully support our plan. Yes, including scheduling. The boss and Bingja spoke up. Since she's the first guest, it's best to have a special project. Jin Hyunsuk was thoughtful. Special, and Bingja clasped his hands. Since Xia Shiyan is coming, we must prepare well. A smile appeared on Bingja's face. He announced, let's go to Jeju Island. Wanwading Vlog filming day. Gimpo Airport. Outside the airport, it was bustling with people. Reporters were already waiting there again. Jin Hyunsuk looked around. Wow, this is crazy. So many reporters came just to film a vlog. Jian explained, I heard the opening will be filmed publicly and they'll send out a press release. Ryu Daoyuan stared coldly ahead. A celebrity is involved, so of course the media will flock here. Li Shizen Shukulat. Hee. Of course. It's Xiaoshi and Sunbi, after all. The crowd suddenly stirred. Reporters raised their cameras. Look, over here. She's here. Xia Shiyan appeared amidst the camera flashes. Gasps erupted from the crowd. It's Xia Shiyan. The reporters shouted her name. Shiyan, look over here, give us a smile. Xia Shiyan responded with a smile. Thank you, everyone. She promised the cameras, I'll be careful during the shoot and come back safely. The camera flashes intensified again. The reporters' voices rose and fell. Shiyan, look over here too. The bodyguards formed a circle, struggling to maintain order. Please be careful. Don't disturb others. A staff member announced, the photo session is now over. Thank you, everyone. Xia Shiyan walked through the crowd and heard a greeting. Hello, Sunbae. The members of Wanwading greeted her in unison. We are Wanwading. Please take good care of us. Xia Shiyan smiled and introduced herself. Hello, everyone. I am Xia Shiyan. Please take good care of me for the next 3 days. Her heart was in turmoil. I'm going to be traveling with Wanwading for 3 whole days. She fought to contain her excitement. I'm so nervous I could throw up. I originally thought we would just be in a studio, laughing and playing games. I never expected it to be like this. News reports were everywhere. Wanwading and top actress Xia Shiyan's Jeju Island trip, a dream collaboration. Since the news was already out, we just went ahead and released a press release. We even made the opening shoot public. It was all to generate buzz. If those fans really hate me that much, they'll definitely react when they see the vlog articles. I will never forgive anyone who harms Wanwading. Xia Shiyan turned around. All right, let's go to the opening shoot location. Li Shizhen watched her back, a strange glint in his eyes. Airport boarding gate. The opening shoot was about to begin. The producer faced the camera. Welcome to Wanwading's original program. Today, we have a special guest, the leader and center of Sheng Shanhu, the radiant actress Xia Shiyan. Xia Shiyan bowed gracefully. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. The producer praised enthusiastically. You were amazing on the recent variety show. We're really looking forward to this. Xia Shiyan responded humbly. Haha, I hope I won't disappoint everyone. The producer continued to praise her. You're a natural at variety shows. Xia Shiyan laughed. Thank you. Ha! The group walked towards the boarding gate, ready to start their journey. A man in a hoodie, holding a camera with a telephoto lens, watched everything from a distance. He lowered the camera and took out his phone. The screen showed news about Xia Shiyan. The comment section was filled with malice. Spending 3 days and nights with male idols, how ridiculous. The man's fingers tapped on the screen, typing a line of text. Xia Shiyan, so annoying. I want to ruin her life. The producer clapped his hands. All right, let's get going. Chung Xiumin pulled his suitcase. For this shoot, I even bought a new suitcase. Jin Hyunsuk greeted him. We meet again. Cheng Xuma responded. Ah, yes. Jin Hyunsuk looked expectant. I'm really looking forward to this shoot. Thanks to Xia Shiyan, our view count will definitely explode. Chung Xiumin frowned. It sounds like you're using her. That's a bit rude. Jin Hyunsuk retorted nonchalantly. Using her? Isn't this a win-win? He revealed a calculating smile. If she gets along well with the juniors, it's good for her image too. Chung Xiaomin immediately retorted, her image is already great. Don't twist the facts. Jin Hyun-suk interjected, but wasn't this shoot Xia Shurian's idea? Chung Xiaomin argued emotionally. That's because she likes Manhwa. He stopped mid-sentence, falling silent. Chung Xiaomin ended the conversation. Forget it. Jin Hyun-suk's hand suddenly grabbed Chung Xiaomin's shoulder. Jin Hyun-suk pressed, wait. What do you mean, forget it? Chung Xiaomin turned back in shock and disgust. What are you doing? Let go of me. Jin Hyun-suk's gaze was sharp. Koreans hate two things the most. First, when people stop talking mid-sentence. Second, he let go of his hand and walked away with a blank expression, leaving Chung Xiaomin stunned. A triumphant smile played on Jin Hyun-suk's lips. Success. Chung Xiaomin watched his back, trembling with anger. The guy is really unbearable. Under the azure sky, the seascape of Jeju Island unfolded like a painting. Sunlight filtered through palm leaves, falling on the Hello, Jeju sign. Windmills turned slowly on the coastline. Tourists strolled leisurely on the beach. Golden tangerines hung heavy on the branches, emitting a tempting fruity aroma. The members of Wanwading walked on a stone path, beginning their Jeju Island journey. Xia Shurian pulled her suitcase alone, walking on a sun-drenched path. Special guest Xia Shurian wants to see Wanwading. Wanwading welcomes a new sister, Episode 1. The director shouted, cut. Okay, the opening shoot is over. Everyone, go back to your rooms and unpack. We'll meet on the first floor in 30 minutes. Good work, everyone. Chung Xiaomin said to Xia Shurian, Shurian, I packed everything you might need in your bag. Xia Shurian clutched her chest. Did you bring calming pills? My stomach is churning. Chung Xiaomin, you're such a housewife. You need to stay sharp for these 3 days of filming. Don't let them find any dirt on you. Xia Shurian said guiltily, I'll do my best. Xia Shurian stood at the door with her suitcase. I'll let you know if I need anything. Chung Xiaomin walked out, pulling his suitcase. Okay, my room is right next door. Call me anytime if you need anything. Li Shurjin walked up. Xia Shurian Sunbi, let me help you with your luggage. Xia Shurian refused. It's just a small thing I can manage. Li Shurjin insisted. I'm going upstairs anyway. I'll take it up for you. He easily lifted Xia Shurian's pink suitcase. Xia Shurian was grateful. Oh, thank you. Li Shurjin walked ahead. Sunbae, be careful on the stairs. Han and Jia and the other members followed behind, entering the lodging building. A room assignment sheet was posted on the door. Han Enyi, Ri Doyuan. Kian, the grand reveal of where we're staying today. Ryu Daoyuan excitedly pushed open the door. Wow, this place is amazing. I hope our room is just as good. Ryu Daoyuan rushed into the room and flopped directly onto the bed. I'm taking the last bed. First come, first served. Jian pulled open the curtains. Look, the view outside is amazing. Han and Jia asked, how are we dividing the rooms? By age? Jian asked by age. Then Shurjin and Minjin will be together. Han and Jia was confused, but Minjin is the same age as us. Jian smiled and explained, you were born in May, he was born in February, and I was born in August. If you wanted the upstairs room, you should have been born earlier. Han and Jia looked at them. It's not about the upstairs room. It's just that being with you guys is exhausting. He looked at their excited expressions. They clearly weren't paying attention to what he was saying. Li Shurjin placed the suitcase in front of Xia Shurian's door. Anything else? No, that's all. Li Shurjin pointed to the side. We're staying right next door. Call me anytime if you need anything. Thank you. Kwon Minjin walked into the spacious living room. Wow, this place is really nice. There's so many rooms. I never thought we'd get to stay in such a nice place just for a vlog shoot. He walked to the floor-to-ceiling window. The terrace is huge too. It must be great for stargazing at night. The weather's great today too. Kwon Minjin raised his phone. It's my first time in a place like this. I'll take a few pictures. Li Shurjin came over. Wanting to take a picture of you with the background? Should I try shooting from here? Like this? Xia Shurian watched them. I believe you will experience even better things. Wanwading will shine even brighter in the future. She suddenly realized what she was saying. What am I saying? Well, I'll be going then. See you later. Li Shurjin watched Xia Shurian's departing figure. Let's go unpack too. Kwon Minjin remarked, Sunbae is so nice. Now I understand why you like her. Li Shurjin quickly denied it. No, I don't like her. A nameplate was on Xia Shurian's door. Xia Shurian dragged her suitcase into the room. Phew, I said something weird again without realizing it. Luckily, I wasn't assigned a room next to Njia. To be separated from my idol by only a wall. Xia Shurian fell onto the bed and let out a long sigh of relief. Coming here was the right decision, right? Xia Shurian lay on the bed, her phone screen illuminating her face. On were negative comments about the shoot. Is it Xia Shurian again? A travel vlog with male idols. Something doesn't feel right. The variety show's response was so good. They just went straight on it. Xia Shurian's gaze was firm. I'll see how things go. I'm not scared at all. A modern-style guest house stood there. Cheng Xiumin and Minjin dragged their suitcases towards the elevator. Cheng Xiumin asked, which room? I'll help you. Minjin thanked him. Room 2207, thank you. Cheng Xiumin explained, our team is large, and we have a lot of luggage. I've worked with male idols before, so I know how it is. Minjin was a bit surprised. Really? I thought you only worked with Shurian. Cheng Xiumin recalled, when I first started in this industry, I began with male idols. A shadow crossed his face. The memory wasn't a pleasant one, though. He changed the subject. How is Shurian? You seem to have worked with him for a long time. Minjin smiled. It's so nice to see you all. Let's talk more at dinner. Cheng Xiumin waved goodbye. Okay, see you on set. Jin Hyun-suk heard the noise outside the door and peeked his head out. We meet again. Cheng Xiumin's brow furrowed. Why is he staying next door again? Jin Hyun-suk extended an invitation. It's still early. Want to go to the beach together? Cheng Xiumin was a bit taken aback. Why would I go to the beach with you? Jin Hyun-suk shook his head. No, I was asking our stylist. He pointed towards Minjin, who was behind Cheng Xiumin. Minjin was stunned for a moment. Me? Jin Hyun-suk's gaze turned to Minjin. Want to get some fresh air before the shoot begins? Minjin readily agreed. Oh, okay. That sounds nice. Cheng Xiumin hurriedly pulled her luggage inside. You two have fun. Minjin asked, puzzled. Aren't you coming with us? A smile played on Jin Hyun-suk's lips. So cute. The set was brightly lit. A staff member directed the crowd. All right, everyone get ready to shoot. Gather around. Guan Minxing, Gida Xia Xiyan. Sunbei, please sit in the middle. Xia Shurian thanked him. Oh, thank you. Ji In sat down right next to Xia Shurian. Great. I get to sit next to Shurian's Sunbei. Xia Shurian looked around. Minjin and Ji and are sitting next to me. She quietly breathed a sigh of relief. Good thing it's not in Jie sitting next to me. My heart almost jumped out of my chest. Xia Shurian took a deep breath. Don't be nervous, Xia Shurian. You can do this. This is for Kaleidoscope. The director announced, let's start filming. Jeju Island, a place with picturesque scenery and endless delicacies. The Kaleidoscope Jeju special is about to begin. The director's voice rang out. We prepared a lot for you to fully experience Jeju Island. The theme for the first episode is Jeju Island's fishermen gathering ingredients. Goggles and fishing rods are placed before you. Before dinner, you'll need to go out into the wilds of Jeju Island yourselves to gather ingredients. Li Shizhen and Quan Minjin looked at each other. We have to catch it ourselves? There's a mission segment? He and Lukting Kreyedis. Wait, making the guests find their own food is too much, isn't it? Has the script really been confirmed? Xia Shurian raised her hand. Oh, I was the one who said it was okay. The director gave a devilish smile. Since we have a guest, it should be more interesting, right? You devil. Quan Minjin said helplessly. Our director just loves to torture us. Xia Shurian laughed in agreement. Yeah, I know. Quan Minjin was a bit surprised. Do you know our director? Xia Shurian waved her hand. No. We've only filmed video blogs, but most variety show directors are like this. The director held up a lottery box. All right, let's draw lots to form teams. The team mission will be carried out in pairs. The teams are the shellfish gathering team, the fishing team, and the diving team. I hate going in the water. In pairs. Li Shizhen held up his slip of paper. Oh, I got diving. Jian also shouted excitedly. Oh, me too. Xia Shurian nervously looked at the lottery box. I'm not going to be in a team with Jia, am I? I absolutely can't be in a team with him. Please. She trembled as she drew a slip of paper. Xia Shurian breathed a sigh of relief. I'm in the island fishing team. Han Injia's voice came from beside her. Oh, me too. He held up the slip of paper in his hand. The same task was written on it. We're a team. The director announced, all right, move out in your teams now. Sunbei, please take care of me. Xia Shurian also replied politely. Likewise. It's just me and Injia, filming together. Just me and Injia. Xia Shurian wore a perfect business smile on her face, but inwardly, she was praying. I really hope the world ends right now. Sunlight sprinkled on the sparkling sea, and waves crashed against the rugged reefs. A small boat was docked by the shore, with fishing gear laid out neatly. Ryu, Dao Yuan, having put on his wetsuit, confidently held up his diving mask. It's time for Busan, son of the sea, Dao Yuan, to make his entrance. Ji In gave a thumbs up, holding a fishing net, and said confidently, seriously, just follow me. I'll teach you how to do it. Li Shizhen retorted unconvinced. Are Are you kidding? If I catch more than half of what you do, you have to call me Hyung. Fine, I'll be waiting for you to call me Hyung. Xia Shiyan watched them bickering. They're out again. Quan Minjin turned to Li Shizhen. Then let's go too, Shizhen. Xia Shiyan screamed internally. Don't go. Han and Jia then turned to Xia Shiyan. Sunbae, shall we go too? Xia Shiyan came to her senses. Okay, let's go. Han and Jia proactively reached out his hand. Please give me the bag. I'll carry it. Xia Shiyan handed over the tackle bag. Thank you. Han and Jia walked ahead, reminding her, be careful. The ground is very slippery. Xia Shiyan smiled and followed. Okay, it's just me and Jia alone together. The two settled down on the rocks. The waves lapped against the shore. The atmosphere was silent and awkward. Xia Shiyan held her fishing rod. So awkward. What should I say? My mind is a complete blank. This is even harder to endure than I imagined. Han and Jia confessed, I've never fished before. It feels a bit complicated, right? He turned to look at Xia Shiyan. Have you ever fished? Xia Shiyan held her rod. Oh, Her thoughts drifted to the past. A photograph appeared in her mind. In the photo, she was wearing a sun hat, proudly holding a huge fish. Xia Shiyan took out her phone. On the screen was that very photo. Han and Jia asked, somewhat surprised is this? Did you catch it yourself? Xia Shiyan smiled and explained, I learned for a shoot. I didn't expect to be pretty good at it. Wait, what am I bragging about? Xia Shiyan asked, since this is your first time, do you want me to teach you how to bait the hook? Xia Shiyan opened the bait box. Inside the bait box, countless sandworms were squirming. It was enough to make one's skin crawl. Xia Shiyan picked one up. It's not hard. Watch carefully. She pinched the squirming sandworm. Oh, it's too long. I have to cut it. Cut like this. Then, thread it through its body and wrap the hook inside. Xia Shiyan pinched the baited hook. All done. See? It's simple, right? Han and Jia's soul seemed to have drifted away. He stared blankly. The fishing line was cast into the sea, creating ripples. The two sat side by side on the rocks, quietly waiting for a fish to bite. My bias is right next to me, but I don't even dare to look at him. If our eyes meet, I'd probably blurt everything out. Xia Shiyan closed her eyes. Should I just confess everything? It's too awkward. Han and Jia broke the silence. Before, I wanted to thank you. Xia Shiyan turned her head sharply. Han and Jia continued. For that time we filmed the variety show together. Oh, that I'll be your Nuna thing. Xia Shiyan recalled her bold words from back then. I really want to erase that memory. Han and Jia's gaze shifted to the distance. I've heard a similar story. I heard it from Shizhen. Before Kaleidoscope's debut, I was a trainee at another company. I met him there. I didn't know anything back then. He taught me how to play the piano. He taught me how to sing. 2 years later, the company went bankrupt, and our debut plans were canceled too. The trainees all packed their bags. Everyone went home, but I had nowhere to go. I don't have a family. I was about to give up on everything. But Li Shizhen found me. And Jia, what are you doing here? Let's go home. I think it was from that moment on that I started to look up to him even more. I had no family and no home, but he taught me the true meaning of those two words. Han and Jia's voice was low and sincere. If it weren't for Shizhen, I probably wouldn't be here. He's really important to me. After Han and Jia finished speaking, he just looked quietly at the sea. I just wanted to share that with you. Xia Shiyan's eyes were a little lost. Why me? A voice called from a distance. How's it going? Did you catch anything? Quan Minjin was holding his head, looking exhausted. Oh, my head. Li Shizhen carried a full bucket of clams, showing off their haul. We caught this many. Han and Jia said, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. It seems to be true. Li Shizhen asked, who's the devil? Xia Shiyan said with a laugh, we haven't caught any fish yet. Han and Jia added, it seems there are no fish here. Li Shizhen looked out at the distant sea. Where are Ji, In, and Dao Yuan? Han and Jia replied, I don't know, but they seem to be trying hard. The float suddenly plunged into the water. Xia Shiyan snapped back to reality. The fishing rod was being pulled by a huge force. She shouted excitedly, and Jia, I got a bite. Han and Jia struggled to pull the rod, leaning back to fight the immense force from under the water. Li Shizhen exclaimed from the side, it looks like a big one. Xia Shiyan immediately went to help. Don't pull too hard. You have to loosen the line a bit. Hold the rod tight, release the line, then pull it back in. 1.2. A small crab sat alone in the bucket. Ryu Daoyuan pointed at the bucket in disbelief. This is a fish. I thought you caught a red sea bream. Jian argued, I swear I caught a big fish. Ryu Daoyuan pressed, then where's the fish? Han and Jia said dejectedly, it's in the sea. I pulled too hard and it got away. Han and Jia turned to Li Shizhen and Quan Minjin. What about you guys? You must have caught a lot, right? Li Shizhen gave an awkward laugh. Ah, well. Quan Minjin explained, we put everything we caught in the bucket, but Shizhen fell on the way here. Ryu Daoyuan held up his bucket with a smug look. Looks like it's just us. This place is no joke. There was only one solitary sea snail in the bucket. Kwon Minjin looked on in disbelief. Only one? Didn't you catch a lot before? Ryu Daoyuan hurriedly explained, no, listen to me. Here's what happened. I put everything I caught in the net, but Ji-in poked a hole in it when I wasn't looking. Ji-in retorted with an innocent look. Are you crazy? I'm the one who caught them. That's totally cheating. Ryu Daoyuan said triumphantly, I caught this shellfish myself. Hurry up and call me Hyung. Xia Shiyin looked at the empty buckets. So, we have nothing to eat. The director looked at the empty buckets, his tone tinged with sarcasm. Oh dear, you didn't catch anything? Did everyone have fun on Jeju Island? He asked. Unfortunately, it seems no one managed to gather all the ingredients, but I expected as much. So today, I've prepared a barbecue party for everyone. Bright red slices of meat, plump sausages, and succulent fresh shrimp glistened enticingly on plates. The members let out a collective gasp of amazement. The director continued to thank Xia Shiyin for joining us. We've prepared all of this, but just eating would be too boring, right? So, there's a little twist. The director raised his index finger and announced the rules. Kaleidoscope Trivia Quiz. Another quiz? We're really going all out for food. From now on, I will ask some questions about Kaleidoscope. For every correct answer, you'll get one type of barbecue ingredient. However, only Xia Shiyin can answer the questions. Xia Shiyin looked stunned. Huh? Ji-in protested excitedly. How could Sunbae possibly know our trivia? Isn't this just a way to stop us from eating? Xia Shiyin was lost in thought. A kaleidoscope quiz. This is basically a kaleidoscope fan test. Xia Shiyin recalled a test paper with a perfect score. By the way, I've gotten a perfect score before. What should I do? If I answer too well, they'll know I'm a fan. But if I get them wrong, we might not have dinner. Xia Shiyin was in a dilemma. To answer correctly or incorrectly, the director's voice rang out. All right, are you ready? Beef. Han and Jim murmured under his breath. I really want to eat that. Han and Jim's gaze fell on her. He looked thoughtful. Xia Shiyin remained silent. Xia Shiyin turned to face everyone. Everyone, don't worry. Her eyes sparkled with confidence. I'll make sure everyone gets to eat their fill. Night fell. A fanatic's night. 6 years ago, in an acting class, a man spoke in a stern tone. If you think fans will watch no matter what and plan to slack off, then you might as well not do it at all. Many actors start with minor roles just to be in front of the camera. What you need to do is make them remember you. What did I say was the most important thing? Image training. It's about deceiving yourself, becoming the image you've created until no one recognizes the real you. Maybe all the practice I've been doing. That was for today. I can do this. Xia Shiyin. From now on, I'll rely on my memory to answer the questions. For NGS Beef. The Kaleidoscope Trivia Quiz starts now. Please listen to the question and choose the correct answer. The group's name, Kaleidoscope, means kaleidoscope. So what is Kaleidoscope's fandom name? 1. Comic book store. 2. Prism. 3. Tchaikovsky. 4. Mirror. Xia Shiyin pretended to ponder. Fandom names are usually 2 characters. Then I'll choose the 4th one, Mirror. The director announced, oh, correct, as expected of a veteran idol. Next question. Xia Shiyin smiled and nodded. Haha, thank you. Great. This feels natural. Let's keep it up. Scallop's question. Among the members, Ji-in uses a stage name. So what is Ji-in's real name? 1. Chung Ming. 2. Chong Hyun. 3. Chong Jik. 4. Hyun Chul. I think I've seen this in a trivia quiz. Hyun pleaded, Sunbai, please. Xia Shiyin rested her finger on her chin. Is it Chong Hyun or Chong Jik? As if struck by inspiration, she said, I'll choose the 3rd one, Chong Jik. The director's voice rang out again. Oh, correct. What a good guess. Ji-in's voice rang out. Sunbae, you're amazing. Blackpour question. Who is the main dancer among the members? 1. Shurjin. 2. Hyun. 3. And GF 4. Dao Yuan. Xia Shiyin pretended to hesitate. I think it's number 4. Correct. Dao Yuan. Xia Shiyin turned to Ryu Dao Yuan. I saw your dance challenge on social media not long ago. You dance really well. Ryu Dao Yuan was a little embarrassed. Wow, thank you. Sea Snail question. Who is the 2nd oldest member? 1. Shurjin. 2. Minjin. 3. Hyun. 4. And Jia. Xia Shiyin answered. Minjin. Xia Shiyin explained, I guess you and Shurjin are roommates, so it might be divided by age. Kwon Minjin had a moment of realization. Oh, the director's voice rang out. Amazing. You've gotten everything right so far. Finally, the beef question. A piece of bright red beef, glistening. Beef. I must get this one right. The Kaleidoscope members recently received their first paycheck. The food they ate in their dorm was. Xia Shiyin suddenly raised her hand. Roasted chicken. What? You answered correctly without even hearing the options? This was supposed to be a difficult question. Oops, I got too excited and blurted it out. I have to find a way to cover this up. Xiaoshuyan quickly explained, I happened to watch a Kaleidoscope live stream once. That's when I heard the story about the roasted chicken. On the way home after practice, there was always a roasted chicken truck in front of our dorm. But because we had no money, we never bought it even once. We promised to buy it once we got our first paycheck. We finally got to eat it today. I also had a hard time when I first debuted. I remember the days when all the members shared a single hamburger. Maybe that's why the roasted chicken story left such a deep impression on me. The Kaleidoscope members' eyes sparkled. Sunbae, the director's voice rang out. You're so lucky. You got them all right. Here is your beef. Ryu Daoyuan shouted excitedly, wow, beef. Xiaoshuyan secretly sighed in relief. Phew, I managed to bluff my way through. All right, now, enjoy your dinner with the ingredients you've gathered. I'm digging in. Ryu Daoyuan chewed happily. It's really delicious. Li Shizhen served some food to Xiaoshuyan. Sunbae, what would you like to eat? I'll get it for you. Xiaoshuyan smiled and waved her hand. Oh, I'm fine. Xiaoshuyan muttered under her breath. If I eat any more, there might be a problem. Li Shizhen asked, puzzled, what? Xiaoshuyan noticed his gaze. I'm fine, but I'm so nervous I feel like I'm going to throw up. I can't even tell if the food is going into my nose or my mouth. Li Shizhen poured some water for Xiaoshuyan. Oh, I couldn't tell at all. Would you like some water? Xiaoshuyan chuckled. This is all the result of experience. Haha. Han and Jia suddenly spoke up. Shizhen, I want to eat some beef. Minjin ate all of it over there. Xiaoshuyan handed over a box of raw beef. Ah, here you go. Quan Minjin looked at the raw meat. Is there any that's already cooked? Han and Jia offered. Oh, should I grill it for you? Xiaoshuyan's eyes crinkled happily. I can't believe I get to feed Njia beef. Eat up, Njia. Just watching them eat is enough to fill a fan's heart. Ryu Daoyuan ate his skewer contentedly. Thanks to you, Sunbae, we're eating so well. I can't believe you got all the answers right. Xiaoshuyan also picked up a skewer. I studied a little beforehand. It seems to have helped. This is my first time filming an idol vlog, after all. We didn't have this kind of thing back in my day. Ryu Daoyuan asked curiously, by the way, Sunbae, did you always want to be an idol? I am curious. You're our role model. After all, Xiaoshuyan looked thoughtful. I never thought I had to be an idol. I just wanted to make people happy. You know what idols are like. Just looking at them makes you feel better and smile. Their very existence gives someone's life great meaning. Just like what Kaleidoscope is doing now. Xiaoshuyan gazed at them. To the fans, you are idols. Your mere existence is enough to make you special. Ryu Daoyuan whispered. Moved, Sunbae. The shoot ended. Staff can go have dinner now. Jin Hyunsuk asked, you seem to be carrying a lot. Do you need me to help you with some of it? Chung Xiumin shook her head. No, I can manage. We're having a barbecue at our place too. Jin Hyunsuk laughed. Is that so? Then eat a lot. Want to have a drink together? Chung Xiumin shook her head. No. Jin Hyunsuk asked, how old are you? Chung Xiumin replied, 27. Jin Hyunsuk immediately became enthusiastic. Oh, a 4-year age gap. We don't even need to check our compatibility. I am Chijiste Pierfshe. My name is Jin Hyunsuk. Chung Xiumin looked resistant. I didn't ask. Jin Hyunsuk continued on his own. For the next 3 days, we'll be seeing each other often. Let's get along. Chung Xiumin replied coldly. But after 3 days, we won't see each other again. There's no need to get close. Jin Hyunsuk continued. You never know what might happen, right? Life is always full of variables. Chung Xiumin was unwavering. Even if we see each other often, I have no intention of getting close to you. A shout came from the distance. Hyunsuk, come and help. Jin Hyunsuk answered. Oh, coming. This is too heavy. I can't carry it alone. Jin Hyunsuk took the box. You idiot. You should have called me for this kind of thing. Jin Hyunsuk asked, have you fallen for me? The other person replied, without you, I really can't do anything. What the heck? Chung Xiumin observed him. He's just being friendly to everyone. So annoying. Ryu Daoyuan looked at the messy table. Wow, how long is this going to take to clean up? Quan Minjin volunteered for the task. Let's clean up, Sunbae. Xiaoshuyan said, it'll be faster if we all clean up together. Xiaoshuyan held a tray. I'll collect the plates and take them to the kitchen. Okay. Thanks. Xiaoshuyan walked towards the kitchen with the plates. Han and Jia was standing in front of the sink, wearing red rubber gloves. Xiaoshuyan asked, can I put the plates here? Okay, thank you. I can't believe I'm seeing Jia wash dishes. It's good to be alive. Han and Jia started the conversation. You did really well in the quiz session just now, Sunbae. You seem to be very interested in us. Xiaoshuyan was taken aback for a moment. Han and Jia's gaze was sharp. Among the members, That is there someone you like? Xia Shiyan's pupils dilated slightly, a flash of surprise in her eyes. Xia Shiyan's heart skipped a beat. What could it be? Han Enjia's gaze was probing. Xia Shiyan had a bad feeling. Did he find out I'm a fan? Xia Shiyan. Thought that. She stammered. Li Shizhen walked over with a plate. I heard you studied up just for the vlog. He continued. You even memorized all the members' names. And you watched our live stream. Li Shizhen smiled. Thank you. Sunbae. Xia Shiyan smiled and waved her hands. Haha, it's nothing. I've always liked Kaleidoscope songs, so I've listened to them a lot. Li Shizhen responded. Really? We'll work even harder then. Knowing that you like us, Sunbae, feels very reassuring. Han Enjia kept his head down, silent. Night fell. The building was brightly lit. Good work today. See you all tomorrow morning. Cheng Xiumin sat on the edge of her bed, looking at her phone. Phew, what a busy day. Tomorrow morning schedule is. There was a knock on the door. Cheng Xiumin looked up warily. Who is it? Jin Hyun-suk was leaning on the doorframe. Oh, you're not asleep yet? Cheng Xiumin looked at him. What's he up to? Jin Hyun-suk extended an invitation. Want to come to my room for a drink? Cheng Xiumin looked wary. Why would I drink with you? Jin Hyun-suk replied casually, why not? Just think of it as getting to know each other. Cheng Xiumin crossed her arms over her chest. This is the first night we've met. She slammed the door shut. No, thank you. Cheng Xiumin leaned against the door, her heart pounding. What's with him? Why would he ask me to drink alone with him in the middle of the night? In his room, no less. He's so annoying. Jin Hyun-suk returned to his room, disappointment written all over his face. I got rejected again. He walked into the living room. Oh, you're here. A woman asked, why are you alone? What about Xiumin? Is she asleep already? Jin Hyun-suk explained. She said she didn't want to drink. Another woman felt it was a pity. That's too bad. It would have been nice if she could have come. Everyone guessed. Does she not drink? Maybe she's just too tired. Jin Hyun-suk picked up a can of beer. Then let's just drink by ourselves. Cheers. Xia Shiyan was in her room, her hand on her forehead. That was a close call just now. She recalled Han Enjia's question. Among the members, is there someone you like? I didn't expect Enjia to ask that. Was I too obvious when I was answering the questions? I thought I hit it well. I panicked just now. And almost confessed everything. I can't even admit I'm a fan. What kind of situation is this? What's going to happen to my image? I just want to be able to proudly say I'm a fan and express my love freely. Actually, I'm a die-hard fan of Kaleidoscope. I bought about 200 albums this time. Enjia is my bias, so I've collected all your photo cards and merchandise. And more. But they probably feel overwhelmed by that, right? If it were me, although I'd be grateful, I'd probably feel uncomfortable too. As I thought, I don't want to be a burden to Enjia. So, the doorbell rang. Xia Shiyan? It's the head writer. Xia Shiyan opened the door. What is it? The head writer explained. It's about tomorrow's schedule. The head writer leaned closer to her and whispered in her ear, it's about that thing you mentioned before. The thing for tomorrow morning. Xia Shiyan's eyes flickered as she listened. She nodded in agreement. Okay, no problem. The morning sun shone on the building. The phone on the bedside table vibrated. The screen lit up. The members lay in bed, rubbing their sleepy eyes as they picked up their phones. Good morning, everyone. Kaleidoscope Vlog, Jeju Island Special. Day 2 morning has arrived. Oh no, your Nuna, Xia Shiyan, seems to have disappeared. Please find Xia Shiyan immediately. Li Shizhen shot up. Shiyan's Sunbi. She's really gone? Li Shizhen came down the stairs, holding a slip of paper. We found a note at the door. The phone message continued to pop up. Xia Shiyan is within a 2-kilometer radius. Li Shizhen looked at the note. Is this some kind of clue? No, I'm not sure either. The note said, please find me. The task was displayed on the phone screen. If you find your Nuna before 6 p.m., Kaleidoscope will receive a Wish coupon worth 1 million won. The members gathered around, staring at the phone screen and looking at each other. Ryu Daoyuan was shocked. What? A Wish coupon worth 1 million won? 1 million won. With that money, I could buy new headphones and some secondhand music equipment. But how are we going to find her? This place is so big. The head writer looked at Xia Shiyan. Xia Shiyan, you'll have very little screen time. Is that okay? Xia Shiyan replied calmly. This is Kaleidoscope's vlog anyway. As long as the members get screen time, it's fine. The head writer continued to ask, but this was your idea. This morning's mission too. How did you come up with this idea? Xia Shiyan smiled slightly. I wanted to give the Kaleidoscope members more opportunities to interact. The Kaleidoscope members walked down the street to get them more recognition. Ryu Daoyuan stopped 2 passing girls. Hello, excuse me. He held up his phone. On the screen was a photo of Xia Shiyan. Excuse me, have you seen Xia Shiyan? The girls looked blank. Who is Xia Shiyan? No, We haven't seen her. Ryu Daoyuan thanked them politely. Ah, thank you. He smiled and waved goodbye. Have a nice day. The two girls watched them walk away. Wow, who are they? Are they idols? Their aura is so unreal. Isn't that them? I saw them in the news recently. Oh, I remember now. It's Kaleidoscope. Li Shizhen approaches a woman working at the pier. Hello. He holds up his phone. Excuse me, have you seen Xia Shiyan? The woman looks confused. Xia Shiyan? Whose daughter is that? Li Shizhen points to his phone screen. Oh, it's her. The woman recognizes her. Oh, the girl from that drama. We haven't seen her around here. She sizes up Li Shizhen. But you're so handsome. What are you doing here? Li Shizhen smiles and introduces himself. I'm an idol singer from a group called Kaleidoscope. The woman struggles to make out the group's name. Kale what? Knife-cut noodles? Li Shizhen laughs and explains it's Kaleidoscope. The name is a bit hard to pronounce, isn't it? The woman enthusiastically suggests, oh my goodness. Let's take a picture together. I want to show it to my daughter. Li Shizhen readily agradece. Haha, of course. Thank you for the compliment. Han and Jia walks into a shop. Hello. Excuse me. Have you seen Xia Shiyan? The shopkeeper shakes their head. No, she hasn't been here. Han and Jia nods and thanks. Ah, thank you. He turns to leave, but the shopkeeper calls out to him. Wait, aren't you Njia? Han and Njia stops in his tracks. Ah, yes. Hello, I'm Njia from Kaleidoscope. The shopkeeper covers their mouth. Oh my god, it's really him. I actually found a celebrity. The shopkeeper looks at Han and Jia excitedly. Not long ago, I just got to know you on a variety show. Can I get your autograph? Han and Jia takes the pen. My autograph? Of course. Quan Mingjin asks, how was it? She's not there either? Han and Jia shakes his head. They haven't seen her here either, but they recognized me and asked for my autograph. The sea breeze blows. Li Shizhen kneels on one knee to take a picture for a couple. Ryu Daoyuan and Ji Yin are at a farm, feeding a horse carrots while showing a photo on their phone to the farm owner. Han and Jia and Quan Mingjin run after a child, who points ahead excitedly. Ryu Daoyuan stops two female students, showing them the photo on his phone. An empty street. A white building stands by the roadside. Li Shizhen holds his phone to his ear. Daoyuan, how are things on your end? Did you find her? Ryu Daoyuan's voice comes through the phone. I checked the art museum and nearby restaurants. No luck, but I think I know where she is. I'll send you the places I've checked so we don't overlap. He suddenly stops walking. Oh wait, a glint appears in Li Shizhen's eyes. I think I found her. Li Shizhen walks along a stone-walled path and enters a cafe. A Christmas wreath on the door jingles. He pushes the door open. Hello, have you seen Xia Shiyan? The staff is wiping a cup. Oh, Xia Shiyan? She's right over there. Li Shizhen follows the staff's gaze. Xia Shiyan is sitting by the window, quietly reading a book. Sunbae. Li Shizhen walks to her table, slightly out of breath. I knew you'd be here. Xia Shiyan looks at him in surprise. Shizhen, how did you find me? Li Shizhen gazes at her. You like trees, right? Xia Shiyan is slightly taken aback. I saw an interview once. You said that when you travel, you always look for places with big trees. Xia Shiyan is stunned. I only mentioned that in one interview. A flashback plays. The host sits on stage. Star Group and Shang Shanhu. Everyone must be very curious about you. Let's have a QA session. The host turns to Xia Shiyan. I have my own favorite places. What about you? As the leader, you go first. Xia Shiyan answers with a smile. I like places with trees. Every time I travel, I go to places with big trees. Cheng Xiumin holds a drink and closes her eyes contentedly. Ah, so relaxing. She sits around a table with her friends. Yeah, I thought we'd be busy in Jeju Island. Another friend agrees. It's great that they found Xia Shiyan so quickly. We have some free time now. That's right. Cheng Xiumin gazes into the distance. It's been a while since I've seen such a vast ocean. The juice on the table sparkles in the sunlight. Cheng Xiumin's friend suddenly points at the sea. Oh, isn't that Hyun-suk? Jin Hyun-suk rides the waves on a surfboard. Wow, it's really Hyun-suk. Cheng Xiumin's friend's eyes light up. Didn't Hyun-suk say he majored in physical education? He looks like he works out a lot. No, he must have been in the special forces. He's really strong. Jin Hyun-suk, holding his surfboard, walks ashore, his gaze sweeping this way. He raises his hand in a salute, a confident smile on his face. Cheng Xiumin's friends let out a scream. Cheng Xiumin looks at him with disgust. What's this guy up to? Cheng Xiumin's friends are laughing their heads off. Seriously, Hyun-suk is hilarious, I swear. He's really funny. Cheng Xiumin sips her juice with a blank expression. Ugh, my eyes. Filming has ended. The staff stands outside the building. Good work, everyone. You all worked hard running around. Now, enjoy your dinner. There are no more missions. The camera circles the dinner table. Everyone cheers in unison. Okay, we're gonna eat well. At the dinner table, Li Shizhen says with a smile, what did you guys think? I had a lot of fun. Ryu Daoyuan chimed in. We even met some fans. They gave us snacks. Kwon Minjin has his arm around Han and Jia. And Jia said a cafe worker asked him for an autograph earlier. Wow, that's amazing. Kwon Minjin turns to Xia Shiyan. By the way, Sunbae, I heard you planned today's mission. I heard it from the director just now. Xia Shiyan looks a bit embarrassed. I didn't think they'd actually go with it. I just thought it would give Kaleidoscope more exposure. Ryu Daoyuan clasps his hands together, his eyes shining with admiration. Wow, you're so thoughtful. I'm so touched. Daoyuan is so cute, like an albino flying squirrel. Thanks to Shurjin, we got the wish card. Li Shurjin says calmly, even if it wasn't me, someone else would have found her. Ryu Daoyuan looks at Li Shurjin. Didn't you become an idol because of Shuryan's Sunbi? Li Shurjin is slightly taken aback. Ryu Daoyuan adds with a smile. He used to be your die-hard fan. Yeah, back then. Kwon Minjin wraps a piece of meat in lettuce and holds it to Ryu Daoyuan's mouth. Don't just talk. Hurry up and eat. Come on, open up. Kwon Minjin raises his glass. All right, let's have a toast. What should the toast be? He sees Xia Shiyan drinking alone. Why are you drinking by yourself? We have to clink glasses together. Xia Shiyan snaps out of it. Oh, sorry. Li Shurjin looks at Xia Shiyan. Sunbae, you should say something too. Xia Shiyan points to herself. Me? Xia Shiyan thoughtfully raises her glass. A hint of determination flashes in her eyes. To Kaleidoscope's solo concert. Let's keep working hard. Countless glasses clink in the air, making a crisp sound. Wow, cheers. Night falls. The director says to Xia Shiyan, today's the last day. Get some good rest. See you tomorrow morning. Xia Shiyan smiles and walks up the stairs. Good work. See you tomorrow. On a whim, I drank more than I planned. She walks towards the glass door of the balcony. Maybe I should go out for some air. Xia Shiyan stands alone on the balcony, the night wind brushing through her hair. She leans on the railing. The sound of waves gently laps against the quiet of the night. She takes out her phone. I should check the fan updates I missed during filming. The phone screen lights up with the tags. They really ran all over the island looking for me today. Since I stayed in the cafe the whole time, I'm curious where they all went. They really went to a lot of places. The fans even followed them to the airport. A slight smile appears on Xia Shiyan's lips. The hashtags are increasing. This is great. I hope they get even more fans. Xia Shiyan's gaze freezes. A post appears on the screen. Please don't post content about Xia Shiyan. What's with this account? Xia Shiyan clicks on the profile. It's a malicious account specifically targeting her. After filming the variety show with Xia Shiyan, they finally started doing well, right? To be honest, it's been the die-hard fans supporting them all along, hasn't it? A fish out of its bowl says Xia Shiyan should disappear. Why is she even here? She's not even a member of Kaleidoscope. Her every expression is nauseating. Xia Shiyan, get lost. I can't stand her face. Xia Shiyan, D. Xia Shiyan, D. Xia Shiyan, D. Xia Shiyan hears a voice behind her. Sunbae. She turns around. She's in. What did you come out? Aren't you tired? Li Shurjin walks to her side. Running around all day was definitely tiring, but it was also fun. It was an experience we don't usually get. The two lean against the railing side by side. It's already the last day. Yeah, Li Shurjin asks. Since then, have you been doing okay? Xia Shiyan forces a smile. I'm doing great. Don't worry, I'll handle it. The most important thing now is to raise Kaleidoscope's popularity and achieve our dream of a solo concert. For that, Kaleidoscope has to become more famous. Li Shurjin begins. I told you before, right? We met before. Of course, you probably don't remember, but I asked for your autograph once. Sunbae. Xia Shiyan is a bit confused. My autograph? Where? Li Shurjin recalls. When I was in high school, I went to a fan signing event. I was about to become a trainee back then. Xia Shiyan greets with a smile. Hello, what's your name? Li Shurjin. I just became a trainee. Xia Shiyan's eyes light up. Really? Wow, congratulations. Let's meet on stage next time. Xia Shiyan beams. I'll be waiting for you. Those words really gave me a lot of strength. There were many difficult times, but whenever I thought of that moment, I could keep going. For some reason, I didn't feel lonely anymore. I hope you feel the same way, Sunbae. I know you're strong and cool and can do anything, just like how you protected us. We want to protect you too. Li Shurjin's tone is gentle, so please don't try to solve everything on your own. Sometimes you should rely on me too, because I'm your #1 fan. Sunbae. Xia Shiyan's heart skips a beat. What's happening? Why is my heart beating so fast? Kwon Minjin's shout comes from downstairs. Shurjin, since it's the last night, let's go to the beach. Hurry and come down. Xia Shiyan also leans over. Sunbae, you should come too. Xia Shiyan is a bit surprised. What? Me too? The members rush towards the beach. Wow, look, it's the ocean. Don't run. Walk slower. You'll fall. Quan Minjin splashes water at Han and Jia. Take that. Li Shizhen raises his phone. I'll take a picture for you guys. Ryu Daoyuan, how does it feel up there? Look, you want to die? Xia Shiyan stands on the shore. Ji In asks, Sunbei, aren't you coming in? Xia Shiyan shakes her head. I'm Fine. You guys just have fun. She recalls Li Shizhen's words. Just like how you protected us. We want to protect you too. The members play and splash around in the sea. It's been a long time since I've felt this kind of atmosphere. The relationship between idols and fans is about protecting each other. Xia Shiyan stands alone on the beach, the sea breeze blowing through her long hair. The camera captures this moment. She turns her head to the side, a relieved smile on her lips. A woman says goodbye to everyone. Good work, everyone. I'm sad to see you go. Today is the last day. See you tomorrow. Rest well. Jin Hyun-suk calls out to Chung Xiumin. Xiumin, are you going to sleep right away? It's the last night, after all. Want to come to my room for a drink? Chung Xiumin flatly refuses. I'm Fine. Chung Xiumin walks away quickly. What's his deal? Why is he acting like this towards me? Is he hitting on me? He seems so frivolous and annoying. She enters the bathroom. I already rejected him yesterday. I'll just reject him again today. Would that be too harsh? Chung Xiumin hesitates. All right, just one drink and I'll leave. If Xia Shiyan didn't like Kaleidoscope as her manager, I wouldn't have come at all. Chung Xiumin stands in front of the door and knocks. Chung Xiumin opens the door. I only came because it's the last night. I'll leave after one drink. A woman greets her enthusiastically. Oh, Xiumin, you came today. You didn't come yesterday. Come sit over here. Chung Xiumin freezes on the spot. What? So everyone was here? He didn't just invite me yesterday. Jin Hyun-suk hands Chung Xiumin a can of beer. Xiumin, here's a beer for you. Chung Xiumin takes the beer can. So I misunderstood him. She tilts her head back and takes a sip. So embarrassing. Sunlight streams through the curtains, falling on the white bed sheets. Chung Xiumin tosses and turns in bed, letting out a pained sound. My head. She painfully rubs her temples. It feels like it's about to split open. How much did I drink yesterday? Fragments of memory surface. Xiumin, did you drink too much? I'm fine. This much is nothing. Oh my god. Xiumin. Chung Xiumin's eyes fly open. Another dark chapter added to my history. That memory is still so clear. At least I made it back safely. I need to get up. Chung Xiumin's hand fumbles under the covers. I think I just touched something hard. She slowly opens her eyes and sees Jin Hyun-suk lying next to her, shirtless. What? What's going on? A scream shatters the quiet of the villa. Jin Hyun-suk quickly covers Chung Xiumin's mouth. Do you want to wake up the whole house? Chung Xiumin's eyes are wide with terror. What on earth happened? Her voice trembles. Why are you here? Wait. No way. Jin Hyun-suk looks at her calmly. You don't remember? Xia Shiyan turns over in bed. The sunlight stings her eyes. Xia Shiyan rubs her eyes and sits up. She looks out the window. It's already the last day. A knock comes from the door. Chung Xiumin's voice calls out. Shiyan, it's me, Xiumin. Xia Shiyan opens the door. Chung Xiumin is standing at the entrance. What's wrong? Did something happen yesterday? You look pale. Chung Xiumin avoids her gaze. No, nothing's wrong. Chung Xiumin stammers an explanation. Everyone was drinking in the staff dorm yesterday. I might still be a little tired. Xia Shiyan is a bit surprised. You actually drank? That's rare. Chung Xiumin stands behind Xia Shiyan, combing her hair while reminding her there's an outdoor activity today. Remember to put on a lot of sunscreen. What on earth happened? I wasn't even in my own room. I was so shocked I just ran out. No way. Did I really? With that guy? Xia Shiyan sees Chung Xiumin spacing out. She calls her name. Xiumin. Xiumin. Xia Shiyan laughs awkwardly. You don't need to put on that much sunscreen. You squeezed out too much. Chung Xiumin quickly apologizes. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Shiyan. Plump oranges hang from the branches under the sun. The final shoot begins now. Everyone walks into a vast orange grove. Wow, this orange grove is huge. I absolutely love oranges. Ryu Daoyuan asks excitedly, can we eat as many as we want? Ji In asks, can we eat a few during the shoot? The program director holds up one finger. You could take home all the oranges you pick during the activity. But then his tone changes. However, there's a condition. Just picking oranges is too boring, so we prepared a mission. Hien Loxim Patient. Another mission? Can't you just give them to us? The director continues to explain the rules. A mission notification pops up on a phone screen. Mission: tie with Ryu Daoyuan in rock, paper, scissors. If you succeed without him noticing, you get oranges. If you fail, you get nothing. The director adds a crucial condition. If Xia Shiyan fails her mission, the wish ticket kaleidoscope earned yesterday yesterday will be voided. Xia Shiyan's pupils constrict. What? Li Shizhen gets anxious. The wish ticket will be gone? That can't happen. I already reserved a second-hand MIDI device yesterday. Our entire album depends on this. Everyone looks at Xia Shiyan earnestly. Sunbae, you have to succeed. I'll do anything. Xia Shiyan, surrounded by everyone, feels immense pressure. She forces a smile. Okay, I'll do my best. The director's voice sounds again. We will now send out the missions randomly. Xia Shiyan's phone vibrates. Please, let it be an easy mission. The phone screen lights up, showing the mission content. Enjia's mission. Take a selfie with him. Xia Shiyan's expression freezes. A selfie with Enjia? Just the two of us? Han Enjia's gaze falls on her from across the crowd. The director calls to the staff. Staff, please join in too. Xia Shiyan crouches under an orange tree. Wow, they look so juicy. Jin Hyun-suk suddenly appears, calling out to Chung Xiumin. Hey, Xiumin. He approaches with a sharp gaze, questioning her. Are you planning to pretend you don't remember last night? Jin Hyun-suk crosses his arms, looking down at Chung Xiumin. You can't just run off like that in the morning. Chung Xiumin frantically argues, I'm not pretending. I really don't remember anything. Jin Hyun-suk looks at her in disbelief. Wow, you're unbelievable. He gestures with his fingers. You were all over me last night. Chung Xiumin is quick to react, slapping her hand over Jin Hyun-suk's mouth. Chung Xiumin gives in. Fine, let's talk when we get back to Seoul. Xia Shiyan snips a plump orange. Ugh, what should I do now? Her fingertips gently trace the orange peel. A cool sensation. My mood is as gloomy as the weather. During the birthday shoot, I ran away too. We said we'd shoot together in our next life. Xia Shiyan stands under the orange tree in disbelief. A selfie with Enjia. My face and Enjia's face in the same frame. Someone get a defibrillator. But if I fail, the kids will lose their wish ticket. They're so looking forward to upgrading their equipment. I can't mess this up. For the concert, their full album has to be a success. We had a lot of food therapy while fishing, so maybe it's okay? Should I go or not? An orange rolls to the ground. Xia Shiyan exclaims, no, don't roll away. A hand steadily catches the rolling orange. Li Shizhen walks over with a smile, handing her the orange. Here you go, Sunbae. Xia Shiyan takes the orange. Shizhen, thank you. Did you pick a lot? Xia Shiyan shows off her results. I picked this many. Li Shizhen looks at the full basket of oranges. Oh, not a bad haul. Give it to me. I'll carry it for you. I don't want you to fall again. An image flashes in her mind. Li Shizhen approaching her in the dark. It was so dark then. Xia Shiyan snaps back to reality. You're talking about when we were filming at the shelter, right? Yes. That's right. Li Shizhen asks with a smile, did you complete your mission? Xia Shiyan laughs awkwardly. Not yet. The members will do anything you ask. Ananjia's gazalants on Xia Shiyan. He silently takes out his phone. A message is displayed on the screen. Mission, make eye contact with Xia Shiyan for 10 seconds. Honongyi turns to Xia Shiyan. Sunbae is that. Okay. Xia Shiyan is a bit confused. Hanenyi slowly approaches. The distance between them quickly closes. His gaze is calm and focused. Looking straight at her, Xia Shiyan's pupils dilate slightly. Her breath catches. Hanenjia's gaze is like a net, holding her firmly in place. Xia Shiyan's heart skips a beat. Right, what? For 10 seconds, time seems to freeze. Hanenjia says nothing. Xia Shiyan's heart is pounding. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I can't look at him anymore. She quickly looks away. Hanenjia gives a slight bow. Thank you. Hanenjia turns and leaves, his back disappearing into the orange grove. Li Shizhen watches him go. It seems that was his mission. Li Shizhen turns to Xia Shiyan, a hint of inquiry in his eyes. Sunbae. Xia Shiyan's heart rate soars to 148. Her cheeks are burning. Li Shizhen, however, looks at her calmly. Jian walks over, holding up a full basket of oranges. Look how many I picked. Ryu Daoyuan speaks up. It's okay if you fail. You won't get any oranges anyway. Jian snaps back to reality. Oh, right. I only have an hour left for my mission. I have to finish it quickly. Shizhen, where's Shizhen? He turns and runs off. Quan Mingjin asks, what's your mission? Quan Mingjin looks at his phone screen. A message is displayed. Mission, make Jian say thank you. That's like swimming in the Han River. You'll never be able to do it. Ryu Daoyuan spreads his hands. Right? Hanajia asks, where do we put the full boxes? A man points to the back. Just stack them back there. Xia Shiyan looks at the members in the distance. There's not much time left for the mission. She makes up her mind. Now's my chance. Footsteps sound. Xia Shiyan walks towards Han and Jia, who is putting down a box of oranges. Xia Shiyan musters her courage and speaks. Enya. Han and Jia turns around, his gaze falling on her. Xia Shiyin holds up her phone, an expectant smile on her face. Can I take a picture with you? Anyone can tell this is her mission. Just one is fine. Han en you nod slightly. Ah, okay. Success. Xia Shiyin is ecstatic. She quickly says, Thank you. Just a moment. Xia Shiyin switches her phone to selfie mode. Found it. Just one step away from success. Xia Shiyin holds up her phone. Okay, I'm taking it now. 1, 2. The shutter clicks. The two of them are close together, looking at the camera. Han Enyi Sudenlu speaks. Sunbae. His voice is soft, but it's like a stone dropped into water. Sunbae, you like Shurjin, don't you? Xia Shiyin's arm, holding the phone, freezes. Xia Shiyin is stunned. Huh? She can't process what he's saying. What are you talking about? Han Enjia's gaze turned sharp, his voice filled with an undeniable resolve. I just want to say, I won't give him up to you. Xia Shiyin's breath hitches. She hears Han Enjia say, word for word, I told you. He's like family to me, so don't approach him so casually anymore. I can't just stand by and watch him get hurt. So please. His gaze turns cold. Stop messing with Shurjin. Xia Shiyin's pupils constrict. I'm messing with him? She grips her phone, her knuckles turning white. Did I hear that right? The final mission is over. Everyone gather around. Thank you all for sticking out until the end. Now, let's check the mission completion status. Ryu Daoyuan raises his hand. I just gave up. Jian is incredulous. What? He actually took my mission as his own. Quan Minjin raises his hand. My mission was to get Ryu Daoyuan to say help me. I was just about to complete it. Jian makes a victory sign. My mission was with Captain Shurjin. A piece of cake. Li Shizen Smilas. His mission was to put his arm around Quan Minjin's shoulder. Hanajia also raises his hand. I completed mine too. My mission was to make eye contact with Xia Shiyin for 10 seconds. He turns to Xia Shiyin. We made eye contact earlier, right, Sunbae? Xia Shiyin avoids his gaze. Yes. So everyone succeeded except for Daoyuan. Everyone, remember to take your orange boxes. Xia Shiyin stands silently to the side. Suddenly, even looking at Njia feels difficult. Now for the moment everyone's been waiting for. Xia Shiyin's mission determines the fate of the wish ticket. My mission was, she holds up her phone. On the screen is the selfie they just took. Got to take a selfie with Njia. The crowd erupts in cheers. Wow, where did you take that? I only saw her picking oranges. Xia Shiyin explains, I took it just now when the cameras weren't rolling. That's great. Then we can upgrade our equipment. We'll definitely use the wish ticket for the next shoot. All right, let's film the ending and wrap up. Good work, everyone. Xia Shiyin looks down at her phone. She should be happy, but Njia's words echo in her mind. I won't give them up to you. How did things turn out like this? Gimpo Airport, 3 p.m. Good work, everyone. Get home safely. A program producer approaches Xia Shiyin. This mission must have been tiring. Xia Shiyin shakes her head. It was actually quite fun. The producer continues, to be honest, I'm a huge fan of yours, Xia Shiyin. It was an honor to work with you. Xia Shiyin forces a smile. I'll keep an eye on your projects. The members of Kaleidoscope also come over to say thanks. Sunbae, please come back for our next vlog. Xia Shiyin nods. Definitely. Let me see your new upgraded equipment. We'll work hard on our album. Xia Shiyin turns around. Sunbae, Li Shurjin and Hananjia are standing in front of her. Li Shurjin speaks first. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Thanks to you, the shoot was a lot of fun. If you ever need us, just let us know. Xia Shiyin manages a laugh. Haha, okay, goodbye. Li Shisen turns to Honongyi. I hope the album sells well, so we can work with Sunbae again, right? And Jia? Honongyi replois? I hope so. Xia Shiyin's gaze wandered. I can't even look Njia in the eye. Honongyi looked at Li Shisen. Go straight to the practice room? Xia Shiyin's gaze finally fell on nothing. Impossible. It can't be like before. I just want to go home. Cheng Xiumin dragged her suitcase, standing anxiously in the crowd. A voice called out to her. Cheng Xiumin. Jin Hyunchul suddenly appeared before her. His phone screen was lit on the dialer interface. Give it to me. Chung Xiumin was startled. Give you what? Jin Hyunchul held up his phone, his tone leaving no room for argument. Your number. Didn't you say we'd talk when we get back to Seoul? Are you trying to run away? Chung Xiumin quickly shook her head. No, it's not like that. Jin Hyunchul pressed on. If you plan to ignore me afterward, then. Chung Xiumin cried out. Keep your voice down. Do you want everyone to hear? Chung Xiumin whispered frantically. Okay. We'll talk privately later. And this has to be kept a secret. Got it? Chung Xiumin quickly typed in her number. There. Here. Jin Hyunchul took the phone, looking at the screen with satisfaction. How about your number? He turned to leave. I'll call you later. Jin Hyunchul disappeared into the crowd, dragging his suitcase. Chung Xiumin stood there stunned. What just happened? I was completely led by the nose. Night fell. Xia Shiyan returned home and let out a long sigh. She sat in front of her computer. She had planned to catch up on her fangirling when she got back. But now, as the mouse clicked through web pages and photos of her idols flashed across the screen, she didn't feel happy at all. She shouted in frustration. There's no point anymore. How did it turn into such a huge misunderstanding? Han and Jia's cold words came to mind. Don't mess with Shurjin. That sentence was a clear warning. So even when we were together, Han and Jia was always on guard. Does he hate me that much? Just because I'm involved with Li Shurjin? Why though? Xia Shiyan's pupils constricted. A ridiculous thought flashed through her mind. Could it be that Han and Jia? An image appeared in her mind. Han and Jia gently stroking Li Shurjin's hair, his gaze tender and possessive. Could he be in love with Li Shurjin? This is just like something out of fanfiction. Xia Shiyan shook her head violently. No, impossible. She looked at the idol photo in her hand. Even if that's true, it doesn't matter. Han and Jia, I'm not your rival. Li Shurjin is just a really cool leader. That's all. I don't have feelings for him. That time, Xia Shiyan recalled the moment she stood side by side with Li Shurjin. I just had a little to drink. My heart fluttered a bit, that's all. Her eyes became determined. No, I can't let this go on. I don't want to see Jia feeling this way. It's okay if my idol doesn't know me, but if my idol hates me, but that would be terrible. Outside the apartment building, the night was deep. Li Shurjin's voice was heard. Hey, Jia, listen to this part. Li Shurjin and Han and Jia were sitting side by side in front of the computer. He suggested, how about adding another layer of chorus here? A low harmony might add more depth. Han and Jia was thoughtful. Should we give it a try? Minjin's voice is very gentle anyway. Li Shurjin looked at him. It's a bit difficult. Want to try? Han en you knew that. As long as you teach me, Shurjin. Li Shizen Smilath. Then I'll leave this part to you. Han and Jia's phone suddenly vibrated. He picked it up to check. On the screen was a message from an unknown number. From Xia Shiyan. And Jia, hello. This is Xia Shiyan. I think there's been some misunderstanding between us. If you're free, I'd like to meet and talk. Han and Jia's eyes instantly turned cold. He stared at the screen in silence, his fingertip hovering over the delete key. He pressed it without hesitation. Li Shurjin leaned over. How is it? It's roughly like this. Do you think it'll work? Han and Jia was suddenly jolted back to reality, the phone slipping from his hand. Ah, sorry, I didn't hear you clearly. Han and Jia put on his headphones. Can you play it again? I'll listen carefully this time. Li Shurjin guided him. The chorus starts here. Raise your pitch by an octave. Your voice is also very suitable. Shurjin's phone lay quietly on the table. The screen was lit. Chung Xiumin let out a long sigh and collapsed onto the sofa. What on earth did I do? How did I black out? I don't remember anything. She punched the pillow hard. Think, Chung Xiumin. No, don't think about it. She recalled step by step. I remember. I went in. I also saw the other staff members. Chung Xiumin chugged a drink. In her memory, a colleague's praise was heard. Xiumin, you're so cool. Because of the awkwardness, I drank even more. Everyone got drunk one by one. The table was a mess of cups and plates. Chung Xiumin fell asleep, slumped over the table. The others went back to their own rooms. Someone gently shook her shoulder. Xiumin, wake up. She groggily opened her eyes. Then a blurry figure looked down at her. Are you okay, Xiumin? The person leaned closer. Xiumin. Chung Xiumin woke up with a start. Images of bare skin and entangled bodies flashing through her mind. She let out a scream. No, impossible. Chung Xiumin held her head in her hands, her face filled with terror. Did we really do it? The phone on the table suddenly rang, the sound piercing the dead silence. Jin Hyuncheol's voice came from the other end of the line. Oh, so it really is your number. This is Jin Hyuncheol, Kaleidoscope's manager. Chung Xiumin's voice was laced with panic. What? What do you want? Jin Hyuncheol spoke. Come out for a bit. I'll come pick you up. A white SUV sped over. Chung Xiumin was shocked. What? Jin Hyuncheol's voice was calm. You said you wanted to talk privately. A slight smile hung on his lips. Let's meet now. Chung Xiumin gripped her phone, her eyes wide with shock, unable to say a word. On a street at dusk, a cafe was brightly lit. On the table were cake and drinks. The atmosphere was silent. Chung Xiumin stirred the lemonade in her glass. What exactly happened last night? Jin Hyuncheol broke the silence. You really don't remember anything? Chung Xiumin covered her mouth with her hand. Jin Hyuncheol stated calmly. It was both of our faults. Chung Xiumin looked up. What? Both of our faults? Jin Hyuncheol's gaze was steady, not wavering. The atmosphere at the party last night was great. It was really so much fun. We should hang out with this group again next time. We have a shoot tomorrow. We should probably wrap it up. A woman looked at Chung Xiumin, who was slumped over the table. Hey, Xiumin is completely passed out. She can't even stand up. Jin Hyuncheol volunteered. She's just next door. I'll take care of her. You guys go ahead. Okay. Jin Hyuncheol gently shook Chung Xiumin. Xiumin, wake up. You drank so much when you can't even hold your liquor. Chung Xiumin slumped over the table, mumbled indistinctly. I still want to. Jin Hyuncheol leaned down. Everyone's gone. Can you walk back to your room? Chung Xiumin slowly raised her head, her eyes hazy. Jin Hyuncheol, because of you. She suddenly reached out and cupped Jin Hyuncheol's face. You always make me feel so awkward. You're not even good looking, and your fashion sense is terrible. Not to mention you're not my type at all. Jin Hyuncheol looked utterly taken aback. Why are you suddenly attacking me? Chung Xiumin's cheeks were flushed. Because of you, I always feel confused. She buried her face in Jin Hyuncheol's chest, pressing her body tightly against his. Jin Hyuncheol tried to push her away. Xiumin, I get it. You should go back first. Jin Hyuncheol's voice was a bit hoarse. It's hard for me to control myself when someone as cute as you hold me like this. Look, Jin Hyuncheol looked down at her. Chung Xiumin looked up blankly. Jin Hyuncheol's voice had a dangerous edge to it. See for yourself. Jin Hyuncheol's eyes flickered. See if you can hold back. He tried to remain rational. Don't be like this. You're drunk. You might forget about it later. Chung Xiumin's arms wrapped around him tighter, pulling him in abruptly. Jin Hyuncheol was startled by the force, his body lurching forward. Chung Xiumin kissed him. Their lips met. Jin Hyuncheol's breath caught. He warned in a low voice, "You know this is sexual harassment, right?" Chung Xiumin's eyes were hazy. She responded softly, "Hyuncheol, you can do it too. Now it's both of our faults." So, Chung Xiumin's cheeks were burning. This isn't a situation where either of us can evade responsibility. Chung Xiumin stammered. Then do we really? Jin Hyuncheol looked directly at her. Chung Xiumin covered her face with her hands, her mind in chaos. Jin Hyuncheol sighed. All right, I admit we both made a mistake. But honestly, this is a bit hurtful. Jin Hyuncheol looked at her. It happened because we both wanted it to. But now you act as if you're uncomfortable even being with me. Chung Xiumin quickly waved her hands. No, that's not what I meant. Jin Hyuncheol's expression turned serious. I don't take things like this lightly. This is the first time I've experienced something like this. I don't know what you're thinking, but I slept with you with the intention of dating you. Chung Xiumin's heart skipped a beat. He's thinking that far ahead? Jin Hyuncheol's voice carried a hint of grievance. I've always been so obvious. Did you really not feel anything at all? Chung Xiumin was internally conflicted. I clearly don't like this person. I even acted like I couldn't stand him. Jin Hyuncheol said directly, let's date. Chung Xiumin was shocked. What? Jin Hyuncheol's tone was calm. I told you, I want to be in a relationship with you. He wants to date me. Chung Xiumin's cheeks instantly turned red. Me and him dating? Jin Hyuncheol clutched his chest. His expression hurt. What are you trying to say? Were you just after my body? Chung Xiumin was at a loss for words. Chung Xiumin took a deep breath. All right, let's start dating. Jin Hyuncheol immediately beamed. Then from today on, we're an official couple. Chung Xiumin's cheeks were flushed. I know. Jin Hyuncheol handed her something. For you. He held up a small fork with a strawberry on it. Use this instead of rose. Chung Xiumin stared blankly at the strawberry. What on earth is he doing? Jin Hyuncheol's hand covered hers, their fingertips touching. Being together is so silly. A week later, outside the Dodo Entertainment Building, Xia Shiyin must be the lead in this drama. It's practically tailor-made for her. The cover of the script on the table read, "The Unknown Marriage Plan." In the meeting room, a screenwriter spread out the script. I've read the synopsis. Xia Shiryan's image is a perfect match for the female lead. Actually, when I was writing the script, Xia Shiryan was who I had in mind. I even watched her vlogs. Xia Shiryan clasped her hands, a gentle smile on her face. I really like this script too. It is both romance and family warmth. Xia Shiryan looked at the screenwriter. The other actors haven't been decided yet, right? The screenwriter spoke up. We're in talks to cast Kong No as the male lead. As long as you agree, we'll move forward. What do you think? Xia Shiryan let out a light laugh. Kong, it should be your decision, not mine. But if you have someone you like in mind, please let me know. I'll keep an eye out. Haha, Xia Shiryan reported. Our lineup for this year is currently. Xia Shiryan's gaze fell on the phone on the table. The screen was black. It's been a week. and Jia still hasn't replied to her. Did he not see it, or is he deliberately ignoring me? There's probably no reason for us to see each other again. Is this how it ends? Xia Shiyan's thoughts were pulled back to reality. Xia Shiyan's voice was heard. You worked hard. Be careful on your way home. Okay, see you at the next meeting. Xia Shiyan spoke. I think the fans will really like this project. It's been a while since you filmed a drama. Xia Shiyan responded, yeah, I've been busy with variety shows and magazines lately. Xia Shiyan casually mentioned, by the way, Kaleidoscope's vlog aired today, right? Xia Shiyan nodded. It aired today. Xia Shiyan said with a smile, I think filming the vlog was a good decision. You look like a good senior who's helping out her juniors. If the view count goes up this time, Kaleidoscope will surely be grateful to you. Xia Shiyan lowered her eyes. Is that so? Night fell. Xia Shiyan returned home. Notification sounds went off one after another. Messages popped up. Yimiaro asked a colleague, did you watch the vlog? Ili urged, why haven't you posted your thoughts yet? Hamburger questioned, Hongshi, wake up. Is work more important than Kaleidoscope? Xia Shiyan stared at her phone screen as messages kept flooding in. Hongshi, have you left the fandom? Did you really switch biases? And Jia is a legend. Xia Shiyan curled up on the sofa, burying her head in her arms. No, I can't watch it. It's too painful. I can't watch. She sat up straight, holding her laptop. Before, I used to eagerly look forward to their vlogs every week. But I should still contribute to the view count. Xia Shiyan opened the video. On the screen, Jia was smiling brightly, with a silhouette of a mysterious guest next to him. I thought it was a travel special. Maybe I'll just watch with the sound off. Jia in the video was smiling so happily. Xia Shiyan's mind flashed back to that sentence. I don't plan on giving him to you. Xia Shiyan's eyes dimmed. This is so frustrating. I want to tell him it's not like that. I'm doing this because I like you, not because of Li Shizhen. What on earth did I do to you? Xia Shiyan grabbed her hair with both hands, shaking her head in frustration. Please give me a chance to explain. I just want to like you openly. You just barged in without saying a word. A phone notification sounded. Xia Shiyan picked up her phone. On the screen was a message from Li Shizhen. Sunbeam, did you watch the vlog? Xia Shiyan stared at the screen in silence, not saying a word. On a dark road. When I suddenly looked back, there's a star named you. Your warmth is enough to let me breathe again. In a recording studio, Ji-in spoke. Okay, I think we use this feel for the main part. Is the breathing in the bridge a bit stiff? Let's record a few more takes, just in case. Li Shizhen looked at the mixing console. Did you use double tracking here? I added another track, but it's still a bit dry. I'll add another harmony track. A phone notification sounded. Li Shizhen picked up his phone. On the screen was a message from Xia Shiyan. The vlog is up. I've been too busy to watch it. Li Shizhen's brow furrowed slightly. Something feels a bit off. He and Askev Basid. You don't like it? Li Shizhen replied to the message. Can I give you a call? Xia Shiyan answered the phone. She's in. Li Shizhen's voice came from the other end. Sunbeam, are you okay? Did something happen again? Xia Shiyan quickly denied it. No, nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Li Shizhen breathed a sigh of relief. That's good. I called because I was worried about you. For you, watching Jia is more important than anything, right? But you said you haven't watched the vlog yet. Tears welled up in Xia Shiyan's eyes. Shizhen, actually, there's a bit of a misunderstanding between me and Jia. I sent him a private message, but he didn't reply. I don't know what to do now. He doesn't seem very happy either. Li Shizhen listened on the phone. What? Don't cry. Tell me slowly. Xia Shiyan explained with a sob. And Jia thinks there's something between us. Li Shizhen suddenly burst out laughing. What? Ha ha ha. Xia Shiyan got anxious. What are you laughing at? I'm being serious. Li Shizhen stopped laughing. I think I know why Jia is acting like that. I'll handle it. I'll tell him we're not in that kind of relationship. Xia Shiyan quickly stopped him. No, if you say that, he'll misunderstand again. Xia Shiyan gripped her phone, a hint of hesitation in her eyes. Li Shizhen suggested on the other end of the line, then Sunbeam, do you want to talk to him in person? A slight smile played on Li Shizhen's lips, his tone gentle yet firm. I'll help you two meet. Chung Xiumin looked at her phone screen. Messages from Jin Hyuncheol came one after another. Xiumin, have you eaten? I haven't yet. I'm busy preparing for the full album. I'm sorry. We haven't had a proper date since we started going out. Can we talk on the phone later? I want to hear your voice. I miss you. Chung Xiumin looked annoyed. Why does he always say such cheesy things? And those emojis, it's driving me crazy. I really wasn't thinking straight back then. I just agreed. From today on, we're officially dating. But I can't keep dating him like this without any clarity. He's not my type at all. I have to see him today and make things clear. Chung Xiumin picked up her phone and typed a line. Let's meet, even if it's just for a little while. In the restaurant, Han and Jia spoke. Why did you suddenly want to eat out? Li Shizhen replied, it's just because we haven't seen each other in a while. Han and Jia looked around. This place isn't cheap, is it? Is it okay for us to come to a place like this? And it's a private room. Li Shizhen smiladrea suringli. It's fine. It's not like we come here often. Li Shizhen got up and picked up his phone. You sit here and look at the menu. I'm going to step out and make a call. Han and Jia flipped through the menu and teased. You're treating, right? I'm going to order something expensive. Li Shizhen laughed in response. Haha, sure. Xia Shiyan stood in the hallway, her hands clasped nervously. Sanvinyam, Li Shizhen said to Xia Shiyan, and Jia is inside. Let me know when you're done talking. To avoid any misunderstandings, I won't say more. Xia Shiyan looked at him gratefully. Thank you, Shizhen. Li Shizhen asked with concern, are you really okay on your own? Xia Shiyan took a deep breath. Honestly, I'm so nervous, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I'd probably be even more nervous if you were here. Li Shizhen her. Don't worry too much. He'll definitely understand after you talk. He's a bit weird, but he's a good person. Li Shizhen turned to leave. Then I'll wait for you guys out front. Xia Shiyan psyched herself up. I'll do my best. Xia Shiyan stood in front of the private room door. It's okay, Xia Shiyan. Just be honest and clear up the misunderstanding. Just say you're a fan. She gripped the doorknob and gently pushed it open. Han and Jia looked up. Shizhen, I've looked at the menu. This place is way too expensive. His words trailed off. And Jia, the door was pushed fully open. Xia Shiyan stood at the entrance. Han and Jia was stunned. Xia Shiyan mustered her courage and spoke. I have something to tell you. Chung Xiumin stood at a street corner. She looked at her phone, deciding to make things clear when they met later. A voice called out Xiumin. Jin Hianxiu ran over, panting. Sorry, I'm late. The meeting ran a little long. Chung Xiumin looked at him. It's okay. Hianxiu, I have something to tell you. Jin Hianxiu cut her off. Let's go. I booked a restaurant. You haven't eaten yet, right? What? It's our first date. Of course, we have to go somewhere nice. Let's go. Chung Xiumin was pulled along by him. Wait a minute. At the restaurant's front desk, a waiter stopped them with a smile. I'm sorry, you two can't come in. Jin Hianxiu looked taken aback. What did you say? I made a reservation. The waiter maintained a polite smile. We have a dress code here. Jin Hianxiu pointed to himself in disbelief. Are you saying I can't go in wearing this? What's wrong with my clothes? The waiter explained. The reservation notice stated that we do not admit guests wearing hiking clothes or slippers. Jin Hianxiu was furious. Who made such a stupid rule? Chung Xiumin pulled Jin Hianxiu and turned around. Forget it. Let's go. What? But Jin Hianxiu walked down the street, grumbling. That's ridiculous. We're paying to eat, and they're picky about clothes. Do you know how good this hiking gear is? Chung Xiumin explained helplessly. Some hotel restaurants have dress codes. You should have checked first. This is our first date. Jin Hianxiu scratched his head, looking a bit dejected. I want to take you somewhere nice. Chung Xiumin looked at him, a ripple of emotion in her heart. Jin Hianxiu suddenly suggested, forget it. Let's go get some soup and rice. Chung Xiumin was a little surprised. Oh, you like soup and rice too? I'm not a picky eater. Jin Hianxiu asked, by the way, didn't you have something to tell me earlier? Chung Xiumin shook her head. It's nothing. Xia Shiyan sat across the dining table, looking a bit uneasy. Sorry for making you come out like this. I asked Shizhen to help set this up. I actually sent you a private message before, but you didn't reply. I want to clear up the misunderstanding with you. And Jia. Han and Jia looked at her, his face expressionless. What did I misunderstand? Xia Shiyan confessed. I don't like Shizhen. He said he's been my fan for years. That's how we got close. But I don't have any feelings for him. Han and Jia remained silent. Han and Jia spoke coldly. If that's all you have to say, then there's no need for me to listen anymore. I know better than anyone how Shizhen feels about you. Xia Shiyan's pupils constricted slightly. Han and Jia continued. You might as well just say you like him. You don't like him, yet you call him out late at night, and you contact him first? Do you think Shizhen is a pushover? Or do you think Kaleidoscope is a pushover? Xia Shiyan quickly shook her head. No, it's not like that. I have to say it before he misunderstands even more. Imafan. Xia Shiyan closed her eyes. The words on the tip of her tongue swallowed back down. Actually, I forget it. Han and Jia stood up. Sorry, I have to go first. I don't think there's any need to listen further. Xia Shiyan stood up too. Wait, and Jia, this is really a misunderstanding. Actually, I'm Kaleidoscopes. I'm your... Xia Shiyan quickly grabbed Han and Jia's arm. Han and Jia shook her hand off. Sorry, Sanvinyam. I'll be direct. I don't like you. Xia Shiyan stood alone in the private room, a lonely figure. Han and Jia strode out of the private room. Li Shizhen came up to him. Hey, Jia, how'd your talk go? Li Shizhen looked at Han and Jia's grim face. Han and Jia asked, what are you doing? He questioned Li Shizhen. When did I ever say I wanted to talk to her? Why did you have to meddle? Li Shizhen was a bit flustered. Oh no, that's... Han Ninjia's gaze was icy. Is Xia Shiyan that important to you? Han Ninjia turned his face to the side. Actually, I'm more angry at you, Shizhen. Li Shizhen was stunned. Njia, his expression froze. Li Shizhen pushed open the door. Sunbeam, are you okay? Njia Xia Shiyan choked up. Shizhen, it's over, isn't it? Xia Shiyan's eyes were brimming with tears, her gaze dim. My fangirl life is over. In the darkness, only life remains. I am sorry, Sanvanium. It's all my fault. It's okay, Shizhen. I'm sorry. I want to be alone for a while. Wine bottles and cans stood forlornly on the ground. A couple walked by. Honey, isn't that person Xia Shi? Diane? The man followed her gaze. Where? Over there. That person drinking looks a lot like her, right? No way. Why would Xia Shiyan be here drinking bottled wine? The man pulled his girlfriend away. Yeah, huh? Let's go. Xia Shiyan tilted her head back and chugged a large mouthful of wine, letting out a heavy sigh. Is being a fan supposed to be this hard? My chest feels so tight it's about to burst. I was happy just looking at you. I wanted to give you everything. I shouldn't have gone on that variety show. I shouldn't have picked up that photo card. No, I shouldn't have gone to that fan sign event in the first place. Do you know how much I like you, Njia? Xia Shiyan was crying her eyes out. Njia said, he hates me. Her sobs echoed by the empty riverbank. The night deepened. The streets were sparsely filled with cars. Han Njia stood by the roadside, looking down at his phone. On the screen was a message from Shizhen. Where are you? Why aren't you picking up? Let's talk. Han Njia's fingertip hovered over the screen, but in the end, he didn't reply. He dialed another number. The call connected. Hello, it's me, Njia. Han Njia's voice was low. Sorry to bother you this late. Can I come over to your place tonight? Xiaomin, come pick me up. I'm at the Han River right now. Xiaomin sighed. Seriously, where on earth is she? Seriously, Xia Shiyan, you're driving me crazy. Why aren't you answering your phone again? She looked up and saw a woman lying on a bench, her face covered by a newspaper. Xiaomin approached. Xia Shiyan, what are you doing here? Xia Shiyan lifted the newspaper, her cheeks flushed. Xiaomin pulled her up. Xia Shiyan slurred. It's Xiaomin. Xiaomin scolded anxiously. What if someone saw you this drunk? Xia Shiyan giggled foolishly. Hee, I cover my face. Xiaomin tried to pull her up. Get up. Can you still walk? Xia Shiyan swayed. My legs have no strength. It feels like someone took my legs. Xiaomin supported her. How much did you drink? You're not even a good drinker. Why were you drinking alone? Xia Shiyan was silent. She suddenly burst into tears. Wah, it's all ruined. I think I shouldn't have liked you. Xiaomin drove the white car out of the parking lot. She looked at Xia Shiyan in the passenger seat. Tell me right away if you feel sick. Shiyan, don't throw up in the car. Xia Shiyan leaned against the window. Xia Shiyan called out softly, Xiaomin. Xiaomin asked, what is it? Are you already getting carsick? Xia Shiyan's eyes were downcast. Njia said he doesn't like me. He said I'm too frivolous, that I'm getting close to Shizhen even though I don't like him. That's why he doesn't like me. I never looked down on them, not even once. Xiaomin asked, what are you talking about? Shiyan, did something happen between you and Li Shizhen? Xia Shiyan suddenly became agitated. No, nothing happened. My heart only fluttered for him once. But for Njia, my heart has always fluttered. I only like Njia, but my life as a fan is over. Xiaomin frowned. Please, say something I can understand. Xia Shiyan's voice dropped. Why do the people I like all hate me? The people I like always end up leaving me. They pretend not to know me. Do I not deserve to like anyone? Xia Shiyan sat in the back seat of the car, her gaze empty. I guess I don't deserve a real person. Xiaomin drove on in silence. Shiyan, you didn't do anything wrong. The car drove along an overpass in the night. Xiaomin settled Xia Shiyan into bed. She was sleeping soundly. Xiaomin stood by the bed. I finally got her home. It's so late, and to cause such a big scene. It's all Kaleidoscope's fault. She should never have gotten involved with male idols. Xia Shiyan's phone started vibrating. It was a call from Li Shizhen. Xiaomin looked at the flashing name on the screen and pressed the reject button without hesitation. On the other end, Li Shizhen listened to the busy tone. She's not picking up. Is she asleep? Li Shizhen sat on the edge of his bed and dialed again. This time it connected. Hello, senior. Are you okay? I was a bit worried after you left earlier. Xiaomin cut him off. Im Xia Xian Stilist, Li Shizhen. Hello. How have you been lately? Xiaomin's tone was icy. I don't think we're close enough to be exchanging greetings. She looked at the sleeping Xia Shiyan on the bed, her tone growing sterner. Did you look down on her just because she's a fan? Don't sway her anymore. Don't take advantage of her feelings. She's not the kind of person you can treat however you want. Li Shizhen hurriedly tried to explain. Wait a minute. Look down on her? I've never. Chung Xiumin cut him off. If you're going to keep hurting her like this, then don't contact her anymore. Don't come near her again. The call was abruptly ended. Li Shizhen stared at his phone in disbelief. He lowered his eyes. He fell in his silence. The night was deep, with only a few lights on in the apartment building. The doorbell rang. Li Shizhen's mother pressed the intercom button. Hello, may I ask who this is? It's Njia. Li Shizhen's mother opened the door and saw Njia standing outside. She was a little surprised. Njia, are you okay? She took Njia's arm. It's been so long. You should come by more often. Come on in. Han Njia lowered his head. I'm sorry for coming so suddenly and so late. I had nowhere else to go. Li Shizhen's mother asked, have you eaten? Should I make you something? Han Njia shook his head. No, I've already eaten. Li Shizhen's father looked at Han Njia. Oh, Njia, you're here. I've been seeing you a lot lately. You're doing great. Shizhen, didn't you two come together? Han Njia avoided his gaze. I had a fight with Shizhen. The two of them froze for a moment. Li Shizhen's mother said with a laugh, You two fought? You guys actually fight now? Li Shizhen's father comforted him. Brothers are all like that. You've grown up. When you used to live here, you followed Shizhen around like a little chick. How many years has it been? Maybe it's time to be independent. Han Njia looked up, his eyes determined. Yes. Li Shizhen's father suggested. It's been a while. Want to have a drink together? Li Shizhen's mother stopped him. Let the boy rest. He has to prepare for his album. She turned to Han Njia. It's getting late. Go wash up. It's Shizhen's room. I prepared some pajamas for you. Should I keep this a secret for you? Han Njia looked at a photo. It was a picture of him and Shizhen. No, I'll tell him myself. He'll probably be worried. A knock on the door. Jin Hyunchul opened the door and saw Li Shizhen standing there. Shizhen, you went out with Njia earlier, right? Li Shizhen responded in a low voice. Yes. Jin Hyunchul continued. Njia said he's not coming back tonight. Did something happen? Li Shizhen sat on his bed. No, it's nothing major. I think I made a mistake with Njia. Jin Hyunchul was a bit confused. You made a mistake? That doesn't sound like you. Li Shizhen gave a bitter smile. I'm human too. I make mistakes. Hyunchul. Jin Hyunchul said, anyway, it seems he went to your house. Don't worry too much. Talk it out tomorrow and make up. There's not much time left until the comeback. Li Shizhen closed the door. Got it, Hyunchul. Good night. Li Shizhen sat alone in his room. So he went to my house. That's good. I feel like I've messed everything up. Li Shizhen's parents and Han Njia said good night to each other. Rest well. Good night, Njia. Han Njia stared at the ceiling with his eyes open. It was pitch black. The walls of the room were covered with posters of Xia Shiyan. Han Njia recalled a past moment. He had exclaimed, wow, this place is full of Xia Shiyan stuff. You really like her. Li Shizhen picked up a signed photo. I've been a fan since her debut. That's why I even have her autograph from back then. Han Njia looked at him. But why Xia Shiyan? There are so many idols. Li Shizhen explained. To me, there's only one idol. I'm her #1 fan. Han Njia asked, #1 fan? What does that mean? Li Shizhen explained, my first love, but it's not meant to be. Sunlight streamed through the window into the bright room. Xia Shiyan turned over in bed, holding her head in her hands. My head hurts. She slowly opened her eyes. How did I get home? Even my clothes are changed. I blacked out after drinking by the Han River yesterday. Xia Shiyan's gaze fell on a figure. Chung Xiumin was standing by the bed, holding a glass of water and hangover medicine. Xia Shiyan looked at the person by her bed. Xiumin, what are you doing here? Chung Xiumin handed her a glass of water. Drink some water. On the dining table was a bowl of steaming hot lemon udon noodles. I ordered the lemon udon you always eat when you're hungover. Xia Shiyan picked up her chopsticks. Wow, you're the best, Xiumin. I feel like my headache is gone. Lemon udon is the best. Chung Xiumin looked at her. Do you have any idea how much trouble I went through yesterday? Chung Xiumin put down what she was holding. So what on earth happened? You were so drunk you couldn't even speak clearly. Xia Shiyan stopped her chopsticks. About yesterday. Xia Shiyan's eyes welled up with tears. Chung Xiumin waved her hand in front of her face. Don't cry. Chung Xiumin looked shocked. He told you he hates you? Xia Shiyan hung her head. I was trying to clear up a misunderstanding, but things just got worse. What should I do now? Chung Xiumin crossed her arms. What do you mean? What should you do? Of course you should stop being a fan. To take fangirling this far. Didn't I tell you before? Male idols aren't what they seem on the surface. That jerk I used to work with was the same. Two-faced, treating people like servants. He treated his fans like ATMs. Xia Shiyan retorted emotionally. Kaleidoscope isn't like that. They care a lot about their fans. Chung Xiumin looked at her coldly. Really? Isn't he treating you like this right now? Even if Han Njia doesn't know that you're a fan, the end of fangirling is pain. Chung Xiumin held her cup, her expression calm. I didn't say anything because you said you liked them. But from now on, don't get involved with Kaleidoscope anymore. Xia Shiyan pointed out, oh, Xiumin, your phone is ringing. The phone vibrated on the table, the screen lighting up. The caller ID was Jin Hyuncheol. Xia Shiyin suddenly leaned in close. Jin Hyuncheol? Isn't that Kaleidoscope's manager? Sheng Xiumin waved her hands in a panic. Ah, it's just someone with the same name. Sheng Xiumin walked quickly to the door with her phone. I'll be right back. You watch some TV first. Xia Shiyin looked puzzled. A man's voice came from the other end of the line. Hello, Xiumin. Sheng Xiumin lowered her voice. Why are you calling all of a sudden? Jin Hyuncheol seemed somewhat confused. Huh, why are you whispering? I can barely hear you. Sheng Xiumin leaned against the door, keeping her voice down. I told you I'm with Xia Shiyin. Check before you call next time. Got it. Sheng Xiumin asked, why did you call? Jin Hyuncheol said, I just wanted to hear your voice. Sheng Xiumin's cheeks flushed. You better not call. Jin Hyuncheol's voice continued. What? What does that mean? Since we don't see each other often, at least I can hear your voice like this. By the way, are you free on Sunday? Our date. Xia Shiyin's voice came from the living room. Xiumin, where's my phone? Sheng Xiumin immediately replied, Ah, it's on the nightstand in your room. She spoke hurriedly into the phone. Okay, I'm hanging up now, and quickly into the call. Jin Hyuncheol looked at the disconnected call. You still haven't told her we're dating? Sheng Xiumin turned to leave. I'm leaving now. Drink lots of water today. Get some rest. And no drinking for a while. Xia Shiyin said in a low voice. Thank you. Thanks, Xiumin. Xia Shiyin let out a long sigh. What a burden. She muttered to herself, I don't remember, but I hope I didn't do anything wrong, like making random calls or something. Xia Shiyin picked up her phone and scrolled through it randomly. Her pupils suddenly contracted. The call history was right there. Li Shizhen. I made a call. The teaser shoot schedule has been set. It's next Wednesday at the indoor studio in Payu. Not only will the official shoot start at 9 a.m., but the final hair and makeup meeting will start at 11 a.m. today. We need to match the tone of the music video teaser. So let's look at the concept board first. We'll align the direction for each member. There will be a lot of close-up shots, which the director will check individually. We also need to confirm the title track and editing length today. The schedule is tight. Jin Hyuncheol leaned on the table. Since we're releasing a full album in 3 months, let's just push through it even if it's tough. Now that the title track is out, get ready to pull all-nighters. Li Shizhen's eyes sparkled. But isn't it exciting? Our very own full album. Jin Hyuncheol responded in a low voice. Yeah. Jin Hyuncheol put his arm around Li Shizhen's shoulder. Leader, what are you so nervous about? Pull yourself together. We still have a solo concert to do. Li Shizhen nodded firmly. All right. Jin Hyuncheol gave an order. Once the others arrive, let's start the concept meeting. I'll go get the art director team leader. The phone in Li Shizhen's hand vibrated. He unlocked the screen. A new message popped up from Xia Shiyin. Senior Shizhen, can we talk? Li Shizhen stared at the screen in silence. Xia Shiyin held her phone. Ah, Shizhen, I saw we had a call last night. Huh. Her tone was nervous. I had a little to drink yesterday. I didn't make any mistakes, did I? Li Shizhen stood in the office, his tone flat. No, you didn't say anything. I just called you to make sure you got home safely. Xia Shiyin breathed a sigh of relief. Ah, that's a relief. I was worried I said something I shouldn't have. Ah, and about yesterday. Li Shizhen cut her off. Yes. Senior, I have a meeting soon. Yes, I'm hanging up. Xia Shiyin quickly apologized. You must be busy with the album. Li Shizhen encouraged her. Then, Senior, please get some rest. Xia Shiyin also replied, Yes, good luck with your work. The call ended. Xia Shiyin was lost in thought. Something feels a little unusual. I was going to thank him for taking the time. He must be really busy. Li Shizhen looked down at his phone. On the screen was a message from Sheng Xiumin. If you're going to hurt her like this, don't contact her. Don't come near her. Li Shizhen's eyes turned sharp. He looked up abruptly. Han and Jia pushed the door open. Anji. Li Shizhen quickly put his phone away. Li Shizhen apologized to Han Yi. I'm sorry. I didn't consider your position. You must have been really angry. Li Shizhen explained. I wanted to clear up the misunderstanding. If I had told you we were together, I was afraid you wouldn't come. I'm sorry for calling you over without telling you. It was because Senior Xia Shiyin was really upset. Han and Jia cut him off. I was in the wrong too. I'm sorry I was too sensitive. Who you date or whether you get hurt is none of my business. You know what I hate the most? Treating people carelessly, playing with feelings without any sincerity. Han and Jia's voice grew cold. In my eyes, Senior Xia Shiyin is that kind of person. Li Shizhen shook his head. No, Senior Xia Shiyin is not that kind of person. Han and Jia cut him off, but I don't care anymore. It's your life. I have no right to interfere. let's not talk about this anymore. Ryu Daoyuan suddenly burst in. He cheerfully held up a bullet-shaped gun. Dumplings. These are super popular on social media. Look at this. Usually, you have to wait an hour, but I made it for the opening rush. Ryu Daoyuan's voice trailed off. He looked at the heavy atmosphere in the room. Why is the mood like this? Enough. This is the end of fangirling. The end of fangirling is only pain. Xia Shiyan packed her idol merchandise into a cardboard box, one by one. You said you would love him from afar. It seems I was really greedy. She picked up a doll. It's right to stop here, isn't it? When I first met you, I like your relaxed smile. The dream of a solo concert you once talked about, I want to make it come true for you. Every moment with you is like a dream. And yeah, you may never know how much I like you. But it's okay. Let's just end it here. If my existence only brings you pain. Account has been deactivated. Confirm. In the dark room, only the eerie blue light of the computer screen glowed. A person wearing a hat sat at the desk, fingers flying across the keyboard. In the shadows, a face revealed a strange smile. A suppressed laugh echoed in the darkness. Ha, I warned you not to mess with me. On the computer screen, the email subject read, Report, Xia Shiyan. An attachment lay quietly there. The mouse hovered over the send button. A gentle click. The email was sent. In the darkness, a voice whispered, Find out everything. Xia Shiyan opened a book. The page read, Even so, you must live on. She read quietly in a cafe. She stretched her body in a yoga studio. She built a castle in a sandbox. She pieced together fragmented puzzles on the floor. She trimmed flower stems at a table, arranging them into a splendid bouquet. That's a rabbit. Xia Shiyan looked up at the sky, her fingers tracing shapes in the air. That's a T-Rex. That's ice cream. She lay on a bench in the sunlight, her arms crossed, her eyes empty. She slowly opened her eyes. A soft sigh escaped her lips. It's so boring. Anna crossed her arms. Former Shanhu member Anna. A member of Shanhu. She looked at Xia Shiyan lying on the ground. Hey, how long are you going to be like that? Xia Shiyan didn't move. Leave me alone. I'll leave after staying quiet for a bit. Anna sighed. Every time I ask you out, you say you're busy. Xia Shiyan turned her head. I really was busy back then. Busy with what? Haven't you been on a break for a while? Xia Shiyan fell silent. Thanks to someone. Anna looked at her, suddenly covering her face with her hands. Why are you suddenly getting all sentimental by yourself? Xia Shiyan asked Anna, have you ever liked someone? Anna was taken aback. My mom. Anna fell into a memory. In elementary school, I really liked KKDD. Back then, not a single kid in my class liked them. My secret crush was on Yeon Sanbei. Xia Shiyan asked curiously, what about now? Do you still like them? Anna's expression instantly turned serious. No, she answered decisively. The rapper was caught for drug use, and the main vocalist was caught for drunk driving. I don't want to see them on the social news section. But what ultimately made me quit being a fan completely was my crush's dating scandal. Xia Shiyan asked, a dating scandal? He was secretly dating a female idol. They were photographed, and it became a huge mess. Although they broke up quickly, I was young at the time and felt betrayed. It was only after I debuted that I understood. This industry is a jungle. It's just a matter of time before you get caught or not. I get it. Of course I get it. That guy dates Jahi this month and someone else the next. So I lost interest in men and idols. Dating scandals are especially sensitive for idols. A single photo can instantly ruin their careers. You've experienced it firsthand, haven't you? Xia Shiyan lay on the sofa with a cat on her back. After you were photographed with that weird male idol, you had a hard time too, right? Yeah, something like that did happen. And I asked curiously, but why are you suddenly asking about this? What's up with the person you like? Xia Shiyan muttered to herself. It's just that after losing a reason to live, I suddenly don't know what to do. Anna looked at him. Xia Shiyan, did you get dumped? People came and went on the street corner. Chung Xiumin stood at the appointed place. Her phone screen was lit up. You didn't forget we're meeting this weekend, right? See you at 3 p.m. in front of XX Plaza in Gangnam. Somehow, I ended up meeting them again. I have to tell him today that we should stop seeing each other. I absolutely have to say it. A voice came from behind. Xiumin. Jin Hyun-cheol smiled and waved. Oh, you're early. Chung Xiumin looked at him, dressed in a hiking outfit, and cringed internally. Why is he wearing that outfit again? Jin Hyun-cheol suggested. It's still early for dinner. Let's go to a cafe and sit for a bit. Chung Xiumin couldn't help but speak up. Is it the only outfit you have? Jin Hyun-cheol looked down and tugged at his collar. What's wrong? Does it look weird? It's a set I bought from a home shopping channel. It comes in all colors. It's hiking wear, so it's breathable. Even if I drive for a long time, my butt won't get sweaty. I liked it so much that I ordered 5 more sets of the same one. Chung Xiumin suddenly grabbed his hand. Come with me for a second. Jin Hyun-cheol looked confused. Huh? Xiumin, where are you going? Chung Xiumin pulled him into a clothing store. Jin Hyunchul looked at the new clothes in his hands. Really? Is it really okay for me to accept this? Chung Xiumin looked at the transformed Jin Hyunchul. It's fine. I'm buying it for you. It's because I don't want to walk around with someone dressed like that. A store clerk approached them. Oh my, your girlfriend has great taste. So stylish. How long have you two been dating? Chung Xiumin's cheeks turned slightly red. Today is our second date. That's the best time. Jin Hyunchul adjusted his collar. Wow, it's my first time wearing this style. It's much more comfortable than I thought. I thought it would be inconvenient. He looked at Chung Xiumin beside him. I'll have to dress like this whenever I see you from now on. It's great to have a girlfriend. She even helps me change my style. Thank you so much. Chung Xiumin looked down without a word. She took a deep breath. Actually, I've been meaning to talk about us dating. A phone suddenly rang. Jin Hyunchul cut her off. Oh, wait a second. I need to take this call. He turned to answer it. Chung Xiumin's phone vibrated at the same time. A message popped up from Team Leader Shin. Xiumin, did you see this? A link was attached below. Something big has happened. Who? Xia Shiyan. Chung Xiumin's pupils contracted sharply. Xia Shiyan was lying on the floor. Anna asked, I have a schedule, so I have to go. Are you still going to stay like that? Xia Shiyan spoke up. Yeah, you can go. Anna stared. I'll be back late. If you're staying, order some delivery. Xia Shiyan stared at the ceiling. So lonely. So this is what it feels like to quit being a fan. Everything has become boring and empty. Chasing after Njia was my only joy. It's too quiet. So quiet it's lonely. Should I put something on? Xia Shiyan called out to her smart speaker, Luna, play a random YouTube video. The smart speaker responded, playing the current trending video for you. A voice from the video began. When you think of a girl group's visual, you think of her. Shall we dig into the rumors about Xia Shiyan? On the TV screen, a title appeared in bold letters. Why is Xia Shiyan obsessed with Kaleidoscope? Sponsor Oloa. Is this who you really were? Xia Shiyan stared at the screen. What is this? Jin Hyunchul replied, okay, I'll check it first. Don't respond individually. She hung up the phone and said to Chung Xiumin, I just got a call. Xiumin, have you heard about Shiyan? I have to go back to the company. Me too. As Chung Xiumin was about to leave, Jin Hyunchul called out to her. Hey, Xiumin. He hugged Chung Xiumin tightly. Don't worry too much. No matter what happens, I'll protect you. Xiumin. He let go. Okay, it's fine. I'll call you tonight. I'm leaving. See you later. Chung Xiumin watched his hurried retreating back. What? He's trembling more than anyone. Yet he's still trying to comfort others. The members of Kaleidoscope were gathered together. It's definitely a bit weird, right? Yeah, I think so too. But what is it? Shizhen Hyung and Ji Hyung. Han and Jia and Li Shizhen were ignoring each other. The atmosphere was awkward. Haven't they been weird lately? The other members gathered and whispered. Did something happen that we don't know about? I've never seen Njia like that. Maybe they had a fight. Dao Yuan, go liven up the mood. Yeah, you should at least be useful as the oldest at times like this. Ryu, Dao Yuan clasped his hands together, forcing a smile. All right. We have a lot of clothes to try on today. It's gonna be tough, but let's cheer up. Ryu, Dao Yuan asked. Should we interact with the fans for the first time in a while? Li Shizhen refused. Don't do a live stream. It'll be a spoiler. Ryu Dao Yuan picked up his phone. I wouldn't make a mistake like that. He suddenly froze. Huh? We're in a scandal. Han and Jia and Li Shizhen turned around at the same time. A man with a hunting dog's head grinned. Hello, everyone. I'm Hunting Dog Rumors, the entertainment industry's cleanup crew. Today, I brought something interesting again. It's about Xia Shiyan and Kaleidoscope. This is really strange. Because of the so-called Xia Shiyan incident, the group Kaleidoscope suddenly blew up. On the verge of disbandment, they even released a full album. Up to this point, you might think they were just lucky. But Xia Shiyan suddenly appeared in Kaleidoscope's self-produced content. Why? They're not even label mates. Then she went to Jeju Island with them for 3 days and 2 nights. Kaleidoscope's company, of course, wanted to milk all the value they could. But why did Xia Shiyan accept? This isn't charity. Why would she consume her own image on a boy group's self-produced content? And she said it was for the chemistry between women. With Xia Shiyan, the man with the hunting dog head showed a photo. This is a photo we received from an anonymous informant. In the photo, Xia Shiyan is standing with a man. We can't conclude whether this is a fling, a relationship, or some other kind of connection. After all, this is just a rumor. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. On the city streets, 2 passersby were talking. Hey, did you see it? What? The thing about Xia Shiyan trending. The other passerby held up their phone. On the screen was the hunting dog video. There's a rumor that she has some connection with Kaleidoscope. Isn't that just a clickbait channel? They'll say anything for views. In a room, several people were gathered discussing. To be honest, a relationship is unlikely, right? The other person is a little-known, small-time idol. What's in it for her? Xia Shiyan has everything. Then could it really be some other kind of relationship? In an office, a man holding a drink chuckled. Haha, if you dare to say that in the comments, you'd definitely get sued. Has Xia Shiyan had this kind of scandal before? Or did that guy seduce her? Two female employees looked at a phone. Regardless, looking at the photo, they definitely met privately. So something must be going on. Xia Shiyan crossed her arms in front of her chest, vehemently denying it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's really nothing between me and Injia. Representative Een spoke up. Haha, why are you denying it so vehemently? No one here actually believes it. Xia Shiyan isn't that kind of person. We're just gathered here to verify the situation. Didoki Entertainment. Representative Een swiped on a tablet. On the screen was the Hunting Dog Rumors video title. It was sensational. Sponsor Olo. Why is Xia Shiyan so obsessed with Kaleidoscope? This is just another clickbait rumor. The video title is provocative, but there's no real substance. The problem is that a photo was taken. Representative Een looked up. But why did you meet that kid named Injia? If we're going to respond, we at least need to know what your relationship is. We were surprised when you said you wanted to be on Kaleidoscope's self-produced content. Xia Shiyan clasped her hands tightly. The truth is, I'm a fan of Kaleidoscope. The office fell silent. Everyone was stunned. The colleagues in the office couldn't help but burst out laughing. Uffed. Representative Een laughed so hard he bent over. Haha, Xia Shiyan, is that the reason? Sorry I laughed. It's just so unexpected. Another male colleague also laughed. No wonder you went on their self-produced content. So that's what it was. Representative Een held the tablet, his tone serious. Being a fan itself isn't a problem, but whether to make it public is another matter. You know the entertainment industry runs on image. Fortunately, based on the current reactions, we haven't suffered any substantial damage. Because, Xia Shiyan, you've always managed your image very well. But unfortunately, Kaleidoscope is different. They don't have much recognition among the public, so it's easy to force a certain image on them. Most of the public opinion is leaning neither towards a relationship nor a sponsor relationship, but something else. Xia Shiyan desperately argued, what? No, that's not true. And the representative calmly states how they interpret it. It's not for us to decide. Let's wait and see for a few days. If it doesn't cause significant damage, we won't respond. For now, it looks like Kaleidoscope will suffer a bit. Xia Shiyan's eyes dimmed. Meanwhile, Han and Jia sat with a blank expression. I have no relationship with him. I don't even know his phone number. Jin Hyuncheol, with his hands on his hips, questioned him. What about that photo? Why did you two meet? Han and Jia replied, we didn't meet. I didn't even know that Xia Shiyan Sunbi was there at the time. Han and Jia, with an indifferent expression, asked, it was Shurjin Sunbi. He was the one who told me to go. Jin Hyuncheol looked confused. Shurjin? What do you mean? Han and Jia leaned back in his chair. The person who met with Xia Shiyan wasn't me. It was Shurjin Sunbi. Jin Hyuncheol paced around in frustration. How did things get so complicated? Ugh, we're preparing for a comeback, and this had to happen. He looked up, his tone resolute. All right, I get it. Bring Shurjin here. Stay off social media for now. Elsewhere, Ryu Daoyuan looked at his phone. Wow, this is spreading much faster than I thought. Is it because of Xia Shiyan Sunbi's popularity? But when didn't Jia meet with Xia Shiyan Sunbi alone? The rumors are getting more and more ridiculous. Jeetan reached out for the phone. Let me see. He took the phone, his fingertips swiping across the screen. Kwon Minjin held his phone, his expression serious. Don't look at your phones until this blows over. We need to focus on preparing the album. This won't cause us trouble, will it? It's just a clickbait video anyway. It'll die down soon. Hyuncheol must be furious. Can we really make a comeback like this? Lee Shurjin stood up. I'll go talk to Hyuncheol. Kwon Minjin watched him leave. Okay. Kwon Minjin stood in silence, his gaze heavy. He turned to the two behind him. Hey, Hien, Ryu Daojuan. Kwon Minjin's bangs cast a shadow. Show some sense. Ryu, Daoyuan, and Ji-in responded nervously. Yes. Lee Shurjin walked into the office. He froze for a moment when he saw Han and Jia. Han and Jia spoke in a businesslike tone. Hyuncheol wants to see you. He questioned, why did you get involved with Xia Shiyan Sunbi? Li Shizen Apulujiza. I'm sorry. I didn't expect it to turn out like this. Han and Jia looked at him. Sunbae, what are you hiding? Explain it to me clearly. Han and Jia looked directly at Lee Shurjin. I don't get it now. What exactly is your relationship with Xia Shiyan? Han and Jia's tone was full of confusion. Why does she always get involved with us? Lee Shurjin remained silent, his lips parted, but unable to utter a single syllable. Han and Jia's gaze was sharp. See? You can't say anything. He turned around, his tone icy. Go explain it properly to Hyun Cheol Sunbi. Don't create any more strange misunderstandings. Online, the controversy surrounding Kaleidoscope was brewing. Xia Shiyin looked at a tablet computer, the screen filled with news about her. What is all this? This is all nonsense. Chung Xiumin sat beside her, her tone helpless. There's nothing we can do. Since a photo of you meeting him alone has been leaked, coupled with all sorts of speculation, people are bound to gossip. Before the truth comes out, this is how it has to be. Xia Shiyin's gaze wavered. She suddenly spoke. What if I just reveal that I'm Moreau? What? Chung Xiumin looked at her, aghast. Chung Xiumin stood up abruptly. Are you crazy? Xia Shiyin, what about your image? If you're said to be chasing idols like a fan, they'll definitely say your acting takes people out of the story. Xia Shiyin retorted, but if we let this go, Kaleidoscope will. Chung Xiumin looked at her. Didn't you say Injia hates you? Why sacrifice yourself? Haven't you already quit being a fan? Xia Shiyin was rendered speechless. In the darkness, a pair of hands typed rapidly on a keyboard. On the screen was Kaleidoscope's forum. A post suddenly appeared. The title was Rumors About Han and Jia. I went to high school with Han and Jia. He often spent the night at girls' houses and messed around with them. The comments section scrolled quickly. Is this true? It's true. A hooded figure sat in front of a computer. The forum comments on the screen were filled with malice. Huh, how ridiculous. We'll let them get involved with him. A cold smile appeared on the face under the hood. Haha, I hope this album completely flops. Alright, that's enough for today. Time to take care of my babies. Two people were walking on the street. Ryu Daoyuan was complaining. We always run out of the things we need on the same day. Vegan rice, ramen, and tuna. How can all three be gone? I am starving. Han and Jia asked Daoyuan, did you buy ice cream too? Ryu Daoyuan replied, of course, mint chocolate. Sudenlu, Han en fros. Passers-by were talking. No, I'm talking about that guy named Injia. Another man lowered his voice. The one who has a scandal with Xia Shiyin? I heard he was like that in high school. Has a really bad reputation. Jin Hyunchul looked at Li Shizhen. Li Shizhen began to explain. I'm a fan of Xia Shiyin's Sunbi, so I contacted her on my own. After the variety show ended, we met alone. But things got complicated. Sunbae even made a special appearance in our vlog. I was the one who arranged for Injia to meet Xia Shiyin Sunbi. Jin Hyunchul was lost in thought. So Injia getting photographed was just a coincidence? Li Shizhen stood up excitedly. I'll post online and clear things up, as long as we explain the situation honestly. Jin Hyunchul raised a hand to his forehead, cutting him off. Li Shizhen, I understand how you feel, but if you get involved again, you'll only make things messy, eh? Li Shizhen stood frozen. He lay on his bed, his arm over his forehead. Then what should I do? Am I supposed to just sit here and do nothing? For now, we can only stay put. The next day, at the media screening, Xia Shiyin, dressed in a white gown, sat on a sofa. Oh my, this outfit really suits Shiyin. A man clasped his hands together, his face all smiles. Thank you so much for attending today's screening. Xia Shiyin smiled slightly. Teacher, of course I had to come to your event. The man turned and instructed the reporters. Please wait a moment before coming in. Manager Kim, get Shiyin something to drink. No coffee, it'll make her mouth dry. Whispers came from a corner. Did you see Xia Shiyin is here? Yeah, she's still attending events. Kaleidoscopes and Jia. Everyone is guessing what their relationship is. But seriously, would Xia Shiyin date him? And Jia must be using her. I also heard his reputation was bad before. I saw it too. Isn't he just trying to use Xia Shiyin to get famous? I thought that hooker idol was finally going to make it big, but it ended so suddenly. Xia Shiyin sat upright, her eyes scanning her surroundings. Something definitely feels off. Xia Shiyin's thoughts were racing. The letter and photo I received yesterday. The informant said, I'm Moreau. They also said, I know I can never reveal my fan identity. They know why I'm so obsessed with Kaleidoscope. They're cleverly casting suspicion to torture me. Could it be the same person who threatened me before? Then why Han and Jia and not Li Shizhen? If they hate me, they should only target me. Why go after Kaleidoscope? Right now is a critical time for them to prepare their full album. Public opinion is also starting to turn against Han and Jia. What are they thinking? It's as if they want Kaleidoscope to fail completely. Xia Shiyin turned to Chung Xiumin. Xiumin, let me borrow your phone. Chung Xiumin took her phone out of her bag. Shiyin, what about your own? Xia Shiyin took the phone, her fingers moving quickly. It's that old account. This is it. The phone screen showed a social media page filled with malicious comments. I hope Kaleidoscope's album fails again. You will only like me. Everyone else, get lost. Xia Shiyin's expression darkened. Maybe it's not the same person, but if the mentality is the same, they want the idol to belong only to them, or they'd rather destroy them. Xia Shiyin struggled to speak, confessing. Xia Shiyan lowered her eyelids. I just can't stop liking them. On the other side, the full album will be released as planned. The teaser and music video filming dates are unchanged, so stop messing around. Manage yourselves well. The company is preparing an official statement about the rumors. You just need to focus on practicing. Jin Hyuncheol gave the order. Banned from going out for now. Banned from using social media. Don't do anything. A man leaned out from the doorway. Hyuncheol Hyung, wait a minute. The representative is looking for you. Jin Hyuncheol turned. What is it? The man replied, it's Xia Shiyan. She's here. In the practice room, Ryu, Dao Yuan, and Quan Minjin were sitting on the floor. Why would Shiyan's son be suddenly come here? Isn't it because of that video that's causing such an uproar? She came all this way just for that. Ryu Dao Yuan's eyes widened in horror. No way. Because we ruined her image, is Sunbae going to cancel the album release? Ryu Dao Yuan was scared out of his wits. We can't perform anymore? Ryu Dao Yuan held his head in his hands. Quan Minjin asked, does Sunbae seem like the kind of person who would do that? Didn't you guys go on a trip together? Ryu Dao Yuan immediately changed his tune. I was just kidding, Hyung. Let's practice the title track again. Is it really okay to have a comeback like this? Quan Minjin flet du Zaowan sut up. Han and Jie stood up. I'm going out for some air. Ryu Dao Yuan shouted after him. We're doing formations in 10 minutes. Hurry back. Han and Jie was walking alone in the hallway. He ran into Xia Shiyan and Jin Hyuncheol. Jin Hyuncheol was instructing Xia Shiyan. We've already handled things on our end. Next, we just need to prepare the press release. In the meantime, please be sure to keep it confidential. Jin Hyuncheol saw him. Anji. Jin Hyuncheol asked, weren't we just talking about you? Where are you going? Han and Jie replied, just getting some air. Jin Hyuncheol's hand rested on Han and Jie's shoulder. You've worked hard. Everything will be resolved tomorrow. The company was originally going to respond, but Shiyan said she would handle it. Hanen yiluka konfasieth. What do you mean by that? Xia Shiyan looked directly at Han and Jie. It's been a while, and Jie. You must have suffered a lot. I'm sorry for making you suffer. This won't happen again. She paused, and, thank you. Xia Shiyan turned and left. Jin Hyuncheol said to Han and Jie, go back to practice. I'll see Shiyan off. Han and Jie watched Xia Shiyan's retreating back. Why did she thank me? On the city streets, the news spread to every corner. Did you hear? Xia Shiyan is holding a press conference. Pedestrians on the street were buzzing. Why? Is it because of that car crash rumor? I think so. But why is Xia Shiyan holding the press conference and not Kaleidoscope? Chung Xiumin looked at Xia Shiyan with concern. Shiyan, are you sure you won't regret this? Xia Shiyan's gaze was firm. I won't. They can harass me. I don't care. But I can't forgive them for touching the person I love most. Xia Shiyan turned and walked towards the center of the flashing lights, each step unwavering. At the press conference venue, Xia Shiyan's name was prominently displayed. She walked up to the podium and sat down under the focus of countless cameras. She looked straight ahead. Hello everyone, I am Xia Shiyan. First, I apologize for worrying everyone with the recent baseless rumors. I've gathered you all here today not to explain or respond, but to convey my true feelings. I have no romantic feelings for Han and Jie. There is no monetary or improper relationship between us. The camera flashes were incessant. She faced the torrent of media alone. But I did indeed meet Han and Jie for personal reasons. Because Xia Shiyan took an item out of her bag and placed it solemnly on the table. I'm actually a fan of Han and Jie, not a fan of Kaleidoscope. She held up a kaleidoscope light stick, the sentiment shining brightly under the lights. The table was covered with Han and Jie's merchandise, photos, cards, albums. Li Shizhen burst into the room. Press conference. Xia Shiyan's Sunbi is holding a press conference. He turned to the others. It seems to be about this incident. Li Shizhen looked puzzled. What does it mean for Sunbae to step forward personally? Quick, look at this. Ryu Dao Yuan held up his phone. The screen was live streaming the press conference. He gestured for everyone to be quiet and turned up the volume. Xia Shiyan's voice came from the phone. Actually, I'm a fan of Han and Jie, not a fan of Kaleidoscope. Ryu Dao Yuan and Jian stared at the screen in shock. Xia Shiyan's voice continued from the phone. My favorite is Han and Jie. I even started a fan account. Ryu Dao Yuan shouted excitedly, what? Sunbae is our fan. And Jihyung, come quick. Xia Shiyan's Sunbi said, she's your fan. Han and Jie stood rooted to the spot, his expression complex, not saying a word. Xia Shiyan's voice echoed from the live stream. I've liked him for about half a year now. I've been actively supporting him on my social media account and interacting with other fans. I've been to Eunjia's birthday-themed cafe and collected his photo cards. My dream is to one day go to a Kaleidoscope solo concert. Having been an idol for a long time, I've also received a lot of love from many people. Although I've always been grateful, I never truly understood the greatness of that love. Shamefully, I failed to fully grasp it. But through this incident, I've finally understood that feeling. The feeling of sincerely supporting someone is so warm and happy. The members of Kaleidoscope were gathered around the TV. On the screen was Xia Shiyan's press conference. I want to take this opportunity to confess. Just like the fans who love me, I also have someone I love the most. Han and Jia stood quietly, his eyes locked on the screen. He was stunned. Xia Shiyan's voice came from the screen. I hope no one else gets hurt because of this. Please don't twist my sincere feelings anymore. The flashes from the reporters' seats kept going off. She continued, "Lastly, I have one more thing to announce. Next month, Kaleidoscope's first full-length album will be released." She raised a light stick, her gaze earnest. "Please give them a lot of attention. Once you see Kaleidoscope perform, you'll understand. Please support them. Now is the best time." Ryu Daoyuan muttered while looking at the screen. "So this is the kind of person Shiyan Sunbi is." He exclaimed, "Wow, this is insane. Xia Shiyan Sunbi is amazing." Ryu Daoyuan chimed in. "She even promoted our album for us." Ji In pointed at the TV. "Look at all that merch. This isn't a hidden camera prank, is it?" Li Shizhen turned to Han and Jia. "Jia." Li Shizhen lowered his head, his voice filled with apology. "I'm sorry for not telling you sooner." Online, the news was everywhere. Today's hot topic, Kaleidoscope merch displayed at the press conference. Actress Xia Shiyan's surprise confession moves everyone. Fandom certified Xia Shiyan. Photos of Han and Jia from his trainee days. The cards are rare items. The comment section was in an uproar. You can tell it's real from the merch she collected. I've never seen a scandal clarified like this. Wait, that account looks so familiar. Sohong Shiyan is Xia Shiyan herself. Haha, I thought it was just someone who likes to eat persimmons. Turns out it's our star, Sunbi Nim. I've been chatting with Xia Shiyan all this time. I can't believe she and I like the same idol. The best dopamine hit of the year. Am I the only one who suddenly finds Xia Shiyan so relatable? She's so cute. Oh my god, haha. Hong Shiyan decorated Eunjia's space like a work of art, and it turns out she's Xia Shiyan herself. Haha. Chung Xiumin held a tablet and looked at Xia Shiyan. Didn't you say you were going to quit the fandom? Instead, you've gone down in history. At least the reaction is pretty good. Want to see? Xia Shiyan turned her back. No, she suddenly spun around and laughed, a crazy light in her eyes. Haha, what's there to see? It's all over anyway. Since it's come to this, let's just pretend tomorrow is the end of the world. Chung Xiumin looked at her. Sunbae, get a grip. Xia Shiyan collapsed to the floor, burying her head in her knees. Did I do the right thing? Or was I too foolish? Chung Xiumin asked, isn't it too late to think about that now? You even went to both companies yourself to persuade them to hold a press conference. Please trust me. I'll handle everything. Then, Xia Shiyan's phone rang. Chung Xiumin handed it to her. Take the team leader's call first. Shiyan. Xia Shiyan answered the phone. Haha, team leader. The team leader's voice came from the other end. Shiyan, have you seen the news? The reaction is great. Public opinion is on your side. Even your fan forum is full of supportive voices. Xia Shiyan knelt on the floor. Really? That's great. Interview requests are flooding in. Offers for idol-related shows are also pouring in. Anyway, don't worry too much. Kaleidoscope's agency contacted us too. They said they're very grateful to you for resolving the matter so well. Don't worry, get some rest. I'll contact you again if anything comes up. Xia Shiyan hung up the phone. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. She turned to Chung Xiumin, her face filled with incredulous joy. I wasn't fired, and Kaleidoscope is fine too. Chung Xiumin smiled. Really? It's all thanks to you. Chung Xiumin looked at her phone. Kaleidoscope's public opinion has recovered well. The teaser shoot in Payu tomorrow is proceeding as scheduled. Xia Shiyan looked confused. Xiumin, how do you know that? Even I don't know Kaleidoscope's schedule. Chung Xiumin explained hastily. I heard it from an industry insider. Xia Shiyan sat on the sofa, hugging a pillow. Although it's a bit embarrassing, I protected something precious. Chung Xiumin watched her quietly. She spoke softly. Shiyan, you're a really good person. Night fell. Li Shizhen sat alone on a bench, his back looking lonely. I'm sorry, but as a fan, I'll keep this a secret. Private messages popped up on the phone screen. Shiyan, why did you delete your account? Hong SSI, are you Xia Shiyan Sunbi? We lived together and fangirled with you. I was so happy. You promised to go to the Kaleidoscope concert with us. Is Moreau still Moreau without Hong SSI? Xia Shiyin curled up on the sofa, looking at the messages on her phone. We're still family, right? It said, once a Moreau, always a Moreau. Her eyes welled up with tears. I really can't leave. I can't abandon Moreau. That's right. No matter what Han and Jia thinks of me, it's come to this. Quitting the fandom is impossible. She turned to face the wall full of idol merchandise. The Han and Jia section is back. Xia Shiyin raised her light stick. Let's go to the concert. I can take a break, but I'll never quit the fandom. Account reactivated. My Moreaus are here. Where else would I go? Xia Shiyin answered the phone. Hello, Shizhen. Li Shizhen's voice came from the other end. Shiyin, are you busy right now? Xia Shiyin replied, not busy. I'm not working right now. Li Shizhen asked, can we talk for a bit? Xia Shiyin readily agreed. Of course. Li Shizhen said, I saw the press conference. Xia Shiyin sounded a little embarrassed. Was I really embarrassing? At first, I was so nervous I couldn't speak. But after admitting I was a fan, I suddenly had so much to say. I especially wanted to show off my merch. Did I look weird? Was a bit too much? Li Shizhen laughed and reassured her no. Everyone thought it was cute. The members watched it together too. Xia Shiyin suddenly got nervous. Watched it together? Then Injia saw it too? Xia Shiyin wailed. I can never face him again. He wasn't angry, was he? Li Shizhen soothed her. Don't worry. I explained everything to him. His tone became serious. Shiyin, I'm really sorry about this time. Xia Shiyin was confused. Why? Li Shizhen explained in a low voice, because I called Injia out, and because of today's press conference. I feel like I caused you trouble. Your secret was exposed because of me. Xia Shiyin cut him off. Shizhen, a relieved smile spread across her face. I'm actually really happy right now, to be honest. Hiding my fan identity was really suffocating me. Now I can openly like Kaleidoscope's posts. Meeting Injia, photo cards, dolls. Shizhen, everything you did for me was for my own good. Thank you, Shizhen. Thank you for supporting me so much. Xia Shiyin continued, by the way, I received another photo. Another photo? Yes. The person who spread the rumors this time is the same person who sent the photo last time. I'll investigate some more and then contact you. Li Shizhen nudda. Okay, Sunbae. Xia Shiyin suddenly changed her mind. On second thought, I'll tell you in person. Li Shizhen was a bit puzzled. Xia Shiyin remembered something. Oh right, the teaser shoot is tomorrow, right? Good luck. Li Shizhen asked, how did you know? Xia Shiyin explained. Xiaomin told me. Li Shizhen and Han and Jia were silent. Li Shizhen pondered for a moment and then spoke. I actually knew, but I couldn't tell you. I think I'll let you misunderstand. Sunbae said she didn't want to cause you trouble. She just wanted to support you quietly from afar. Han and Jia was stunned. So that's why she held the press conference? To protect me. And yet Han and Jia looked at his phone. On the screen was Xia Shiyin's social media account. Han and Jia's fingertip hovered over the phone screen. The cursor blinked in the input box. Hello, Xia. He deleted the text and retyped. This is Han and Jia. I was mistaken last time. We're not following each other right now. Han and Jia stared at the phone, not pressing send for a long time. He sighed and tossed the phone aside. Xia Shiyin's smiling face appeared in his mind. Thank you for everything you did. Han and Jia buried his face in his blanket. What should I do now? Xia Shiyin sat in front of her computer. Malicious comments scrolled across the screen. Does she have to hold a press conference, even for something she likes? Why are they hyping up Xia Shiyin? Kaleidoscope doesn't need a fan like you. Xia Shiyan, Godi. Everything is ruined because of Xia Shiyin. My Kaleidoscope is ruined. Xia Shiyin, get lost. I don't even want to see that face. Xia Shiyin rested her chin in her hand, browsing with a grave expression. Why always get involved with Kaleidoscope? Why keep acting? This is my fish pond. Why did you touch it? How magnanimous. Similar tone, similar sentence structure. These malicious comments are also very similar. I'm not sure if it's the same person as the whistleblower, but there must be a clue. A few accounts appeared on the screen, flickering in the darkness like an invisible net. Xia Shiyin's eyes were sharp. I will definitely catch you. In the name of Moreau. Xia Shiyin's gaze swept over countless accounts and posts intertwined, forming a vortex of information. She manipulated the mouse, her fingertips tapping lightly on the keys. One account after another was opened, filtering, eliminating. Suddenly, her movement stopped. Xia Shiyin's pupils dilated slightly as she stared at the screen in disbelief. A familiar profile picture came into view. A cold smile tugged at the corner of Xia Shiyin's lips. Found you. Li Shizhen sat in a dimly lit room, his hands clasped. Quan Minjin's face was frozen in the light and shadow, his gaze profound. Han and Jia was surrounded by a sea of blue, his eyes clear. A scar ran across Ji's side profile. his eyes sharp. Ryu Daoyuan glanced back amidst lush greenery, his gaze clear. Li Shizhen, Han Jia, Quan Minjin, and Ryu Daoyuan lay on a magnificent set, having completed the final shoot. Jin Hyun-cheol clapped his hands. All right, everyone's worked hard. Not much left. Everyone, pay attention to your health and stamina management. Absolutely do not leak the filming concept. Jin Hyun-cheol turned to Ryu Daoyuan. Especially you, Daoyuan. Ryu Daoyuan lowered his head. Yes, Jin Hyun-cheol addressed everyone. We're finally releasing our first full-length album. You can all do well, right? The members responded in unison, yes. A makeup artist was touching up Ryu Daoyuan's makeup. This concept really suits Daoyuan's hair color. I can't wait to show the fans. Ryu Daoyuan looked at himself in the mirror. Didn't you say that about the last album, too? The makeup artist laughed. Never mind that. Ryu Daoyuan looks so pretty today. Daoyuan has always been like this. Li Shizhen was squatting in a corner. His phone screen lit up. 3 missed calls from Xiaoshiri and Sunbi. He opened the message. Is something wrong? Shizhen, are you busy right now? I think I found something. Li Shizhen stared at the screen. A new message popped up. Can we meet? Li Shizhen got out of the taxi, quietly thanking the driver. He pulled down his mask and looked around. I came to the address, but it's an abandoned school building, standing in the night, eerily quiet. Is this the place? Li Shizhen stood in the darkness, feeling like something could jump out at any moment. What is this? A horror special all of a sudden. He looked down at his phone. Should I call again to confirm? This isn't some new type of phone scam, is it? A hand quietly landed on his shoulder. Xiaoshirian's voice came from behind. Hello. Li Shizhen flinched violently, letting out a yelp. He turned around, still shaken. Ah, Sunbae, you scare me to death. Xiaoshirian took off her sunglasses. Your expression was so scared, I couldn't see clearly either. She pointed to the school building. Let's go inside and talk. Li Shizhen looked at her hesitantly. Okay. He glanced at the dark building. Inside, Li Shizhen looked at a human skeleton model in the corner. Wow, that's scary. Xiaoshirian explained calmly. This is an abandoned school. It's been deserted for a long time. She continued to add, there are also rumors that it's haunted. Li Shizhen looked terrified. Haunted? Then why did you ask me to meet you here? Xiaoshirian's answer was simple and direct. Because no one comes here. It's quiet. If someone approaches, we'll notice immediately. The two walked down the abandoned hallway, the wooden floorboards creaking. Li Shizhen followed behind. Sunbae is so thorough in everything she does. I've always thought so. Xiaoshirian lit the way forward with her phone. An occupational hazard, I guess. Li Shizhen asked, how did you find a place like this? Xiaoshirian smiled faintly. Actually, I used to go to school here, before the 3rd grade. I transferred later because of some things. Xiaoshirian pushed open a creaking door. I was too young back then to remember clearly, but I still come back to look around sometimes. It brings back memories, she added. That's why I really like it here. Li Shizhen seemed to relax a little. Knowing this is your alma mater, Sunbae, makes it feel less scary. Xiaoshirian stopped. Shitzen. She put her hands together, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Can I see your hair? Just once. I promise I won't tell anyone. Please, just once. Li Shizhen hesitated for a moment. Of course, I do anything you ask, Sunbae. He slowly pulled down the hood of his hoodie. It's still a bit awkward. Xiaoshirian's eyes lit up. Wow, it's so beautiful. Like a pink lesser panda. A lesser panda? Li Shizhen responded in a low voice. Thanks, but why did you suddenly call me out? You sounded very urgent. Xiaoshirian's expression turned serious. Right, it is urgent. She pushed her phone and a pile of cut-out letters to the center of the table. I called you here because of this. Li Shizhen leaned in for a closer look. What's this? Xiaoshirian explained. This is what the harasser sent to the informant. I suspect it's the same person as the blackmailer from before. It's almost certain they're a fan of Kaleidoscope. She continued her analysis. The wording of some of the malicious comments is very similar. I tracked a few suspicious fan accounts, and then I found a blog called Fish Tank. The accounts that left those malicious comments and the pattern of this blog match perfectly. And the blog's content is even creepier. Its format is like a whale observation journal. Chi-Chi, Duo, Ming, Jing, Long. They most likely refer to the members of Kaleidoscope. They unbox their packages and upload photos taken near the dorm. Don't associate our Long with other people. If you always stay in the fish tank, you'll die if you leave the water. Li Shizhen's face darkened. If this is true, then they're very close. He looked at the photo on the phone. This is our living room. Yes, this is it. This is even more dangerous. Xiaoshirian's expression was more serious than ever. The reason I called you out in such a hurry is because of the last post. It was just published. The latest threat was displayed on the phone screen. What are you doing? Stop trying to escape the fish tank. If you keep this up, just go die. I'm going to put poison in the fish tank. I'll poison all of you. I can just get a new batch of fish anyway, right? Below the screen, a hand was drawing liquid from a brown medicine bottle. The syringe was filled with an ominous red color. They're planning something terrible. You should notify the company as soon as possible, Li Shizhen said. What about the surveillance camera in the hallway at the dorm entrance? Xia Shiyan shook her head. There is one, but it's been broken for a long time. This person most likely knows that too. Li Shizhen sat in the darkness, the light from his phone screen illuminating his pensive face. Then today will be the last time. Xia Shiyan's gaze faltered slightly. What? Li Shizhen lowered his gaze. From now on, you and I can't meet like this anymore, Sunbei. Li Shizhen continued. To be honest, it's been very frustrating up until now. I'm always so careful when I contact you. I can't get involved anymore. He looked up, his eyes holding a hint of determination. There's no reason for you and me. He gazed at Xia Shiyan, his eyes filled with suppressed emotions. I hope to become someone who can see you openly and proudly, Sunbei. Xia Shiyan's cheeks flushed slightly as she listened quietly. Li Shizhen mustered his courage. If you don't mind, Sunbei, I'd like to get a little closer. Is that okay? Xia Shiyan's heart skipped a beat. What? This felt just like a confession. Xia Shiyan's cheeks flushed, her voice tinged with panic. Then, I like you too, Shizhen. Of course, you can contact me anytime. Just as a friend. A voice came from outside. What? Really? You really saw Xia Shiyan here? Shoot, someone's here. Quick, hide. The two of them hid behind the curtains in a panic. The voices of two men came from outside the door. If a ghost shows up, the view count will definitely explode. To be honest, I'm a little scared. They pushed open the classroom door. Wow, this atmosphere is perfect. One man held a camera while the other looked around. If we do a seance here, it'll definitely go viral. Hurry up and get ready to shoot. Don't touch anything. What if something really appears? If a ghost appears, you could die. We'll just run before that happens. Li Shizhen held Xia Shiyan tightly in his arms, protecting her. His body was stiff with tension. He leaned down and whispered in Xia Shiyan's ear, "Don't move." Sunbei. Xia Shiyan could clearly feel Li Shizhen's heart pounding violently and rapidly. They might hear our heartbeats. Xia Shiyan pressed close against him. Shizhen's heart is beating so fast, too. Li Shizhen looked down at her, his cheeks flushing as their breaths mingled. The man in charge asked, "What should we do next?" The other man replied, "Wait, I'll light the candle. Please appear." Li Shizhen silently held Xia Shiyan even tighter. Xia Shiyan's cheeks grew hotter. Li Shizhen asked, Zunbe, I'm sorry, can you move away a little? Xia Shiyan's fingers slipped inadvertently, touching the piano keys. A jarring piano note shattered the silence. The two men turned around in terror. What was that sound just now? You heard it too, right? The sound came from the piano. Impossible. The two men turned pale with fright. Whoa, there's a ghost. This is terrifying. One of them screamed, grabbed the equipment, and run. They scrambled out of the classroom, knocking over a chair. Help! I don't want to die. Their fading footsteps echoed down the hallway, and the classroom returned to silence. Li Shizhen carefully peeked out. I think they're gone. Xia Shiyan breathed a sigh of relief. That was really scary. Xia Shiyan breathed a sigh of relief. Good thing we weren't discovered. Let's go quick. What they come back? Li Shizhen nodded in agreement. Sunbei, let's go now. Jin Hyunchul sighed in relief. I didn't expect Xia Shiyan to be our fan. Thanks to you, public opinion is starting to support us. I was worried about the new album before. Chung Xiumin began, looking down at her hands. It's finally resolved. But Chung Xiumin crossed her arms. To be honest, I'm a little angry at that guy, Njia. What did he say when he went to see Shiyan? He made her so upset back then. She drank a lot. He even told Shiyan to consider unstanning. Jin Hyunchul was thoughtful. Yeah, Njia can be a bit extreme sometimes, especially when it comes to things related to Shirzhen. Chung Xiumin suddenly asked, could it be Angelika's Li Shizhen? Is he gay? Jin Hyunchul immediately denied it. No, it's not like that. To Njia, Shirzhen is his only family, so he's afraid of losing him. That's why he overreacts to the smallest changes. He must be regretting it terribly right now. He continued, but I still don't understand why she would go this far, to the point of ruining her own image just to protect Kaleidoscope. Chung Xiumin lowered her eyes. Njia, or rather, Kaleidoscope, is extremely precious to Shiyan, just like Shiyan is a precious person to me. Jin Hyunchul nodded. My kids are just as precious to me. We've been together since their trainee days. They're the first idol group I've managed. No one knows better than me how much effort they've put in Jin Hyun-chul's gaze softened. To me, they're like my own little brothers. His tone was firm. They're not just kaleidoscope. Chung Xiumin immediately apologized. Right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Jin Hyun-chul's tone softened. An apology is enough. Chung Xiumin looked down. I did it because of my obsession, because I've never experienced anything like this. Jin Hyun-chul looked at her gently. Please be good to our kids. Listen to that song later, too. Anyway, after we get married, they'll all be your little brothers-in-law. Chung Xiumin's face turned bright red. What nonsense are you talking about? More marriage? Jin Hyun-chul retorted. You don't want to? After you took my purity. Chung Xiumin became even more flustered. Purity? That wasn't your first time. Jin Hyun-chul was puzzled. How can you say something like that now? Chung Xiumin quickly waved her hands. No, that's not what I meant. Night enveloped the city with scattered lights on in the apartment building. Guan Minzen Jumpa. Damn it, don't scare me like that. At least turn on a light. Weren't you asleep? Han and Jia said with a blank expression, I'm going to sleep. Guan Minjin asked, are you waiting for Shijin Hyung? He's coming over after his schedule. Han and Jia flatly denied it. I'm not waiting. Guan Minjin held a glass of water, looking unconvinced. Is that so? Did you two make up? Weren't things still awkward before? Han and Jia said flatly, it's nothing. We're always like this. Guan Minjin drank his water, guessing you acted on your own and messed things up again because of Shijin Hyung, didn't you? Han and Jia was silent, unable to deny it. Han and Jia recalled, when I met Shurian Sunbi, I said some things. Don't look down on Shijin Hyung and don't play with him. Guan Minjin was surprised. Wow, saying that to a top Sunbae is pretty harsh. It's a good thing Shurian Sunbi didn't hold it against you. I can understand, Guan Minjin said, looking at Han and Jia. Your head must be a mess right now. And then she went and publicly said she's your fan. Han and Jia lowered his head. I apologize for all the previous misunderstandings. I just didn't know what to say. Anyway, you can't cry over spilled milk. Can you really put the water back? Guan Minjin refilled the glass. Then you can only refill it. He placed the glass on the table with a crisp sound. A hooded figure was going through delivery boxes in the corner. Syringes and medicine bottles were scattered on the floor. Han and Jia stood at the door, his voice cold. Excuse me. He stared at the figure. That's our stuff. What are you doing? The figure said nothing, just remained silent. Before Han and Jia could react, the figure escaped with lightning speed. Xia Shurian's heart raced, her cheeks slightly flushed. Li Shijin was also a bit shy and lowered his head. Thanks for driving me home. Xia Shurian laughed. Don't mention it. It's hard to get a cab there. Xia Shurian reminded him. Text me when you get there. I'll worry. Li Shijin was a little surprised. I will. He opened the car door. Sunbae, be careful on your way. Suddenly, Han and Jia's shout cut through the night. Shijin Hyung, a man in a hood and mask ran past. Han and Jia was in hot pursuit, yelling, we have to catch this guy. Li Shijin staggered as he gave chase, his footsteps echoing in the alley. He lunged forward, but was kicked away by the other person. He fell heavily to the ground. Xia Shurian opened the car door in terror. Shijin. Han and Jia rushed to Li Shijin's side and helped him up. Hyung, are you okay? Li Shijin lowered his head, silent. The hooded figure slowly stood up. He took off his hood and mask. Xia Shurian's pupils contracted sharply. So it was you, the fish tank owner. The fish tank owner's voice was hoarse. It's all your fault. It's all because of you. He looked up abruptly, his eyes filled with hatred. Xia Shurian, if it weren't for you. He swung a box cutter, lunging straight at her. Xia Shurian's eyes widened in terror. With a dull thud, Han and Jia blocked the attack, pulling her tightly into his arms to protect her. In his arms, Xia Shurian stared ahead, still shaken. Han and Jia held her tightly, as if protecting the entire world. Police lights flashed, illuminating the cold street. A police officer said to Han and Jia, because no direct harm was caused, she might be released. The officer turned to Xia Shurian and Li Shijin. If we need witness statements, we'll contact you. We will also hand over the evidence we suspect. Chung Xiumin rushed over. Yuni, are you okay? What happened? Before Xia Shurian could answer, she saw Jin Hyun-chul behind Chung Xiumin. Xiumin? Jin Hyun-chul? How did you two? Chung Xiumin anxiously checked Xia Shurian. Are you hurt? Who attacked you? Xia Shurian shook her head. I'm Fina. I'm not hurt. How did you two come here together? Chung Xiumin and Jin Hyun-chul's cheeks flushed as they stammered. We just happened to run into each other on the way. That's not important right now. Chung Xiumin sighed in relief. I'm just glad you're okay. Han and Jia spoke up. Zunbe, thank you for earlier. Xia Shurian came to her senses. You're not hurt, are you? Thanks to you. Han and Jia took a deep breath and bowed formally. I'm very sorry about last time. I was so rude. I wanted to apologize to you in person for the harsh things I said. I know words can't take back the hurt, but I just wanted to be sincere for once. Thank you for liking us. Xia Shiyan froze. Her eyes instantly welled up and tears streamed down uncontrollably. Han and Jia panicked a little. Sunbae, don't cry. It was really my fault, Xia Shiyan sobbed. Li Shizhen stood to the side, watching them with a complicated expression. Xia Shiyan explained, that day I wanted to be honest. Han Yi awkwardly comforted her. I know I was the one in the wrong. Li Shizhen lowered his head, turned, and left, his figure disappearing into the night. Han and Jie's figure blurred in Xia Shiyan's eyes, as if seen through a mist of tears. Thank you for liking us. Wait, what? And Jia finally understands my feelings? This isn't a dream, is it? Xia Shiyan excitedly clenched her fists. This is great. Now I can be a fan in peace. She sat on the sofa, grinning foolishly as she typed a message on her phone. And Jia, how could I possibly hate you? I'd forgive you even if you crash my car. Cheng Xiaomin looked at her with a helpless expression. Yuni, is this really the time for that? You should have told the company. It was too dangerous. Why did you get involved personally? I know Kaleidoscope is important to you, but you're more important to me. Xia Shiyan smiled and hugged Cheng Xiaomin. I know. I'll never hide anything from now on. As long as it's what you want, Xiaomin, I'll definitely tell you next time. Xia Shiyan waved goodbye. Get some rest. Call me if you need anything. Be careful on your way, Xiaomin. What a busy day. Xia Shiyan walked into the bathroom. I need to take a bath to clear my head. She sank into the bubble-filled bathtub and closed her eyes. Good thing we caught them before the situation got worse. The contorted face of a knife wielder flashed in her mind. If it weren't for Jia, the consequences would have been unimaginable. Thinking back to when she was with Shizhen earlier, her heart had also skipped a beat. Her phone suddenly rang, startling Xia Shiyan. It was a call from Li Shizhen. She answered the phone. Ah, she's in. Sunbae, are you home? Xia Shiyan leaned against the edge of the tub. Of course. Things were so chaotic earlier. I forgot to text, huh? Li Shizhen asked. You must have been terrified earlier, right? I've already explained it to our manager. They're going to investigate to see if it's the person who was stalking us. We've already handed over all the materials. We're safe thanks to you. Xia Shiyan chuckled. It's nothing. I was just carrying out justice in the name of Moreau. So, can I still contact you? Li Shizhen affirmed, of course. Anytime. You must be tired too, Sunbae. Get some good rest. Li Shizhen hung up. Good night, Sunbae. Xia Shiyan put down her phone and fell silent. Why does my heart always go out of control? Inside the police station, a man spoke. The evidence is conclusive. We decided to file a case. She's not a first-time offender. She stalked a rookie group before. At first, she only admitted it was an impulsive act, but she confessed everything after we presented the evidence. The stalking has been going on for a while. She was also spreading rumors online. She lives right across from the dorm, watching them. Xia Shiyan also sent over a lot of files. Jin Hyuncheol was puzzled. Xia Shiyan sent them? It seems she's been collecting evidence of malicious comments. We've checked the identity. It's the same person. She said she'd come by later. There's something she wants to confirm in person. Xia Shiyan sat in the interrogation room, her gaze sharp. We have all the evidence. You'd better tell the truth. The woman under the hood looked up. Xia Shiyan looked straight at her. You're the one who sent me those photos, aren't you? The woman asked, what photos? Do you have proof I sent them? Xia Shiyan sneered. It's obvious. Do you think threatening and stalking someone's private life is love? And you call yourself a fan? The woman under the hood let out a scornful laugh. Who are you trying to fool? Acting all high and mighty. You're no different. Xia Shiyan's expression didn't change at all. The woman under the hood continued. Idols, don't they exist just to please their fans? You're also a fan for your own amusement. You throw them away when you don't like them anymore. I've followed them since their debut. Back then, only 3 or 4 people watched their live streams. I love them so much. They would read my comments every time and even thank me. Now that they're a little famous, they act all high and mighty, thinking they're so great. Do they think they can look down on me? If it weren't for you, Kaleidoscope would have faded into obscurity long ago. They should have been groveling and treating their few fans well. Xia Shiyan's eyes turned icy. Ah, I see. Someone like you isn't a fan at all. You're just a criminal. Xia Shiyan stood up. There's no point in talking anymore. I'm leaving. I'm very busy. She turned towards the door. I won't go easy on you. Enjoy your time in prison. Xia Shiyan paused at the door. Oh, right. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Kaleidoscope is only going to get bigger and better, because real fans will make their dreams come true. Unlike you, the concept for this new album is amazing. Too bad you won't be able to see it from prison. Goodbye. Xia Shiyan walked out of the interrogation room, the woman's hysterical screams echoing behind her. Xia Shiyan, you vicious woman. So annoying. Xia Shiyan walked away without looking back. On a huge billboard on the street, Kaleidoscope's new album poster was dazzling. Passers-by discussed excitedly. Have you heard Kaleidoscope's new song? I heard they produced it themselves. Did you write it yourself too? The group Kaleidoscope greeted their fans during a live stream. Hello everyone, we are Kaleidoscope. We've finally returned with our full-length album, Mirror. A show host interviewed Xia Shiyan. Shiyan, your fan life has been a hot topic lately. Thank you for coming on our show. Xia Shiyan smiled. If it's for my ultimate bias, of course, I had to come. I really have so much to say. Xia Shiyan showed off a rare photo card. This is a photo card from Eunjie's trainee days. There are probably only 5 of these in the whole world. She held up an album again. Have you guys listened to the album? You have to watch the stage performances. News headlines were everywhere. Top actress Xia Shiyan says Han Eunjie is her ultimate bias. On social media, next to photos of Xia Shiyan were various photos of Kaleidoscope. Congratulatory messages from fans flooded her phone screen. Shiyan Yuni, a surprise follow back. Yuni, I'm so happy for you. Xia Shiyan was in tears. Thank you, my romance. A notification in the center of the screen stood out. Han Eunjie started following you. Everyone, I succeeded as a fan. Han Eunjie looked at his phone, the corners of his mouth turning up slightly. Ryu Daoyuan glimpsed this scene. What's going on? Eunjie is actually smiling. He's just staring at Xia Shiyan Sunbi's page by himself, grinning like an idiot. Anyone who didn't know better would think he got a girlfriend. Kwon Minjin chimed in. If Xia Shiyan Sunbi said I was her bias, I'd be really proud too. It's weird that he's only following her now. Li Shizhen added. He even asked the fans for their opinion. But to be honest, the fans have been begging him to follow her for a long time. Li Shizhen's phone vibrated. A message from Xia Shiyan was on the screen. Shizhen, Eunjie, he followed me. Yu Ziyuan looked at Li Shizhen and said, by the way, Shizhen Hyung, are you okay? Li Shizhen asked, HM? What is it? It's about Xia Shiyan Sunbi. Isn't your bias Xia Shiyan Sunbi Shizhen Hyung? But Eunjie Hyung stole her. Li Shizhen Shukulat. She's just a fan. There's nothing to steal. People can like whoever they want. Stage lights flashed. A staff member's voice was heard. Next group, get ready for Kaleidoscope's rehearsal. Stand by in 5 minutes. Han Eunjie handed Li Shizhen a bottle of water. Have some water. You have to sing live. Han Eunjie asked, but Hyung, do you really not have any feelings for Shiyan Sunbi now? Are you just one of her fans? Li Shizhen was a bit surprised. Why are you suddenly asking this? Anen to plead. I'm just curious. Ananjia's Gaza Sharpanat. If you don't like her, if you don't see her as a woman, then can I?